Yo, welcome back to Hellstorm Wargaming. I hope you're all doing well. Thanks so much for tuning in. How we doing? I ain't got all my lights on today. It's fucking hot. I'm dressed like a slob, and by that I mean I'm wearing just normal clothes. I'm wearing clothes that I was doing the gardening earlier, if that's all right. Look, it's really hot today. It's a bank holiday weekend. I've been trying to paint. I've been trying to do other stuff. It's been gross. But I hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for tuning in. My name's Mikey, and welcome to this live stream. Today, we are looking at Game 2 of the new edition of 40k, because Game 1... Excuse me. Look, it's already starting. I've been trying to keep out of this room all day because it's so hot. Game 1 was a shit show. sorry, Games Workshop. Look, I know I've been emailing you about an 11th edition box set, and I hope this doesn't make you hate me, because it probably does. But like, it's the 11th edition launch of like, this is the very first game of 11th edition ever to be seen, and this is how it starts. Look, I'm not. People think I'm a bastard. People think I'm horrible. People think I'm really critical. But like,
exploration of the new edition, you don't want to go anywhere. First game, what do we got?
Our first game, we have a showcase of the new Armageddon box. This is Orks playing into Space Marine.
Like, what are we supposed to be doing? You know what I mean? Like, you were streaming all weekend, okay? This is no criticism on anyone personally. You were streaming all weekend, and this is the this is the 11th edition new edition live, first live game of 11th edition 40k.
The reigns of the Space Marines.
Looking very much forward to it, showing off some of the new unit stuff.
And then it comes on. It's fucking 4x3. What's... Bro, come on, dude. Honestly, bro. What is the camera quality here? Look at it. Again, nothing personal to anyone on screen. You know, I think I've met Eddie once. He was nice. Adam's lovely. Paulie's Adam's nice, but Paulie's exceptionally nice. Okay, I just want to clarify that before I keep going. What the fuck are we doing here? Yeah, it's like a fucking Logitech C920. You know what I mean? Like, dude. It's too hot for cameras to wear. They're in the US. They're in Texas. They're in an air-conditioned building. I bet it's well nice compared to here. I love Games Workshop. I love what they do, right? I love what they do. I think everything that they try to do always has the right idea behind it. They aren't doing it shit and badly because they want to do it badly. But, like, just get someone in who knows what they're doing, all right? I'll let you a little secret. I've emailed them offering services, okay? I've been like, bro, come on now. And guess what? I got ghosted, funnily enough. You know, got ghosted once again. I sent an email and I was like, look, you know, things didn't go too well, and I am sorry for that. I am sorry. It was a month ago. I don't think I get a response. I am sorry things didn't go well for XYZ stream. You know, I am available to come in and chat, come and have a look at what you've got going on, and come do this for you. I got ghosted, you know. I'm a dickhead in my fucking bedroom, right? And I have built a full working studio that works fine, and I can take that studio anywhere around the world and it works fine. And I still don't end up with 4x3 cameras when there's like 5 members of staff who are all supposed to be running this stuff and they just can't do it. Like, what is happening? What is happening? You know? So, I'm hoping Game 2 in 23 minutes looks better than it does when this happened. You know what I mean? This is the Adepticon stream a month ago. This is...
The models, you know, in the lore are there on Armageddon.
Like, how have they done it twice? How have they done it twice, bro? Like, honestly, like, what is happening?
Fox and also get to play against the orcs. Adrian's gonna be awesome. Yeah. So basically, today's the day, right? We got Game 2. It's play on tabletop. I like play on tabletop. Again, I think they're too American for me, but they're not bad people. You know what I mean? Again, no malice coming from anyone.
if they don't get this all right, they just need to wrap it up, right? They need to be like, you know what, Game 3 will save that for another day, right? They just had the Dallas Open, which is like the Texas event over the weekend, right? They've streamed like 9 games already, okay? They can't, I don't know how they can get it wrong. They've had a practice, okay? They've had a practice already. This has to be the one. If not, like, what the, I'm just logging off. I'm not watching anymore. This is ridiculous. So, again, I don't understand. I don't understand how they get it wrong. I don't understand, like, why. And it just feels like every time they just, like, shoot an own goal every time. You know? It's an own goal every time. So I'm just like, I'm praying. I'm hoping for them. I'm not trying to wish their downfall, because I'm sure this will get clipped out of context one day and it'll be used against me. I'm not trying to wish any downfall. I'm just saying it's not good enough. You know? They make bajillions of pounds a day, right? They do this. This is marketing, right? This is marketing. This is the biggest product for the next 3 years. This is the biggest product launch for 3 years. This is going to make or break Games Workshop in terms of, like, stock price continuing to go up, right? This product. So, like, they need to get it. They need to get it right. This is it, okay? They've had a test run. You know, Adrian and Paul, again, lovely people, right? They've been let down by this. This just needs to be right. This just needs to be right, okay? So anyway, I need to tell everyone that I'm going live. Let me know who you are, where you're watching from. My name's Mikey. I stream every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, most weeks. And this week we are looking at 11th edition reveal. All right, I have loads of info that I can share with you. From the first game, I've managed to get hold of a consolidation of all of the changes, but I also have all of the lists, which have also been shared by Games Workshop. I don't think they were supposed to share all of them all together, but we have the PNG file ready for the next game. So if you'd like to have a look, we have Kion and Advanced Acquisition Cadre versus Death Guard, Champions of Contagion, and Paragons of Putrescence. Is that not showing up on screen? No, if I move my mouse, it goes off. Why? 1 second. Let me fix this. I'm going like this. Do that. What is happening? Dude, what the fuck? There you go. So we have the new list, as you can see. Let me quickly tell you what I've just gone live. You can have a quick nose and have a quick run through. The game is starting at 7:30, which is about 20 minutes. Live now. Live now. Let's see if GW can stream game 2, please. So, Games Workshop shared a link to all 3 lists in their chat. That's where I've got all this from. It's not secret. It's not like a secret leak or anything like that. We've got Kion and Advanced Acquisition Cadre versus Champions of Contagion and Paragons of Putrescence. I'm going to have to, like, remind myself what these detachments are. I obviously know Kion. I know Champions of Contagion, but the extra ones I need to look up. But we have Force Dispositions, Taken Hold, and Reconnaissance. So it looks like we might be able to get 2 force dispositions per list. These are the things that are going to control the primary. So depending what your primary is and their primary is, we're going to be able to see like what sort of mission we're going to be able to play against. Also, that's what Des, I just want to call you out for a second. This is Google. This is a Google problem, and I'm a cunt in my bedroom. All right, that was a Google problem you just saw, and I'm a cunt in my bedroom. Don't criticize my stream quality. It's working fine. I'm a dickhead, right? Barely enough money to pay my rent, and I'm streaming just fine. Okay? Did you see how long it took me to fix it? What? 4 seconds? All right? I'll give Games Workshop 9 seconds to fix something. If they don't fix it in 9 seconds, it's a piss take. If I don't fix it in 9 seconds, I'm on my own. Anyway, I'm going to put Kirby back on and continue. Des, I'm calling you out personally. I'm calling you out personally, right? I can't even afford my gardener anymore. No, that's true. Right? Anyone else? Anyone else want to be called out personally? Send me £5 and I will. Send me your super chat. I'll call you out personally for something. Anyway, we got 2 Cadre Fireblades, Commander Shadowsun, Commander Cold Star Battlesuit with the Exemplar of Kion. We got Fireside Team, the Twin Lands, 2 units of Breaches, 2 Devilfishes, 3 Sunforged Battlesuits, a Hammerhead, Crew Hounds, Pathfinders, 2 times 2 Piranhas, a Riptide, no mention of what actual profile it has, 5 Stealth Suits, times 2 with Negation Emitters, which is obviously an upgrade, and 5 Vested Stingwings. What you should note is there is no, like, breakdown of like, who's in what detachment. They've just kind of taken them. So we've kind of already had this, like, confirmed, but, like, what we know is that, like, you don't build your army in detachments. It's actually, in my opinion, like, quite they're quite, like, confusing, really, in my opinion. Calling it detachments is a bit misleading. You don't build your army in detachments. You just build your army and then slap on special rules for three detachment points. Basically, that's how it works. Papaya, thank you so much for the gifted membership. I really appreciate you. If you didn't know, we're currently running a Royal Rumble, a giveaway for 11th edition. This is a big list of everybody who's donated or super chatted or become member. Thank you, Papaya. Appreciate you. This is a list of everyone, and we're going to be giving away a 11th edition box set in June. All right, literally one box set for free to anyone in the world, shipped to them for free anywhere in the world, like posted by yours truly. And all you have to do is support the channel with a big. You have to come up with a big name in chat. And now, Papaya, you've sent £5, so I'm going to call you out for what have you said in chat so far? Counterpoint: have shit streams negatively affected sales before? It's just embarrassing, Papaya, and I need you to remember that, all right? I need you to remember that it's just embarrassing for a large company like Games Workshop to have a subscription service that they sell content through and a live stream team that they ship around the world to not be able to stream a live stream where they have 2 people playing a game, 2 people commentating, and they don't have a live audience. It is one of the easiest streams they've done, and they fucked it. All right, I'm calling you out for that. Okay, there we go. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it. I reckon there's money to be had for personal roast. Every time someone donates, you to give them shit. I'm gonna. All right, that's my new thing. That's my new thing. If you super chat or send me a gifted or anything like that, some people do little hopes. It's like, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm gonna be like, no, I'm calling you out. All right, I'm in one of those moods. It's too fucking hot. It's too fucking hot to be nice. All right, I ain't Mr. Nice Guy. I'm Mr. Grumpy today. All right, should see me around. What was Mr. Grumpy? Was he blue? Was he blue? Or was that Mr. Tumble? Mr. Grumpy. He was blue. That's literally me. Look, this is me today, all right? I'm going to put this here while I read the Death Guard list. That's me while I read the Death Guard list. Captain Kayari! Thank you for the 26 months. Let me get your name on here. Thank you so much, Captain Kayari.
Captain Kayari celebrates 26 months of membership. I hope you have a wonderful day.
Well, guess what, Captain Kayari? I fucking haven't, all right? Do you know why? Too fucking hot. Why is it too hot? Well, I was having a conversation this about Parasocial earlier, and I was saying, God, I just need one aircon unit, right? And I was guilt-tripped saying that I'm affecting the planet when there's people fucking flying private jets from one airport to another that are bang next to each other that are polluting the planet more than I will ever be able to in my lifetime 10 times over. Yeah, I was made to feel guilty because they are flying private jets and I'm not allowed aircon because I'm affecting the ozone.
Super chat £5. WTF
am
I
it's too
gonna
hot.
do with a box of
It's too hot. So no, I'm not having a nice day. All right, fuck you,
Mikey. Super chat.
Thank you for the super chats. Appreciate it.
Harder than this weather, Mikey.
Right, okay. Who's next? Mr. Papaya Pariah, thank you for the 5. I'm calling you out again, all right? Look, I care about the planet, but I don't care about being too up, all right? I think that's fair enough. I care about the planet. I don't care to be too out.
27 months of membership, having just driven back from Yorkshire without air conditioning. I feel your pain.
Brother, like, I don't have air conditioning in my car either. Do you know why? Because I had it. I spent 200 quid getting it regassed, right? 2 years ago. 200 quid getting my aircon regassed in the car. What happened? All leaked out. Can you believe?
Your best shot.
Look at my hair now.
Emoji.
Look at my hair now.
Mikey! Super chat £5.
Who would make you feel guilty? That's the question. Who would do that, you know? I'm here fucking sweating my fucking tits off. I'm trying to paint because that's my job, right? I paint models for a living. I make videos about it. Can't do it. And then I'll say, God, guys, it's too hot to fucking paint models. And then someone will be like, fucking YouTubers, hardest job in the world. And I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do my fucking job because it's too hot. And then I'm made to feel like a twat for saying it. Isn't that fucking stupid? You know? Stein, what have you said today? What have you said today? Anyway, 200 quid to get my aircon regassed. Fucking holes in my radiator. Go fuck yourself. How about that? Why did you charge me 200 quid to regas it before telling me there was holes in my radiator? What you're doing is robbing me of 200 quid. That's what you're doing. Fuck you. All right? Fuck you. I can't remember. Who was I shouting at again? Stein. That was it. Stein, what have you said today? Stein, you better have said something stupid. Stein hasn't said shit. Stein, bro. I'm trying to be a knobhead. How can I be a knobhead if you not said anything? Give me your best shot. Stein, I hate it when you send me money, all right? It really fucks me off. Don't do it again. Please do not do that again. Right. Who would make you feel guilty of that? You, Papaya. That was the problem. Right, I'm calling you out personally. You said it. It annoyed me. Sorry, it did. Who's next? Hungry Bear. We got Papaya again. Right, okay, cool. I'm so mad I'm just annoyed that you're trying to get me to have a go at you. Raziel, thank you for the 10. Thank you for the 10. What have you said today, Raziel? Look, if you don't say anything in chat, I'm not just going to roast you for the sake of it. Do you want me to just call you a prick? Is that what you wanted from me? You're sending me money but not saying anything else in chat. I just think you're a prick. Alright? Because you're trying to make me mad. You're trying to be like, haha, Mikey, bully me. You haven't said anything. What do you want me to say to you? Fuck off. Right, that's what you want. That's what you want. It's 28 up here. Can't imagine how much worth it is further south. It's 30. It was 30 here today. And I've got my office, right? My office faces where is it? Rise the east. The east, right? Let's get our compasses out. Where's the sunrise from? The same fucking place. So all day beating down sun, trying to paint there all day. The sun's like, you know what, Mikey? Fuck you. Fuck you. That's what he's like. Have you all brought desk fans to pretend like they're helping us cool down? Can you hear my fan? Is it kind of annoying? I'm trying to make it annoying. If it is, I'm gonna make it more annoying. But I have a floor fan on the windowsill that's just blowing hot air from the outside into my house. You know? Let's talk about using aircon and destroying the ozone. I'm having to have my fan on all day because it's too hot. Anyway, thank you for the 10 rats. I appreciate it. Nige YG. Thank you for the resub. Having just driven back from Yorkshire without air conditioning, I feel pain. I did mention the air conditioning. Stein, again, you've not said anything. You just try to make me you winding me up because I can't say anything to you. All right, that's how you winding me up even more. What the fuck am I going to do with a box of Orc and Marines? Oh, fucking sell it, bro. I don't know. What do you want me to say? Fucking either paint them, put them on bases, or sell it. Like, if you want to win a free Armageddon, just take the free Armageddon and sell it, and then give me more members afterwards. It's literally free. It's literally free. I had my regas this year. First 7 8 years of cars I'm working at. Wait a minute. Can we get Elliot's dad on stream instead? I can detect dad. Go fuck yourself about that. Every time Elliot stands on stream, everyone fucking complains. As soon as they say, oh, he's not allowed to win the event, win the giveaway again, everyone's like, man, I wish Elliot's dad was here. Fuck me. Where's Elliot's dad gone? Regarding car AC, it shouldn't ever need it unless it leaks. Yeah, I know. Well, I didn't fucking know that, did I? That's why I've never had it regassed again. Maybe go to a nicer garage. Didn't fucking know, did I? Didn't fucking know at the time. Fucking cars. Fuck them. Use a blackout blind to stop the sun. What colour's that? It's still hot. It's still too hot, bro. More likely facing south. Right. Okay, by midday, it's right above me. That's the problem. So it's like all day, up it goes. It's not actually pointed inside now. It's just bright outside. And it's like, meow. And it's like, oh, it's midday. It'll be cool now. And then you go, oh, it's right above my head now. Sweet. And it goes to the other side of my house. And I can't open windows because I've got cats. I mean, I've got a window open now and I'm like shouting. So I'm scaring them. All right. I'm scaring them out of the office because it's too hot. Do you know what I need? Everyone's making suggestions. I just need air conditioning. I think that might help. Don't open the window, it's heating. Yeah, I only open it when the sun's on the other side of the house to try and get cool air in. But like, it's just not cool. It's just too hot. It's too warm to be typing. Fuck yourself, Stein. Why are you here? Is that what you want me to say? Because you sent me a super chat. You want me to insult you? You're gonna come in and be like, I'm leaving? Fuck off. I just hope you know that I'm only mad because it's too hot. Anyway, where were we? We took a list. Yeah, that was me. That's still me. Biologist Putrefier, Foul Blight Spawn, Lord of Contagion with host of hybridized pox. Lord of Poxers with their Cornucophagus. De-insulate Britain, truly. Typhus, 10 Plague Breeds, Chaos Rhino, Chaos Landerator, 5 Blight Lords, 3 Death Shroud, 2 Blight Haulers, and 30 Poxwalkers. It's a fairly standard Death Guard list, I'm going to say. But that is the list that's happening. So we've got Lord of Contagion, Paragons, and Putrescence. I actually have... Wait, where is it? Where's it gone? Is it this one? Is it this one? No, I have all... No. I have a lot of the changes here. All right, so this is a live update of everything that's been happening today. This is a live update of everything that's been happening in the stream today. Okay. So Ceramite Sentinels is 3 detachment points. Dreadmob is 2 detachment points. Unit attachments are confirmed in list builder. This is the biggest change. And also, chat, the big change here is when a character is removed from the bodyguard, it still counts as that unit. So do you know, like at the minute, we break off our characters when the unit's dead? No longer. No longer. At the start of the game, you attach it. Well, at the list building step, you attach a character. It's part of the unit. End of. All right. So if you've got a unit of 9 that now, or unit 10 that's now 11, right? When it dies, the unit's dead. It's still part of a unit of 11. So a single character is now going to roll Battle Shock. They truly have tried to make Battle Shock not shit. I'll give them that. Let me just do that. It also means it's always attached to a unit, like game wide. So even if like a model says, do you know like how we've had characters now that just say models in this unit get sustained? Because obviously they're the 2 rules that you're allowed. Also, especially what G Fuel in chat is keeping me really cool and really energized today. So like, you know, if you've got like a character that says, while attached to a unit, you get XYZ, you attach to the unit for the entire game now, not just why you actually attach to a unit. So it seems to be you'll get all of the rules all of the time, no matter if the unit is actually alive or not. It took me far a while making my G Fuel, and then my camera went off. Brilliant. See that? Straight back on. Straight back on. So yeah, it looks like if you've got like an apothecary and it's just the apothecary left, you'll be able to bring back a model because you're still attached to that unit. I don't know if that means the unit's abilities will transfer over to the one model, but essentially it sounds like they just become one unit for the entire game at list step, not during attached to unit, list step. So that's quite interesting. Again, I'm only going off information that I'm reading here and what I've seen or heard. So Unstoppable Force, which I think is a secondary, 3 points for a unit killing your turn, 3 points for taking an objective you didn't hold at the start of your turn, 4 points of your command phase or the end of battle round 5 for each objective apart from your home, 5 points at the end of battle. Oh, this is a primary, sorry, this is primary. And then immovable object, which is the other one, 3 points holding 1 or more central objectives, 5 points per objective you hold apart from your home in the 2nd and 4th command phase, end of your turn in 5th round. Interesting. Interesting. Cover is still gained for non-injury by just having your terrain between opponents and you. Fast roll. This is one that really threw me off. Let me read it again. You roll all of your saves at once. Take failed saves in whatever order you like. E.g., take all your 1s and 2s to kill guys, then put the 4s onto a character with a 4+. That is wild. That is wild, dude. Holy shit. Holy shit, that's crazy. That's like 6th edition. Just roll your dice and choose the ones you like. You know? You can be like, oh, one guy's got a 4+ in one. Eldari, for example. Right, okay. All of these fuckers that have 4-ups are actually on my X-Arc. Yeah, right, okay. And then these ones that fail, they're on the dickheads that don't have an in one. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm only going off this one line. I don't have the full rules in front of me. But if that's the case, what the shit, bro? Yeah, no worries. Basically, my entire unit has a 4+ input until I decide to remove the X-Arc. Right, I'm just going to roll 25 saves, right? All right, all these 4-ups are on my X-Arc. The 1s and 2s are on everyone else. Deal. Cheers. I mean, the nice thing is it's shared, but if you've got like a random input in your unit, holy shit. You know? You declare the order of saves before rolling, though. Okay, that makes more sense. I don't have that info. Don't forget. Like I said, I'm just reading this. I'm reading this sheet that some random person on Reddit has posted. New secondary scene. Plunder, outflank, center ground. Wait, I was something in chat. Wait. Do you think that keywords would persist for stuff like anti? From what I understand, the idea is when you put a character into a unit or support into a unit, it just becomes a unit, like game wide. It never stops being a unit. So if you get, I don't know how it'll work, obviously, but I would imagine if you precision. Maybe precision changes, but if you got a character in there, you got like anti-character or something, and you precision the character out, the unit still technically has a character in it for keyword purposes. Whether they've changed it and said, while it's got a character model in the unit, it has a character keyword, that would make a good clear up. But like if you've got like a monster attached to a infantry unit, and then there's no infantry left, do you still count as infantry? Well, all they need to do is update it to say, while targeting a unit with an infantry model in there, rather than targeting infantry unit, you know? So the keyword stuff, I don't know. But, like, it sounds like it just becomes a single unit for the entire game, you know? So, like, you are all, as if a model has, like, whilst leading the unit, it does X, Y, Z, you'll have that even if he's on his own, because he's leading the unit as per the list. But do the unit's abilities confer onto the character when there's no unit left? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I imagine probably, because it's just a single unit, you know? Great, it's like mini Death Stars almost. The G Fuel ship from the UK postage seems wild. G Fuel does not ship from the UK, but it's not like mega expensive, especially when you put the 30% off. It basically makes it free postage, you know? Because if you use code Hellstorm, you get 30% off. So it's almost free postage. So that's the way I see it anyway. It's not like 99p ships tomorrow, but yeah, it takes like a few days, but it's a US based company. Center ground is sorry, I missed one now. Plunder, outflank, center ground, forward position, burden of trust. So the game is starting. Okay. I'm gonna mute it a little bit because I just want to look through these rules. It says plunder plunder, I don't know what it is. Outflank is a new one. Center ground is area denial. Burden of trust is burden of trust a primary, but it's a secondary. You know, everyone hated burden of trust. Now everyone's gonna do it every fucking game. Get used to it, which is quite funny. That is quite funny. Let's be honest. Plunder wasn't described. Burden of trust is pick a unit. Yeah, it's the guarding thing. It's basically the primary mission, but it's a secondary for one turn. Wild. Forward position is 5 points for holding your opponent's home, or all expansion objectives can redraw in Battle Round 1. That's a fun secondary. Outflank is 3 points, one or more units within 6 inches of battlefield edge. Oh, it's take the flanks. It's take the flanks from Age Sigmar. and not in your territory. 5 points for 2 or more units on opposite battlefield edge, 1 computer territory. Yeah, this is it's called Take the Flanks from Age Sigmar. It's just have units outside your deployment zone or territory, board half, at the board edge. Score some points. That's good. I know it starts. I've got it played very quietly. It's currently playing the trailer. Display might have changed. Conditions are the same as before, but now scores 2 points in your turn or 5 in your opponent's. Oh, let me get rid of that. Why have I closed it? Yeah, don't worry, I've got it up. So this is interesting. Confirm that everything just gets 10th edition towering. Towing unlocks terrain. That's broken. That's broken as shit, bro. That's broken as shit. Rapid Ignorance unchanged. Nice. Coherency bubble. So this is a rumor that was going around that units would have to remain wholly within 9 or within 9 of itself. So you can't do like your conga line is max 9 inches. This is a fundamental change to gargoyles, to orc boys, to like Admech, for example. This is a good change. This is a really, really good change, I think. Weird Boy Library confirms leader. Indirect fire confirms. We know this already. Consolidation's the interesting one. Right, they're still on a black screen. Right, chat, you ready? Are you ready? They've got to get it right this time. They've had a practice run.
Hello and welcome back.
Holy shit, there's sound and vision. It's just the worst worst quality ever.
Arlington Esports Arena in Texas, USA, and we are joined by the players of our second game of
It's
Warhammer
the worst
40,000
quality I've ever seen.
Play on tabletop. We have Nick and Tack. Thanks so much for joining us, guys.
Wait, chat.
Thanks for having us.
Chat.
Yeah,
Wait, chat.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming in and playing. We know lots of people were very excited to see you guys.
I got you.
On
Don't
the
worry.
stream. You brought with you some Death Guard and some Tau. What's your kind of thinking going into this game? What can we expect to see?
Well, Tau and Death Guard are very different armies. They play very differently. You know, Tau like lots of shooting. And
What
like to not die.
CRT effect?
I mean, that goes for most armies. They don't want to die, right?
I love the delay.
Death Guard are a little bit slower. They want to march up the board, and they want to hit
There's a
you really
fucking
hard
stream delay, brother.
Counterpoint, the tower are often very fast. I got lots of fly, so I can fly around terrain and other models, and I have a lot of very mobile units. And
one sec, I'm trying to find
I
something.
think it'll be a very dynamic game.
It's going to be very dynamic. So we've had a couple practice games.
Yeah, how did that
Why is
go
it
so far?
fucking?
So
Why is it doing this to me?
Yeah, got to play through the scenario a little bit. How have your practice games gone?
1-1.
Yeah, we've each won one. Yeah, the last one was like really close one. It was like, so this is the
decider.
The decider.
It
Yes.
is, yeah.
Live in front of an audience of thousands. What we see.
I think the best part about and what's been really fun is because the edition is so different that
One sec.
I came into
This is worth it,
thinking
chat.
that the Death Guard are going to be done one way.
This is worth
and
it.
through the
All
practice
right.
games, learning so much more and changing the configuration a little bit, especially around leaders, has been really huge.
So what have you changed in the way that you play the army? What can we look out for, I guess, in the game?
Right. So I think in the previous edition, you're always incentivized to put your leaders in with the units to give them their boons. This time around, with leaders always leading themselves, you kind of have the capability of having leaders run solo, having an extra action that you're able to do, and especially against the Tau, I was finding myself really outnumbered, and by splitting my attached units, I know I'm not at a discrepancy.
And suddenly, because so many of them can deep strike, I'm suddenly putting like so many of my units are regulated to holding my back field and making sure that the zoning units
feels
can't
better,
deep strike.
don't you think?
It's maybe you have to play a very
Don't you think that
game.
feels better?
Like typically, if you've watched our channel, I'm a very aggressive player. I love just running the board and trying to get into there as fast as possible.
With a shooting army.
With a shooting army. I
it's
like
not a loop.
aggressive shooting tactics. Like, it's fun.
Loop.
But
Loop,
the detachments
please.
I'm playing are they're not. You know, my bonuses don't really trigger till
Fuck.
turn 3. Most of my stratagems don't trigger.
Let's
till turn 3,
go.
so I have to.
There's a Cow Yon detachment.
Yeah. So
okay.
yeah. So we can talk about the detachments. So
Yeah,
I've
go for
got
it,
the Cayenne detachment, which is from the Codex, but I've also got the new.
This is the
new
real
one,
stream
which is
quality, by the way, chat.
Advanced acquisition cadre.
Cadre.
Yeah, which basically buffs stealth suits, pathfinders, and ghost skills. I don't have any ghost skills, but I do have 2 units.
This is the
stealth
real
suits and
stream quality. I
pathfinders.
just want to say that.
That gets some really cool abilities. I think the best part of that one though is the.
Wait, I'll make it a
some
little
of the
more
strategies,
realistic.
Specifically, the one allowing you to basically sticky an objective that they got onto. In the movement phase, so I can move on to an objective and then sticky it. That's something
Nailed
the
it.
Tau have wanted.
Nailed
to.
it.
I
Now
don't
I
really
look.
rely on crew to
Now
sticky
I look
objectives.
good.
So I've been using that a lot. But
Now I look
Marker Knights,
perfect.
man, that's
They're
different.
still working just fine.
They're great.
It's so bad it's even messing with your webcam. Can you believe?
Impactful, so
Can
much
you
more
believe?
powerful. being able to just get rid of cover.
Some of the Decepticons can hear them. Well, you can see them as well. It's just you see them about 14 seconds ago.
Conversely means that if you do not have a marker,
how do you custom color? Let's try again.
So the difference between not having one and having one, the efficacy of the army just goes as soon as you
don't have
like
that,
right?
So what about the Nurgle force then?
I fixed it.
The units to watch for in this Death Guard army.
The units I think to watch out for are the plague marines, always stars in any kind of Death Guard army, right?
Yeah.
So they continue to be all stars. They can do a lot, especially I do have a stratagem that allows me to still shoot and do an action. And I'm playing a detachment.
Oh, they actually have wireless mics on.
A mission
they have some Holy Land mics on. But as far as I'm aware, that's just for the commentators, not for them.
Because if I'm not aggressive, I'm not.
I think it's wild that like they've invited like some of the biggest names in the industry. You know what I mean? One sec, what's this?
Have you guys given any thoughts to like what the story is behind the match that you're playing?
Well, I think the story actually is more about.
Okay. Okay, whatever. So they've got like some of the biggest names in the industry. Not me, obviously. I was too busy. They actually called me and I said, you know what? I actually can't be fucked. Don't worry about it. You know, I was like thinking about it. I was like, I actually can't be fucked. I don't want my name tied to this. So they're gonna like have them on stream and then like live commentators. Sorry, let me reword this. They're like trusted GW influencers. They actually get all the products still, unlike some, yours truly. You know, they're like personalities that they've gone, right, we're gonna get these guys on to get more people's eyes on this. And then I swear to God, they're gonna mute them. They're gonna have them silent. They're gonna have Eddie and Paul talking over the top, which is fine if they're just random people. But why invite personalities to look at the back of the head? You know, I'm about to see the back of the head. I promise you. I promise you. They've not even deployed. What we got now? An advert? Oh, we've actually got an army shot. Look at that. A silent army shot. Oh no, there's music. They're actually using their own models this time. They didn't use their own models in the first one for some reason. I thought that was really weird. Why is it ass on their stream? This is the real stream quality. What do you mean? What do you mean? This is just how it is, look. See? Just how it is. Just like Deadpool in a Wolverine Origins. Yeah, fucking muting the main character. Hilarious. Hilarious. Anyway, chat, so there's the list. There's the list. We've got some more stuff. Everything gets 10th edition Towering is the crazy shit. You know, that's the crazy one. Indirect now, Consolidation is going to be one to watch, I think, to make sure we can like get confirmation of that. Gretry still generates CP. Confirm that any unit can have both a leader support attached, max one of each type. So that's like lieutenants, etc.
Hello and welcome back. I'm joined once more by Adam
and then
Paul,
base-to-base second right fighting has gone just 2-inch engagement range.
Adam, what do you think of these?
Oh, this is going to be a fun game. I love the combination of detachments these gentlemen have chosen to expend their 3 detachment points on. Carrion, an advanced acquisition cadre. Of course, everyone knows and loves Carrion. Powers up towards the end of the game. Advanced acquisition cadre.
You know what's funny as well? They've got like such a heavy filter on their mics,
so
you know?
Yeah. So much more
like,
value.
I can't hear my own mic. Let me just check.
I think you can get a
how's that sound? I mean, that sounds so good. It sounds pretty good.
Engineering, but
and I'm like, I've got like a fan facing me. They've got no one in this room. The esports arena is empty. It's Monday.
When they combined,
so wild, absolutely wild.
Whenever he wants on demand. When he likes, he's going to be starting in.
So we got deployment. I like how you can't see the game.
They have a lot of toughness and resilience. Going to need it because.
All right, let's watch the game, chat. Don't worry about it. I got it. I got you. We're watching the game.
Like the contagions, you don't see that a lot. So maybe he can.
It's the blurriest shit I've ever seen.
Of the activations on Nick's side.
So they're using the official terrain. I think they've said that this is like actually painted by someone rather than like a pre-painted version.
Contagion wasn't really taken that often unless you were going.
It's also holiday. Is it Labor Day today?
Mass units of Blight Lords, big units of Plague Marines. Usually, if you weren't
is it Labor Day?
Exactly in that direction, you would not go there. You go for Virulent Vector.
It looks like we're playing Cruisers and Battles, so this is actually the deployment we've actually already seen on Warhammer Community as well.
And you can add an auxiliary, you know, 1 DP.
Memorial Day. Okay. Happy Memorial Day. It's Bank Holiday Monday in the UK because banks need a day off.
But from the top on the tower side of
Truly.
things, the list stands as thus. He has 2 Cadre Flyblades that are going to be adjoining 2 units of Breaches. Then he has Commander Shadow Sun, a Commander in Coalstar battlesuit with Exemplar of the Cow.
Oh, I need to refresh it. I need to refresh it because I zoomed in too much.
I also will have
sorry, Chad. Sorry.
The Twin Lance are one of the most devastating units to come out of the game in 6 months. 2 Breach units, as I said.
Yeah, like the commentator voice is like absolutely over filtered to fuck, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's over filtered to fuck. Shall I turn the filter off? Or shall I wait? I'll wait till they have a mistake. I'll wait till they have a mistake, and then I'll put it back on.
But when that is getting ready to go.
It's the Tau version of the War, right? Firing the railgun. Anyway, he's got a unit of Crude Hounds, a Pathfinder team, 2 single Piranha, a single Riptide, and 2 units of Stealth Suits. With
probably played my second to last game of 10th edition with my day off. Nice, dude. My second to last game. It's probably going to be like the week before pre-order now, I think. Oh, my last game, sorry. I'm not playing this week. I'm probably only playing next week, and that's it. I find that they talk just way too much and they don't give us time to take in information. Well, yeah, they just airfill and they don't really think about like the longevity of like actually watching it back. They just fill the air. The thing is with it is you have 2 people from Play on Tabletop, which are presenters on one of the biggest channels in the world, and we're listening to Adam and Paul. Like, and Addy, why have we got Tack and Nick? When they've got 2 presenters, you know what I mean? I don't understand the thought process behind it. You get to see Play on Tabletop's face for 3 hours while listening to Adam and Paul, you know? Again, nothing against Adam and Paul and Eddie, that's what I'm saying, but like, what's the thought process here? I don't understand it.
Because they wanted to get really nice and close, and then people would use the cover plus armor contempt like mechanics to negate the breaches, and then you pick them up and you would have traded down in the equivalent, of resource exchange. But now those breaches, I think they punch up almost all the time. Over on the Death Guard side of things, we have a Biologist Putrefier with their Rejuvenating Swarm.
It's maybe they don't want to talk about the rules. The whole point is to show off the rules today. The whole point today is to show off the rules. What do you mean they don't want to talk about the rules? Yeah, they can just say, hey, don't mention the points today, please. We're only talking about the rules. Done. As soon as you start talking about points. Anyway, Adam, Eddie, how are we doing? You know what I mean? Done. It'd be better to let them make their own 40k 40 minutes. I'm sure that's not too far away. You know what I mean?
Not a bad call.
Well, you're against a monophase army outside of being punched by Twin Lance in combat. So getting back up on death against a monophase army.
But yeah, the whole point is to show off the rules today, and then they're going to commentate over the things that are happening. So I just don't understand. This could be literally anybody. They could have bags on their head for all I care. You know what I mean? It's like, it's like what, you're not going to see anything.
These players obviously are looking.
I really want an example of how my hidden mechanic is going to play out. Well, I imagine you're going to see it this game, because this is going to be a game where there's going to be lots of shooting. Whether it's going to make a difference, I can't say. But this should be the game that hidden mechanic comes into play. Unless Tack runs out and starts shooting bolt pistols at everybody, this should be the game where we have the hidden shown off. So priority assets and reconnaissance.
Gives you a bit of a matrix to slide those 2 things together to figure out which is going to be the one in the layout you're going to be playing in your battle.
So a lot of the time here, even this early, we're already starting to talk about colors. Each one of these has a different color associated with it. So sometimes instead of thinking about reconnaissance or priority,
so they're playing Vanguard Operation. Is that how this works?
And then your opponent will automatically flick to their set of cards. You'll mix and match, and you'll find the mission that you are ready for. In this case, we are playing into symbols here. So we're playing.
Because there's another one there.
Matched up against Search and Scour. And we're about to see those 2 missions pop up on screen now as we hit the transition over to know exactly the terms and conditions of this game.
Get that mission up there so we can see it.
Yeah, exactly right. And of course, we've got the minimap on the top right for your viewing pleasure, and we can see the players starting to get the deployment undergoing on our shot-in-shot action over there. There's the mission, boys. Take it away.
Yeah, so Vanguard operation, if I take that one first.
So
pleasure, and we can see the play
there, so we can see
so
it.
prior to, so you choose what disposition you're playing from the ones you have available, and then that decides what primary you're playing. Okay. So we have Vanguard operation, which is being played by Nick, I want to say. The Tau. So any battle round of your turn, perform a Vanguard operation, C reverse. Great, we've only got one side of it. We'll see if they turn it over. And then one or more enemies were destroyed. So it's perform an action and kill stuff. And then second battle round onwards, you control one or more objectives, and then you control your opponent's home objective at the end of the battle for 10 VP. So it's got end of game scoring, which I think is quite fun. That's nice. I like that. And then search and scour. You control one or more essential objectives. So you can score turn 1 by the looks of it, maybe. Any battle round. And then it says second battle round onwards. And then one or more you started the turn within the terrain area are destroyed. So you're killing stuff in terrain. And then you can control 4. Are you going to get one of the central objectives, and then for each objective you control, you're going to score 7 points for an objective?
Vanguard operation, if I take that one first, this is the primary mission.
Oh. I paused it and now it's just like crashed. Great.
So this is an action that starts in your shooting phase. When one friendly unit within one area terrain that is within your opponent's territory, then you do this once per turn. At the end of the turn, if no enemy units are within that terrain area, you can form that Vanguard operation and get those 4 victory points. So it is very difficult.
Okay,
to do,
so it's just sabotage.
Is a very good going rate.
What the fuck was that, Nick?
Rocking off right now doing rock paper.
Did you see that? What the fuck was that, Nick?
The layers of these missions.
Some of them are
into your turn, some of them are during the turn. You know, command phase. Different ways to score.
Look at him trying to have fun, but I can't hear anything.
Any battle round, when you control one or more central objectives, 3 VP.
So can you score turn 1?
Enemy units.
Is that what we're saying?
Turn when a terrain area or within a terrain area or are destroyed, 2 VP. Second battle round onwards, again part of the layers here. You gotta look at every part of it here. When into your command phase. For each objective you control, excluding your home objective, 4 VP, and then into battle, no enemy units are wholly within your territory. Which is
that one seems really easy.
I love the cross purpose of the 2 end of battles ones. Someone will get their end of scoring.
Maybe
so one is 10 if you're in your opponent's home objective, and if
search and scour is good. I like how anyone's just like, maybe they'll both get end of battle, forgetting that you can't do it.
But of course, the Vanguard operation is going to be pressuring into the town in this example and doing an.
Did they show us triangle terrain layouts and then used 0 for the first 2 games? What do you mean? Did they show us triangle terrain layouts and use 0? This is corner deployments. Look, they've got the heaviest filter known to man. They've got the heaviest filter. There's no one in this room. There's no one in this room, and they've got the heaviest filter known to man on these microphones. We had
the 8-round slobber knocker Dallas Open that was taken down by a player you will be seeing in our next game after this one. But looks like we are ready to go. Let's
why have they got the heaviest filter known to man?
Here we go. Who do you think wants to go first here, gentlemen? I think the Death Guard want to go first. Getting up the table early, getting one of those buttons pushed.
The new footprints, half of them are trapezoid triangle footprints, they just haven't used them, just big and square. Yeah, so the middle one is like 2... Maybe I can get annotation pen.
It looks too, Nick. It looks like Tau won that role and will be.
The middle one is triangles.
Down in dominate style by Nick.
It's like 2 triangles together.
Looks like he's letting Taka draw his fate in which secondaries he will need to do in his turn 1.
Taunting his opponent there.
Taunting
him.
Can I get maybe I can get an annotator on here. Let me have a look.
Action movie music going on when you do that to your opponent.
So just having a look at the board and the kind of situation of the armies before deployment. This is a deployment zone. You can see the kind of deployment zones there in the top right-hand corner. The Tau have kind of split their army in half. You've got a big chunk of fast-moving stuff with the Devilfish ready to push forward, and you've got the bulk of the army right at the top of the battlefield there. The Death Guard forces are sort of
four-sided triangle. Yeah, it's actually a triangle.
Yeah. They are relatively confident of their own durability when isolated. The Tau will need to kind of stick together and combine their firepower to take out enemy units.
There's a couple of interesting things denoted in the mission here. It talks a lot about enemy territory.
There goes Mikey's audio.
That was the enemy deployment.
Can you not hear me?
Case. Enemy territory is in fact just merely the enemy's half of the table, which will be, you'll be able to note that face up on the mission card. You better see it when you see your deployment for the
Can you not hear me?
That's what I mentioned. Sometimes it's harder than it sounds because it's not just
I was trying to draw.
It is not, it is a quite significant chunk of the table that you have to contend with.
Yeah, exactly right. So the easiest way for
the stream got louder. Oh, okay.
Reconnaissance mission is in this one, in the expand, what we would colloquially call the
Yeah, I made it louder so you could hear me. Like, listen to that.
To their deployment zone, they can hold the easiest. But
when there's a bang, you usually lose audio. Yes, that's true.
In order successfully to do that action. So it might not be something he's able to do now that he's going second on turn 1. That's why I think he wanted to go first. Push that button early, get 4 points.
Yeah, sometimes it's easier to get those early scores, isn't it, before the enemy is starting to take up space.
Of course, infiltrating up with the poxwalkers, getting into forward positions is pretty key as well. We've just seen the scout moves affected by the towel.
Look at that chat, I can draw on screen.
Straight into the movement phase. Secondaries, of course, we have our beautiful.
So yeah, so anyway, what I was saying was, whoever was asking, the triangle is here, like that.
So you guys can see exactly what was.
That's the triangle. I can do a different color look. Let's do pink.
There's a beautiful
not to scale.
New mission structure where
but this is where the triangles are that they showed off, and they're just 2 squares in the middle. I'm gonna make
you see the.
Am I gonna make a thing?
In this particular,
I'm gonna hazard a guess that the triangles don't actually come up too much. They're mostly just not triangles.
Imagine the shape of the dynamic of the battle.
I've just closed my software already. I'm an idiot.
Even though they are asymmetric, they're meant to be balanced within that space.
There we go. We're back. Look at that. I can draw on screen with that. I got MS Paint on screen now. Look, MS Paint.
On what secondaries were scored. I just overheard Nick saying he's got secure no man's land.
Look at that.
One is
I can draw on screen, bro.
Love to see it
because there are no men in no man's land.
Yeah,
I mean there are 30 zombies. Is anything?
No, indeed. So we'll get that secondary.
I know it's a lack of defilers. How could they put defilers on screen? They'd show everyone that they're really broken.
Really incentivized to get the game going.
No prisoners to secure no man's land. Really seeing new shit here. Yeah, so I think he can score a certain amount turn 1. So they're really trying to get rid of the second turn problem. Why is this? Wait, why is that box so much bigger? Why is that box? Why is this so much bigger? Oh, it's because the HTML is not set up properly, so that's just way wider. Brilliant. Love that. Love that.
Keep going. No armor save to speak of, though.
Yeah, so no prisoners and secure no man's land are quite similar to their previous incarnations. No prisoners is about killing stuff.
Yeah.
Secure no man's land is about taking objectives in the midfield, basically.
The 2-inch engagement range.
The terrain looks decent.
They're trying to position that second
I will say.
Table, having to dodge.
Can you draw on the screen the fuzzy filter? Yeah.
So 2
inches
can. Boxwalker unit, and then when you want to shoot the other one up, you actually have to stay 2 outside.
Now they're drawing on screen. This is going to get confusing. This is going to get confusing, chat.
Phases a little bit more specifically, which is why I like people putting.
This is going to get confusing.
And especially now that we have 2-inch.
This is because we have production quality on this stream. You know what I mean?
Is a great call as well.
But that's the muscle memory you're going to have to retrain yourself.
Oh, that's bad, isn't it?
Edition here.
What is it?
It is significant. You know, when we're talking about 8 is the new 9 and things like that. Yeah, when you're trying to.
The 2 inches is going to throw me off because in Age Sigma I always just move within an inch.
The 2 inches does matter.
Yeah, so you've got more space for things like deep strike.
Why is he touching on there?
For maneuvering on the battlefield once you
Show me hidden. Show me hidden. Tell me about hidden.
Early on, yeah.
I think Nick's trying to make use of plunging.
If you decide what the triangles, can you see the other one? Yeah, this will be treated as one piece of terrain.
Second floor there.
I don't even know if you can see the join. Oh, you can see the join across there. Yeah, this will be treated as one piece of terrain. They kind of already leaked that by putting an eye on the map that they've shown off already. You know, like the map packs where it's got like the things that they've already shown. They put an eye on it. That's WTC symbols to say that it's one piece of terrain. So they've kind of, because like Josh Roberts and stuff like that is writing it, you've seen a lot of like WTC crossover.
He's play aggressively.
So yeah, he's one piece of terrain. So if you touch in this side, you can see all the way through. And if everything has fucking towering, what the fuck? You just tiptoe with a riptide, you can see straight through.
And over, taking to the skies. Let's break it.
Just to make it super clear.
Break it down.
Yes, it's Crisis Commander, I think, actually, but effectively, previously, when you used to have to fly, you used to measure.
Come on, Eddie, lock in.
Up and over it, and then down again. So it actually was.
All right, except for the microphone.
Really difficult to get over anything that was higher than
the overlays over the fucking stinger. The stinger is underneath the overlay. Hilarious. Except for the Except for the mic filter, they're actually making it work. So fair play. Fair play. They've looked like they've worked it out. Game 2 was better than Game 1. I was there, chat, for Boys Club. Watch along. It's actually better. Can you believe? Can you believe in this day and age they made it actually half decent? Oh, not half decent. It's fine. They need to get rid of this glitchiness, though. It's crazy.
You can really see that these guys have played this before because Nick knows there's no turn 1 deep strike. He's left his home field quite sparse with the exception of his fireside team. Of course, deep strike and rapid ingress is now 8 inches away, especially his revive.
He's literally measured it out.
So your screen becomes a little bit more stressed. But
he's literally,
Nick has played this a couple of times now.
Like Adam's like, oh, he's left it really sparse.
A den of absolute. Yeah, exactly right.
He's left it really sparse, but it's like, bro, like he's just covered the deep strike. You just watched him measure it. What's the 1920s film grain? What film grain? That's just GW, bro. Mikey, you should move your pick over the map and put chat in the fill a bit above the dice. I mean, that's basically where I am. You want me to like redo it all? Should I just move it up there? Is that better? There we go.
So we have, of course, the
I don't like moving my overlay just for one thing, but there we go.
So that'll be these guys, and then we have the central terrain piece. I'll put the seat on.
I really don't like how esports this is trying to be. Give me 2 to 3 people around a table having a laugh. It's quite funny that Games Workshop trying to go all esports with it when esports has been proven to fail outside of Korea. You know, like the only country esports seems to be like actually working is Korea, and Games Workshop's like, I can do that. I can do that so much better. I think this is all just like talking. They're trying to show stuff, but they're also trying to like theorize of what they're going to do in the game. When you could just have Nick and Tat talking, and then when they go like, okay, now I'm going to use this, and then the commentator jump in and explain it.
Things like that. So they do play into the actual fabric of the game as well.
Now, just so one of the new abilities, one of the new stratagems has been expanded here from the 1 detachment point new acquisition detachment, which allows stealth suits or pathfinders to move onto an objective and then colloquially sticky that objective. So that has been happened here. The stealth suits moved onto the objective.
It's so weird seeing no objectives.
And said the tower,
you know, not even like a marker to say it's an objective.
They can lock it in.
It's gonna be. It's going to be like similar every map. Like it's going to be like the 3 across the middle, the 3 biggest pieces across the middle. Unless that's the means objective, that's so tiny.
Yeah, correct.
Bro, that's so... Actually, I think that's it. That's so tiny. You know? As someone who doesn't play, right, I will lock in and I go, what, the fucking... This thing? And then this thing is the objective marker?
Delfish is going to observe the rhino.
Where's the one on here? I can't see it.
Sorry, not Delfish.
Can you circle the objectives?
Pointed at the piranha.
Yeah, like that's it. That's it there. There you go. That's the objective markers.
So that's why the piranhas have shot up here to give you access to the marker light system for the observers.
I don't know where this one is. I think it's there. That little tiny skull there. Is there any on the back?
They seem so good to me.
No, I don't think so.
Seeker missiles are going into the piranha from the second piranha.
Bro, I've just drawn my objectives. How could you do this to me?
They're just buddied up in this. It's a buddy comedy right now of piranhas.
And the piranhas are also.
How could you do this? I've just drawn my objective marker layout.
Especially with what TAC has left off the table.
Isn't it the whole piece of terrain?
Pretty much just Land Raiders and Plague Marines, both of which, or all of which.
Yeah, it's the whole piece of terrain. I believe Nick the joke was they've got little tiny skull markers to say that this is the objective terrain.
He absolutely does have to protect that Land Raider.
Is your GPU frame? What's going on with your screen? This is the GW stream. What do you mean?
1 wound on a Poxwalker, nothing going with the Seeker missiles so far, and I believe one of the Poxwalkers is rolling his feel no pain right now. He won.
I don't pay for you to joke with this stream, man. You haven't even super chatted once today, Jace. What the fuck?
Now everything from that was the observing piranha. Everything now. Is
what the fuck, bro? What's the volume like, by the way, chat? If I got it like this, what's it like? Is it? Can you hear me over them, but also hear them when I'm not talking?
Nothing going on any of the Seekers.
Looks like a GPU artifact in. I can't believe Games Workshop can't even afford a GPU. I can't believe Games Workshop can't even afford a GPU. What the fuck?
Got shots off against the Rhino is like a nice bonus, but
volumes of 5. Thanks, Berg.
So he can't roll a wound on a Seeker missile, but he can 666 on the burst cannon. Not a problem at all.
There we go. There are the
Why is this camera moving?
There, and that
What the fuck?
Poxwalkers list 2 more.
Sound is ideal. Sick. Cheers, gamers. Appreciate it.
4 wounds now.
And I've got a big fan on, and I've got better volume.
They don't have any save.
Yeah.
They can't even get a save going into cover anymore because.
I love his role.
Oh shit! Poxwalkers can't even get a save because they have what's point in having this. Have they still got a 7+ save now? They can't even get an armor save.
Well, we will see. Right now, we're still functioning with the existing codexes. So there was some asks in there. Has marker lights changed? Not yet. We'll have to wait and see.
So in the new edition of Warhammer 40,000,
anyway,
codexes from the last edition do continue to work as they do currently.
So for actual clarity, the objectives here
will work as they do today. The differences are the core rules of the game are changing.
Never mind.
The missions are changing.
Never mind, I'll go fuck myself, shall I?
Of new detachments. So there is a lot of things.
Go to ground is. Go to ground does. Ah, gives you an invon. Go to ground gives you an invon. If it's still there. If go to ground's still there.
At such a point that your army is updated in this edition.
So rail rifles from the Pathfinder shooting.
God, I'm so glad I can hear Nick and Tack having such a great time. Can't you? What's going on? Why do you keep changing the camera? Sit still. Fuck me, dude.
Plunging fire and
oh my god, 3D printed models on Games Workshop stream? Chat? 3D printed base adapters? What the fuck?
Well, he wants to guarantee a finishing option.
It's the Warhammer logo wipe that kills me. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Just don't have a stinger unless you're going from you need a stinger when going from game to commentators. You don't have a stinger between cameras. Ridiculous.
The first floor of a building. If you have a towering model, so most
go to ground could give -1 to hit. I mean, it does, right? Go to ground does give -1 to hit because it gives the benefit of cover and a 6+ invuln, so it is technically a 6+ invuln and -1 to hit. But Poxwalkers can't get a 6+ armor save anymore.
Yeah, lost 2 Poxwalkers there from that fire, and he's just stated if he kills
right.
enough of them, he won't be able to see with
right,
the
ready?
Fish.
No! 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 I'm trying to draw!
Now the devilfish cannot.
Fuck!
So this Poxwalkers most likely live.
God damn it! Stop changing the camera! Ah! I just want to draw on screen, bro. I just want to draw on screen. Please, please.
It's only really because the Poxwalkers have pushed so far forward on the
right, chat the objectives. Here, 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 and here. They're the 5 objectives. Please, for the love of fuck! God damn it!
This is smart missile systems from the Hammerhead shooting
fucking hell
into the Poxwalkers.
It's like watching TikTok. Oh my god! It's like watching TikTok. It's like. Right, it's been 0.4 seconds. Change the camera. Right, okay. Anyway, listen. Right, okay, cool. Anyway, listen. Have you seen this? Listen. Okay, cool. Right, okay, sure. And then guess what happens? He's gonna roll a dice.
This is what you want to see if you're a Death Guard player. Though,
just pause it. No, it's much more funnier. It's much funnier this way. Australian ADHD. Is it Adam? Do you think it's Adam? I think it's Adam. Fucking
happy days.
There's a couple of change the camera.
Going for as well. Awesome. Charging. Good times.
Should we tell Nick he's playing?
Oh my god!
No, don't
stop fucking showing me that stinger! God damn it! Chat, have you been concentrating? We've got 4 people talking, and the camera changes every 3 seconds.
I think he's wisely decided that trying to.
The camera changes. Like the camera is on screen for less time than the stinger is.
Hounds are. They're perfectly fine at screening and taking up space. They are not an all-conquering combat unit.
No.
Should put an advisory for seizures. Yeah, literally. What the fuck is happening, bro?
Don't want to fight anything armored.
Anyway, look, 3D printed base adapter. 3D printed base adapter live on GW screen. Oh, look, they've changed the camera again. How convenient.
Everything else is
how convenient.
Maybe Nurglings, but that'll take them.
God damn it.
They will. A lot of wounds. But looking at that,
hilariously, they were just discussing whether those Poxwalkers could heroically intervene, and they absolutely could if they wanted to. That's his back squad.
Are they using play on tabletop dice? Oh my god, they're using play on tabletop dice on screen. That's crazy.
Right. Previously, you wouldn't. You would just be on rails once you selected your target, and every just got charged.
We're also seeing a piranha charge.
Let's find out what's actually happening.
Well.
Why not?
Get that extra movement.
He's already out in front of the opponent. Might as well take the extra movement that you can.
We're saying before the piranha very much.
He rolled a 10 and made the land raider. Yeah. Oh my god, the charge phase in action, people.
What the fuck?
That is hilarious. He needs to tank shot just a little.
Stay still.
That's the only way he's getting.
Fucking hell. Make up your mind, bro.
Remind him what army he's playing here. This is a Tau army there. We've seen.
Why is Tau play charging? It is quite funny.
First turn charge.
This might be the big FU. You know what I mean? You want to see the hidden mechanic? Fuck you! I'm charging. That's quite funny.
Embodying 110% of his world eater energy.
That's quite funny.
He's gonna fight with the piranha. Imagine if he does a wound.
I think we're combat.
The frequency of damage is so much worse. Yeah, it is bad.
It's impossible.
Wait, what's this? Is that's them? This red line is them, not me, by the way. Just want to clarify. Look, I got my little rubber. Look,
I think you're right.
nothing happens. Trying to rub it out. Trying to rub it out. Nothing's happening.
So the real reason Nick's doing all these charges is to shut down the action economy of Tuck's army, which needs to be doing actions.
You call him Tuck?
And of course, the only things he could do those with on
isn't that racist?
Ones in front of him. So despite this looking like Nick is just having some fun with a narrative game.
I think that scene changer only works on the main scene, so they always have to go back to the main scene before they go to a different. This is really crazy.
Shut down quite a bit here, so this is not quite a scramble, but it's like, well, if I'm not going to get
just wanked off the line, I'm trying to erase it, bro. I'm trying to get rid.
Splat charges.
Look, I'll just remind you, not. Oh, excuse me. 1 second.
You're correct.
Not
5's to wound here. Of course,
me.
Strength 4 on the Poxwalkers. 3 wounds.
There we go. Cool. That's not me. Chat, that ain't me. I'm ready to add.
Here we are.
Poxwalkers trying to see if they are.
Down.
Did they really bring in Playon to do a demo game and then give a meth adult chimpanzee control the stream?
It's really
yes. Yes, they did.
Anyway, seems like a gentleman who likes a full send. But this is
they got the keystone correction right at the top down. No, they haven't. No.
Tied up in combat. So even if
your theory was wrong. Sorry, bro. Sorry, buddy.
Action from the primary things like.
I was really begging to learn the hidden mechanic from another tile play, but fuck me. Yeah, what's the hidden mechanic? Don't know. Don't know, bro.
Piranha versus Land Raider, 2 heavyweights.
So what they've done is they've got an OBS settings. Let me have a look. See if it'll open.
No.
Where's?
I would give you a CP if I could.
Where's Stinger settings?
I'm afraid we're not going to break the game.
Scene transitions.
Oh, come on.
No free command points.
Although in a story during game, you can create scenarios however you'd like.
So clearly.
So they've basically added a stinger on every scene transition as like an overall thing, and then not limited it between like the game and the commentators. They've just put it on every scene.
Slow it down. That's a
top down is right, yeah. I don't know what this is. What's this?
The limitations
what's this? What are these lines? And why can I see the top corner but not this corner?
Cut down the effectiveness.
6 up saves.
It's because no one cares. No one cares. This is it. This is all you get. What else do you need? Honestly, you know what I mean? Like, what else do you need from them?
Poxwalkers are now going to regenerate because they killed models in combat, which usually doesn't happen.
Well, he's got 3 of the hounds have gone down. Poxwalkers are not combat monsters, but hounds don't have very good save. They only.
They're a small company. It's ridiculous.
If anything comes their way, they are usually used.
They just need someone to come in and just touch everything up. You know what I mean? Like, it's so good. It's so close to being amazing. They just need someone who actually knows how to use this software, because they don't. They don't.
If you can imagine that.
What they've got.
In your own way.
What they've got is I'm gonna get rid of this now. What they've got, you know, it's not me, is like the stuff. They've got like the stuff to do it, and they bought all the stuff and were shown how to do it by someone who knows what to do, and then they got rid of the person who knows what to do. So they're all going off like Chinese whispers, of like how to use everything. It's like, oh, the guy who worked here before or used to do this told me this is how you do it, and then they just don't touch anything else. He just needs someone who actually knows what they're doing to come in and just touch a little bit. Like, look at the fucking dice tray. Why is there black boxes around it?
I think that's it.
You know what I mean? Like, you've got an A4 dice box, make the overlay A4. It's not even properly lined up. You know, it's not even excuse my videos. It's not even properly lined up.
what Nick's done is shut down the Death Guard force. Lots of
They got sold a product by a consultant, then they came and trained left G took G to his cash. So they had a team doing it that was external, and then they got rid of them and bought all the same gear and actually kept hold of the gear for like a year, as far as I'm aware. Didn't give the gear back for a year, and then they just bought all the same stuff, and they don't know how to use it. That's what's annoying. Why are we zooming in so far on the Land Raider?
Winning on 3s.
Yeah, just grind it down.
Only 4-up save on the Piranha.
It's probably A4 versus letter standard. Shut up, look at it. There's a black line. There's a black line at the bottom.
I think it's been relatively shut down. He's going to get the points on secure no man's.
There's a black line on the dice tray. What's going on? I do this on my stream. Everyone shouts at me.
Almost dead even.
Yeah. One clean-looking Land Raider called out in chat. The cleanest
so far.
I mean,
relatively
even when the
clean.
Death Guard Land Raider starts out clean.
If they had YouTubers there to help them, literally.
I mean, it is its first battle.
One day I'll show the email I sent them.
Fresh.
Already looking a little bit rusty.
One day I'll show the email I sent them. I'm going to quickly refresh it, because when I zoom, it like bugs full screen out.
Nick stating, I tried really hard to kill a unit for no prisoners. Unfortunately, wasn't the case.
I know that guy. It was Ronan. Used to work for SFG, went to GW, laid off by GW. Probably. There's a red line on the dice tray.
To unpack here is that the engagement range, being 2 inches now, makes falling back out of combat
That?
a little bit more
I think that's just the
difficult
dice
to
tray.
surround a unit. Now, crude hands move fast enough. I don't think it's going to be an issue. But there are some units out there that move a little bit less. Yeah, Terminators.
Why do people parasocially keep tagging me and stuff? What's going on?
Now, some of those slower units are going to be a little bit easier to trap in combat with those that 2-inch engagement range, which we would know from 8th edition that we would colloquially call that tri-pointing a unit.
Do we know if the existing codex attachments will all unlock at the start of 11th? I don't think we know that for sure.
Engagement range of all enemies, you can't fall back. So if you imagine that there's enemies around you and your movement's only 4,
we don't know that.
Confirm. Effectively of engagement range.
We may see some interesting interactions play out with maybe.
That was turn 1, everyone.
From transports too. Like there are ways to make.
That was Nick's turn 1.
Attempt to target and secure no man's land, coming back the other way. Interesting, they both got secure no man's land, which is already going to force some engagements and some actions. Attempting.
So anyway, that hidden mechanic, everyone, it's really strong. Thank God.
In the bottom right expansion.
Thank God.
For the first battle round for Nick, he did get 3 points there.
3 points on primary.
That was awful. Yeah.
A lot of the time on turn 1,
Like half the Death Guard are in combat.
You do score them,
and everyone else in reserve, I think.
Will kick off for the missions going into second.
I think the terrain looks decent. Jokes aside, I think the maps look a bit rubbish, but I think the terrain itself looks decent. It looks very open though. It looks, especially if they're adding in tow in.
Would make me think I don't want to expose too much this turn.
I think the idea that everything has towering, so everything can tow in and shoot through, makes this board absolutely shite, to be honest. I think it looks nice. If you had to get wholly in, I think it'd be really different. The fact that you can tow in, like this Land Raider could tow there and then see all of this, you know what I mean? All that is a little crazy.
All these firing pieces.
A little crazy. Whereas before, it'd have to be like over here to be able to see over here, or wholly on this piece, which it can't be. So I think the towing is, in my opinion, a terrible, terrible idea. I think it was too confusing for casual players, but I think it worked really well. Like a vehicle like here can't see that way because it's not wholly on. The fact that now it's touching here can actually see, because like it can't see here, but this piranha can see like all of this. All of this, you know, that's the firing arc. Those vehicles have to be in the terrain. Not according to the stream. They've said that everything can tow in and see through. Everything has essentially towering when it comes to line of sight with terrain footprints.
Would require you to not get in melter range with the multi-melter, which makes it a little bit more risky, but it would keep it safer from
infantry and beasts. I can kind of understand. Vehicles is the big one. But yeah, like you can just touch here and then see everything.
Waiting for someone to
yeah, they just have to tow in. Like the piranha's hanging over, you know what I mean? So because it's hanging over here, you can see all the way there. You know, you can't see through this one, but you can see all the way there. They're talking about now. Game changer broken.
Terrain features. You'd have to get his hull entirely into this one in the previous edition in order to just open up the angles. Now it can just touch this piece and go straight down what we would colloquially call the long lane of the
I think
table.
you'll see a lot of tanks sort of hanging out.
No one calls it the long lane. That's ridiculous.
2 pieces of terrain,
Yeah.
If they didn't do that, then vehicles might have actually been useless. Though. No, I don't agree, Bob. I don't agree because that's how it's been played for the like the whole 10th edition, and it's worked really well. They made it so knights would see overall, and it was just broken, so they nerfed that, and then it's been fine. I think line of sight is probably the one thing that they've got right this edition.
I've played Triple Rogue of Dawn quite a bit this edition. I've played people who are playing Triple Land.
But like being able to touch here to see through that feels crazy. It should be wholly on here to see through, because now this board is extremely open and every fucker's going to use it. If every tournament's going to use this type of board, and then you can just see through everything by touching it, it's going to feel absolutely shit. No combat armies whatsoever. Hidden? Don't care. I can see everything by touching terrain. Hidden this dick, you know what I mean?
And a lot of the time you need to do an action or two, and then when you pull your...
If it makes you feel any better, WTC and/or you can do your play just been off the rules and they don't like anyway. I mean, true.
For the terms and conditions you find yourself in.
Spend all your time trying to position that one tank.
You know what I mean? Like just touching here.
It could be a way for that.
Touching here, being able to see all of this feels crazy. That's crazy. You touch the middle, so like the Riptide can touch here. It can see. It can see here.
Yeah. The TP.
It can see there. It can see all. It can see along there anyway. But it can see all the way down. It can basically touch there, and it can see all the way down here. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Into the bigger vehicles.
Bonuses against vehicles as well, don't they?
Maybe able to dig
like that is to touch a base here. Let's say the Riptide moves here.
I've played this game before. Attack knows enough that shooting into combat with the
being able to see all of that
enough for the removal of one of Nick's apparently apparently Nick's piranhas.
And then is it line of sight back going to be to this part of the base?
I thought it was a devilfish previously, so maybe
he did. Yeah. Attack has been punished enough by the piranhas. He's not taking any chances. He's going to put 10 plague marines into the effort.
I think 10 plague marines would probably do it. I would imagine.
Admittedly, I don't have a great grasp of the rules for 11th yet. It's too bad Gina doesn't have a stream to go over these rules. Fuck.
They're loaded really with a variety of different great weapons that all create problems for the Tau.
Yeah, one of the great things about the Death Guard army is how good your basic battle line units are.
Yeah.
Like you've got the Terminators are fine, you've got some like vehicles and stuff they're fine, but your basic dudes with a couple of either a leader or a support unit in them become really good.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see more of that because we're able to kind of combine those together.
I'm hoping it becomes a hallmark of the edition. We saw in the previous game Paul Murphy himself taking 10 intercessors with the promise that we would make us.
Don't make him relive it.
No, and Paul was like, "I will make you respect this choice, Adam." And then he he put the full volley into a unit of mega knobs of all things.
Did you watch the first stream earlier where half their Blood Angels were Ultra Breeds and they didn't use any Blood Angel rules or units? Hilarious. Did they use a Space Marine detachment? Yeah, these Ceramite Sentinels, didn't they?
In this case, had a 3-up.
They truly went, here's an Ultra Marines match.
These Plague Marines can really do it all, and I want to see more of this kind of a unit. I mean, we've got 2 units of breaches for the battle line on the side of Nick. I'm really excited to see if battle line can come back into the game wholesale, because it has been a case of some people's battle lines are absolute superstars, and some, they're all right.
Yeah. I do think that both of these armies have got excellent battle line kind of already. Like
I do love that like Nick was just like, you know what, fuck this stream game.
Most Tau forces.
You know,
and then
they just went, fuck this stream game, I'm charging you with a Piranha, and Tat was like, I'm going to deploy a Land Raider on the front line with no screen. Because why would you to get Tau?
Also modular for different threads.
They really don't want to show us over. I'm learning nothing. I'm honestly learning nothing.
This type of shooting or this type of means,
you know? Like, I've learned more from reading this, you know what I mean? From reading this from Reddit. I've learned nothing.
And I'm saying extra because you were joining 2 characters of your choice.
Shout out to the people writing this.
6 different characters you can attach, and you can really
Big JC, shout out to you.
Looks like we're already going into the shooting phase for TAC, and he's going to be shooting using big guns never tire to shoot into the Piranha that's a vehicle. So he didn't fall back the Land Raider.
No, he's shooting this first. He literally pointed at it.
I think that's the right play.
I think it's right.
If he's quite happy
Adam, he just...
Tank pocket, I love it.
Fucking
I love it, Eddie.
keep the camera still for half a second! He literally pointed at it, and then I was like, he's shooting the Land Raider. And it's like, no, he's shooting the Blight Hall. He literally pointed at it.
And we've got the Blight Hauler there, which is going to try and melt.
Raphidic Blight Hauler has connected and wounded with one of the multi-melter shots. Needs a 5 to kill here. He got 1 hit, 1 wound. No save there for AP4. D6 plus 2. Took 5 damage on the Piranha. 2 remaining. Got his missiles to go.
Perhaps they should have sent more boxes to more influencers to get rules clarifications. You know, that really would have been pretty good. You know,
Contagion he has chosen to start the battle.
That would have been pretty good. I think. Imagine having someone who could like actually read the rules, so they knew what was going on. That'd be good.
We're gonna find out if it's gonna explode.
No,
it's not going to explode.
Of course, if you are just joining us, this is Nick and Tack from Play on Tabletop. Go and check.
Is it? It could be anyone.
Coverage, YouTube battle reports, all that lovely stuff.
It could be anyone, Adam. I've only seen the back of their heads.
We've had some Poxwalkers 4. We've had some.
The fact we can't hear the players, it's making it even worse. We can't really make up most of what they're doing. No, we're just guessing.
One job done.
Probably fully aware that was likely to happen.
Yeah, and I love this choice by Tack. He's like,
can the terrain objectives be tree opening, or everything going to be same ruins? I think.
Yeah, so he's like, I'll let you shoot me with the Riptide, but not.
I think the idea was.
Forwards there.
I think the idea was to allow you to have anything, but I think more often than not you'll see exactly the same or very similar. You know, if they sent you a box, your video title would be "I broke 11th edition rules before it was released." Look, if they did a good job, I wouldn't be able to make that video. It's not my fucking fault, is it? It's not my fault. It's free money to be made. Free money to be made for a good video. 30,000 views in a day. Look, it's not my fault. If the rules aren't shit, I can't make the video. Whose problem is that? Mine? Is that a me problem?
To get out of the generator to say, look, you got yourself in this mess. Get yourself out of it. We're just gonna watch from this side.
I heard weeks ago about the towing change. I was hoping it wasn't true. Yeah, the towing change is crazy, dude. The towing change is probably the biggest change in 11th, and I think it's gonna make the game absolutely awful. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a balanced data slate 3 months in saying, actually, no. No, remember this 10th edition rule you used to have? Yep, you got that again.
Done their job. The Piranhas didn't.
Why do a good job? It's easy to not send you a box. True. You know what? True. Got me there. Got me there, bro.
Predicaments they were going to be in.
You know, I'd imagine they'd fuck. No, you know what? No. I'm gonna keep. You know what? I'm gonna just watch the stream and commentate on that. You know, I'm gonna keep a mouth shut.
Fantastic community members.
Is it just like 8th and 9th? Yeah, when the game was less lethal. Yeah, it's exactly like that.
This combat.
TLDR towing change. Every model, every unit in the game has towering in terms of line of sight terrain issue or terrain interaction. Everything is towering.
So scoring there, only 2 points on primary.
Like an Imperial Knight can touch terrain and then see through. What about every model in the game?
Contained in the deployment zone. But this is when Nick is going to really have to worry about the rapid.
There you go. There's your too long didn't read. If you need more, feel free to ask.
Reminded the players that they have a combat to do, so they will.
they found it. They probably
like I've said.
When they started the next turn.
Like I've kind of mentioned, Riptide, touch in here. This is going to move there, okay? And then it has line of sight.
So, because it diverts now, ongoing combats that divert not to the inactive player, but to the active player. So Tak actually gets to fight first here into these 2 hounds and possibly kill more and get more Poxwalkers
They
back.
probably kill them.
They almost certainly do.
Certainly within their power to do it.
So the fight
it's coming, I promise. And my explanation is coming.
Used to. You go through all the fight first steps, and then the player.
Oh, we did get them. There we go. Lifted,
and do we get another couple of Poxwalkers?
Wait for it.
Is the question.
Oh, that's happening.
It's coming. It's going to be good.
Of course, there's no point tapping a Riptide in combat.
Right, the Riptide can stand here, and then you can see
to take out where the Riptide wants to
all of this.
Create a cordon to protect yourself from
all the way down there. It can definitely see this bit.
But it means you get a little bit.
Let me do this properly. It's going to be able to see all of this, all of that, all of this, all the way down there. It's definitely going to be able to see here, but it's going to be cut off there. It's going to see all the way down here. Definitely probably a little bit here just because of the angle. And then it's going to be able to see all the way down there. And then it's going to be able to see all of this.
Secondary cards being pulled just now.
So and then when their fingers,
target, but because of the new changes to the game, he is able to hold them. for later opportunities, and I think he will get those opportunities later. Outflank and beacon score pulled here. We might get outflank up on screen for you guys to have a look at. Beacon is what you would collectively know as established locus, guys, for those at home. Very little change there, but Paul, tell us about outflank.
Yeah, outflank here is when at the end of your turn, one or more friendly units, excluding aircraft and battle shock units, are within 6 inches of one or more battlefield edges and not within your territory, 3 VP, or 2 or more friendly units, excluding aircraft, are within 6 inches of the opposite battlefield edges, and that could be opposite of either one.
It could be yours, two shorts, 2 longs. So it could be the 2 on the flanks.
Edges in one or more of those units.
This explanation is going to be so good. I'm just going to pause it as soon as I've got like a screenshot where I can actually show you what I mean.
Spread out, and you can go for the smaller one for 3 victory points. Just by being
cool. Right, I'm actually just pausing so you can see. So the riptide, if it's stood here, this is the riptide. Okay, it can see all of that, all of this pink area. It can see, you know, and like people are saying, right? They're saying that there is terrain. Let me do this in a different color. There is buildings here, you know. There is buildings here, right, that it's not going to be able to see through. However, as we know, these buildings aren't mega tall. Okay, first of all, they aren't mega tall. They don't block line of sight infinitely. They are true line of sight when you are towing terrain. So the riptide's going to tow on here, and it's going to be able to see over this building over here. You know, even if it can't see over, right? Even if it can't see, let's try and get a side view of the middle or one of these buildings. They have windows. They're not huge, but they have windows. Can you see just there? Can you see they have windows? They don't have windows in the bottom. But do you think this corner ruin blocks line of sight to a riptide, which when it's stood there, it's going to be like here? No, he's going to be able to see straight over it. So yeah, you're right. They'd not be able to see through the physical building, but only the bits they physically can't see through, which is the bottom level. But because the buildings aren't taking up much of the footprint, they're going to be able to see through these windows or to see straight over it because they're barely 5 inches. I can tell you here, my local tier, all windows are closed, walls are infinitely high. The bottom level is definitely going to be closed because they all are on this anyway.
It's got up to 15.
But like I said, like, the riptide is quite tall. Do we have a shot of the riptide with that in context so you can see? There definitely was one. Like if I just clear my... Let me just clear my screen off. Like, the riptide is as tall as this building. So you can just see over the gap. Touches here, like we said. You can just see straight over. So the toe-in change, I think it's going to be absolutely brutal.
In close combats.
Devilfish is advancing. He's hoping to get close enough that he can...
Rips over 6 inches tall. Exactly. For people who don't know, but like...
able to shoot into those plague marines very effectively.
No, it's just like the engine's hanging over. Done.
For those plague marines, TAC does have a couple of really good strategies.
Wowza.
One of which is because he's got 2 adjoined characters to get +2 toughness to that unit, which will take them to toughness 8, if I'm not mistaken, which would mean those breaches are going to wound on 5s.
Breaches are an excellent little combination with the Devilfish.
They're touching the terrain, so they're touching the objective terrain, so they're going to be absolutely fuck them.
Advanced, which makes it very, very good.
Flexible.
You see a lot of them in Montcar armies where you kind of get very early.
Is it just me or the Death God absolutely fucked?
But this is.
I know he's got Terminators in reserve, to be fair, but
really solid.
I'm not sure Nick knows that though.
But yeah, I think the problem is going to be is the terrain footprints are fine. The terrain on the footprint is small. It's way too small.
Because they're only going to get better as the game goes. And so effectively, from next turn onwards for Nick,
will this be the Dakar edition of these layouts? Yeah, 100%. 100p. This is a shit. The melee armies can't stage.
Secondaries cannot,
you know,
per turn max. It's as many as you can actually, up to
like
just dropping in.
Vespid onto the table, camping target.
Fight first.
Where do you stage here? You know, let's say you're a World Eater army. Where do you stage? You can't hide in any of these buildings. I just measured my riptide that is built as in the box. It is exactly 6 inches, so it can see over this terrain. You know, there is barely anywhere that this, because the thing is with it is even if you go, well, the building's 5 inches high, you can only see over the top bit. It's like at an angle. You know what I mean? you've got your like your Riptide. Yeah, oh, PJ Fisher, thanks for the membership, dude.
Rejoined, at PeachFisher82 celebrates 17 months of membership. Hey Mikey, you doing good?
I'm good. I'm just like criticizing, basically. And you go, oh, the building's this tall. But then you forget, like, no matter what angle of building it is, this is the side. But then this side is like... You know what I mean? It's like that. So now you can't see here, but then you go, well, his gun's here. This is his gun. And I can see. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? I ain't a fan, bruv. Bruv, I ain't a fan. I'm only critiquing because I'm concerned.
Plunging fire on the ion rifles. Really cool setup there by Nick.
Oh, like, look, you can see it's going to be able to see right over.
About 10th edition is that plunging fire didn't come up as I wanted it, as much as I wanted it to specifically. I wanted the verticality of the game to come back in, and they've definitely given us that.
It is back. About to take to the skies here on this.
Yeah, that and the hammerhead are both doing it, I believe. But look, you watch this. This devilfish it pretty much would have been its entire move, maybe even with an advance to hop from one side of this terrain feature to the other. Or
Magnus could tip his wing over the top. He just touches his base, you can see everything. The buildings aren't tall enough.
Moving out some stealth suits from the back.
I think the terrain looks nice.
That objective in the back.
Not that you can fucking see it for more than half a second. The terrain looks nice, it's just not tall enough at all.
Just say, I'm going to take to the skies, cut this movement, and go, as well as the pivoting and things like that. I think there's going to be
the downside, though, is everyone can shoot the Riptide too.
Ways that the
well, it depends how they do line of sight, you know? It depends how because you can tow in and see through. Are you only going to be able to see where they're towed in? Because that's how it would work right now. Just for clarity, right? Just for clarity, if we have a terrain piece like this, right? You know, and then we have our Riptide that tows in, you know, like that. Okay, is like the Riptide can then see straight through, you know, because it's towed in, it can also see through. But as an opponent, let's say the opponent is here, I can't see all the way through. I can only see to here. I'll do it just off center. I can only see up to here. So when the Riptide's towed in, you know, when the Riptide's towed in, can I see this part of the Riptide because that's not in the terrain piece, or is it because it's towing I can see all of it? You know, like essentially my line of sight is like all of this building. And then it goes also the Riptide base like this, you know what I mean? Or wherever the Riptide is. Is that my line of sight? Or is my line of sight here? That's the like the answer, really. That's what we really need to know. If it's reverse, where it's like, oh, you actually see all inside the building and any base that's touching it, which makes sense, then that's decent. That's good. I'll give that 3 ticks. Other buildings flush with the edge of terrain? No, bro. No. You'd have this hidden thing, so the Riptide probably can't see half what you drew. Brother.
God, early on. I think the big
brother.
The opponent might be able to do.
The Riptide's in the middle of the board. I don't even know that we play on quite a small board these days. So if it's... God's sake, Nick. God damn it, Nick.
He's actually just declared he'd rather...
If he's sat here, 15 inches is like all of this. You know what I mean? It's like all of that. That's probably not even 15. It's probably more like this. All right, cool. The Riptide can only see most of the board. That's such a shame. It's got a 30-inch plus base wingspan of what it can see with the hidden. You know, it's like a 34. Like, because if you think about it, hidden, you can't detect whether you're 15. Well, if the Riptide's here, it can see 15 inches that way, and then 15 inches that way. I don't think hidden's going to save you like you think it will, because that is like 34 inches. It's like 34-inch threat range still, you know? The board is at 30 inches wide. No, that's not to scale, clearly. That's why I've wrote 15 inches on it. To scale. And hidden reduced by tau, also very true. Let's ignore the hidden mechanics, the hidden manipulation for now. The Riptide's here. So it's like to there. You know what I mean? It's pretty big. Pretty big. It's a lot of threat range. If you put it like here, 35 inches is like this. It's like that. That's 15. That's 15. It's probably more. I can't draw to scale because this is 60, but like 6 is actually here because the board's off the edge, right? But let's say this is 60. Let's reduce that in half. Okay, let's add a little bit more because of the base size. So that's how far a riptide can see on a normal board. Not to scale. Not to scale, but you get my point. You know? That's all I'm saying. I don't think the hidden mechanics will be as good as you think. I measure in inches as the husband or the wife, because that makes all the difference.
Hidden on this
Definitely the wife.
right now, seeing as he just wants them to take up some real estate and protect his devilfish from rapid ingress. And so they're actually coming down to stay hidden now. So we have the end of the.
This is a good saving, so it'll cut down how far they can see. I think the point still stands because if you are trying to remain hidden, it means your unit can't do anything.
Out now to see what angles can see what.
You know, you can't do any shooting or anything.
The plague spitters are great. You don't have to hit. They can spew out a bunch of stuff. They can also be shooting a bunch of.
Fucking Nick's deep struck over here. This game's over.
Plague marine unit.
This game's actually over.
Done really nice there. The plague spewers and the plague caster really went hard.
At least I got it until you get shoot with spots at full ballistic since it's not in terrain.
That swings, that doesn't it?
I have no idea how it's going to work.
So,
that's the you know, I'm not stuck in it.
Has Tat got he's got more terminators, right?
So that plague marine unit.
He's got 5 blight lords and 3 death shroud. I'm probably in reserve, and then another 10 plague marines.
So in some ways, that Piranha was.
Oh no, the death shroud already in the board. This game's over.
I believe there's.
This guy is going to touch this piece of terrain and fuck all of this.
Is that a rapid ingress as well?
Yes, he's rapid ingressing the death shroud. You can see they've made planetfall right here, guys.
Look at that. Granted, they are big, they are bulky, but just the 3 of them have a very tiny footprint, and then using that 8 inches,
you can fit it in.
Tack has found the exact line to hide from the twin lands as well. So well done to him there.
I think that they are one of those units that is a threat to almost everything, right? So
it is.
You've got
my poor Eldar are going to be torn to shreds. Yeah, I think so. You're going to be able to play around the edges. That's it.
They are
the middle's just so open, you know what I mean? Like, worldy.
Twin lands are just one of those things you do not want.
This camera changing is brutal. I was gonna watch both. I ain't watching both today. Fuck this. Actually, fuck this.
In the twin lands, Death Shroud, unreliable.
You're gonna be able to like stage here and then there. You just can't use the middle at all.
Ready to go.
That's it.
Also say with Overwatch changing to Snapfire and no rerolls, Torrent are the new aces of Overwatch, and Death Shroud do that too.
Oh, they do. They have the wrist-mounted flamer weapons.
You can stage here to go for this one, and you can maybe stage here to go for the middle, but it isn't great. Are you saying the Riptide is 15 inches from the terrain piece or the actual model? I don't understand your question, I'm afraid, Dreadwing. What I'm saying is like everyone's saying like, oh, the hidden mechanic, Mikey. Because basically I went like this. I was like, the Riptide touches here. You can see fucking everything. You know what I mean? And someone was like, well, what about the hidden mechanic? And then I was like, you can see fucking loads. Basically, all this you can see. Someone was like, what about the hidden mechanic? And I was like, well, if you think about the hidden mechanic, you can see 15 inches this way and 15 inches this way. That's quite a lot of the board. You know what I mean? That's quite a big circle. So that's what I'm trying to say. Hope that makes sense.
Got the smaller stuff like your.
I was quite excited to learn the new stuff without the players talking. It's near impossible. Yeah, we're learning nothing. They're just they're commentating over it as if we know how the rules work. Which isn't great for like trying to learn the new stuff. They're kind of going, oh, also there's this new thing every like 30 minutes.
Nick is actually rethinking his activations here. He really wants to know
if you think this is like WTC. Has a hidden rule happened? No, bro. And if it had, we wouldn't know. If this was WTC, you'd have a big ruin here, right?
If it was any other army and there was like
you'd have a big ruin here that's like 9 inches tall.
Yeah, it's a little bit more durable.
So then you can't toe in to see through it or see over it. And then a unit can like sit behind here and actually be quite safe. If you put a unit here now, it can be, even if you had a unit like 3-man tucked in there, like tucked in as much as possible, you'll be able to see it here, you'll be able to see it from like there, you know? It's just so wide. It's such a wide angle because of the terrain. They basically tried to get rid of the big L shapes, you know. That's why the terrain is like this. They're trying to get rid of the big L-shaped ruins. But like the game isn't the terrain is there. The reason we have big L shapes is because the game fucks you all the time. So you have like big L-shaped ruins, so you can actually hide and do stuff with the units, but you can't on this.
The last cannons going into that will be
the buckets and staging got in as far. Yeah, exactly. Your staging areas, if you're a combat army, is here. Oh, don't forget that bit. You can't stand on that bit. And then you stage in here. That's it. You know, as soon as you go to the middle,
shoots into the devilfish.
Off you go.
In an attempt to one-shot it, and either allowing the death shroud or the plague marines coming out of this to go after the juicy innards, that being the.
I mean, Nick did loads of charging early on, which has really held tack back. So I think we're probably going to see a tower win anyway, but I think this is just going to show like that combat can't make it. You know,
they wouldn't even the breaches wouldn't be able to.
And the shooting units used to tow in. Yeah, literally, like.
They'd be inside the transport.
Yeah,
in that bit. So.
True.
Keep changing my mouse and then they keep changing the camera. The thing is with it is if you stage here, you know, fucking just advance. There you go, sweet. Touch that, bang, and then they go, oh, I'll stage here, and you go, fucking advance, bang. You know, whereas like on an older ruin, you wouldn't be able to get all the way over. You'd have to go here, you're hiding, then you'd have to go all the way on here, which is quite far. If a unit goes onto the center but doesn't shoot, are they not hidden? Yeah, but 15 inches for hidden. You know, so if you're on the let's say the Twin Lance is your center unit that you're referring to, right? You know. This Twin Lance is your right. They haven't shot, so they're hidden. Okay. 15 inches. Maybe not that far. I can't draw to scale, but I don't know if you fucking realize how big 15 inches is from the edge of the model. I can't draw a circle. Can I draw? Does this have a circle tool? It does. Oh, I have to pay to use a circle. I'm not going to do that. Like... Ah! Something like that. Something like that. You know? Like, that's 15 inch. How far is hidden going to save you, bro? You know? If that 15 inch, which it isn't. TTS is your friend. No, it isn't. Droid to scale would be my friend, to be honest. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Right, I've had enough. Let's just fucking do it. There's Photoshop. One sec. Yo! What was that? What was that?
Member.
A member? Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Very kind of you. Kyle Quinn, welcome to the boys club, my friend. Let me get you into the giveaway before I forget. You are entered into our 11th edition giveaway, even though I've been saying it's a terrible game. No, I'm saying it's a terrible game. I'm just concerned. I'm concerned. Thank you so much, mate. Really appreciate you. Right, okay, cool. So, let's change this to inches. Right? Let's change this to inches. Okay. So, we know that this has to be image, canvas size. We need it 60 by 44, roughly. Okay, right, our picture is going to be very small now. Right, so let's just do a rough, like, measurement. This isn't, it's not going to be quite perfect, but it's going to be fairly close. This square, this frame is 60 by 44, so it's almost to scale, right? We have the Twin Lance in the middle. Let's pretend they can be hidden, okay? Let's pretend they can be hidden, okay? So, if they are hidden, they have a 15-inch hidden, like, length, okay? Let's draw a line. 15 inches that way. I'll make the line bigger. 1 sec. Make it red. Don't want to do red. Not 55. Okay. So, we have a 15-inch line off that one. And then we have a 15-inch line off this one. Okay? So now we can draw... well, we can't even draw a circle because we're looking at more than one model. Alright? But for example... Shit. You stay there. Lock in. For example, like I said, everyone's like, oh, the hidden mechanic. But, like, if this is to scale, if you've got a unit in the middle, you can shoot it from the deployment zone. You know? This is... this... Oh, stop moving! This one. You know? Like, this hidden mechanic that everyone's... Oh, well, you've got hidden. Like, bro, how can you stage in the middle when you can be seen from this far away? You know? Like, if this is to scale, which it's not, but it's a lot closer without using TTS. Fuck TTS. Hate TTS. All my homies hate TTS. You know, like, this is the hidden mechanic. You know? This is what everyone's like, oh, this is literally going to save 40k. Like, no, it's not. It's really not. Like I was saying... Like, you can't stage in the middle because look how far you can be seen. Because it's 15 inches from any part of the model. So if you spread out, that's like, look how big that is. You know? Let's draw a shit circle around here. If this unit's hidden, not to scale, pink's not to scale. Oh, wow, we get a 15-inch can't be targeted. Thank God, I have to move 2 inches to shoot you with a rhino. Hidden just means your opponent won't shoot much round 1. Literally. It doesn't save you after that. It stops you getting shot round 1. Are people grasping that hidden is tier 1 alpha strike protection and literally edge case after that? Yes. That's what I think people are missing. I think that's what people are missing. It's turn 1 protection. So this hammerhead can't go like touch here and then shoot something over here. You know what I mean? That's it. Cool. Right. Did we all like our lesson? I did. Anyway, back to the game. Lessons with Mikey. This is the boys club, everyone. This is what we do. We break down the game while it's happening.
Rage rises up inside me.
Cool. I'm so glad the camera just changed again.
They shoot, they action, they take objectives, they score secondaries, they infiltrate up the table.
Wait, Night Fighting is back. Yeah, Night Fighting is back, to be fair, but after turn 1, that's it.
They are made of paper.
That's the trick. They allow the
Apparently Hidden was put in late in dev because shooting was very powerful. It's not even a good band-aid. No, it's not good. It's awful. I think there's been a lot of band-aids. I think we're getting 10th edition 2 Boogaloo, you know? In terms of like, fuck, what's happening?
I mean, he did everything right there. He set up all the shots. He got all the tower units in position. But sometimes things are just a bit more...
so yeah, Nick's winning, and I think he's basically won. I mean, he's deep struck here, so he'll kill these, but then the Riptide just picks them up.
Devilfish is shooting now backwards into the Poxwalkers.
Are you looking forward to 11th edition? Thank you for the 19 months, bud. Appreciate you. Let me get you in. Currently, chat, if you didn't know, we're giving away an 11th edition box set, Armageddon.
At Dunra celebrates 19 months of
Thank you, mate.
Are you looking forward to 11th edition?
Of course, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much for the membership. Chat, if you gift a membership, become a member, super chat. You are added to this list. You'll be given an entry to an 11th edition box set when it launches. I'm excited for the edition. I'm not excited for the broken rules. I want to be able to have fun playing a game that I like with models that are cool. I'm not looking forward to the edition in terms of rules. No, I'm just full of concern. That's all I'm full of concern.
I believe they're going to survive. Double six.
My monitor's broke. My monitor behind me is broke.
They're Makari.
It's literally a GW.
They're gone.
There we go.
They have a shadow field.
Yeah, one of the things that even your basic Tau transports have is a surprisingly large amount of strength by firepower, and if you haven't got any armor save, then actually they rip through that pretty quickly.
I mean, those poxwalkers did absorb about 800 points of tau.
Yeah, it's true.
With a turn and a half.
Where's my additions to give it? Oh, PJ Fisher, sorry, buddy. I did always check after stream, but I'll let you know.
Did not make it.
PJ, thank you for the membership, dude. Really appreciate it. My apologies.
Did bring down the Mephitic. Does it explode? Does not.
So that's the
It's so
the battlefield there.
Let me just double check.
So funny.
I think I've got
So
everybody.
funny. Riptide, Pathfinder unit, and Twin Lance.
Yeah, I've got everybody.
Tis by the scratch. The Devilfish hero throwing one Seeker missile. Amazing.
Where's Mikey got his more than 50 inches from his desk? They really bought the whole game because people wanted to be less competitive. Yeah.
Command points.
They've done this. They've gone, big L's are cringe, we'll make them small L's, and then they'll just like make them weird. Casual games have a great time.
It has to be a keyword on the model itself or on the unit itself.
These rules feel undercooked so far. The attachment stuff is really when I start to get worried when they've just let the rules overlap. It's just asking for problems. Yeah, there's lots of stuff I'm quite concerned of. There's some stuff that I like that I've seen. I don't think I've actually been completely doom and gloom the entire time. Maybe I have on this stream, but like in terms of like a 11th edition, there's a lot of things I'm concerned about. There's some things I quite like. I like the fly change. I like the 9 inches coherency. That's quite nice. I'm fed up with like conga lining stuff. But I'm concerned about detachment overlap. Like I said, detachments isn't really a thing. It's just build an army and then take the best rules for it. I'm concerned about hidden being absolutely shit. I'm concerned about towing in terrain being absolutely broken.
5 wounds.
Yeah, it's wild.
2 wounds each.
Does lay one low, and one takes a wound.
Like, look at this building. You know what I mean? These are the official buildings. Is this supposed to stop a Riptide shooting over it?
Very, very deadly.
That was very wise to take out some of the.
Get face. Thank you for the resub, bud. Appreciate you.
Maybe would have taken half. Which all of a sudden limits that unit's options.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it, man. Hope you're doing well.
Remember, at Lord Gitface celebrates 65 months of membership for the community fund to help you through the rest of this game.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Thanks for the 65 months. That's insane, dude. That's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Well, taller buildings help me the army. Taller and all wider.
This is the Cadre Fireblade.
Because you can barely hide like 7 Potswalkers in this corner, you know what I mean?
1 AP2.
If this was like
like
across here,
2 more.
Let's make it a real GW building. You know what I mean? If you couldn't see here, that unit's actually hidden.
AP2, yeah, that sounds correct.
You know? They've just got tiny buildings because they've gone. L shapes are getting lots of criticism when L shapes are the only way the game's functional. I think taller would be nice, you know what I mean? But I think it's just wide. It needs to be wider. 11th could have been an email, literally. Because if this went across here, let me try and draw it properly. If this went across here, so you can't see, then this is actually like quite well protected. You can see in here, you can see in there, you can see if you're touching this terrain and see up to there. But like, because it's so open here, then you can see it all the way over here. You know what I mean?
The game, so you don't necessarily need to.
So yeah, concerning.
So some questions have come up as
that's where I'm at, chat.
Some of these things like, well, what if that advantages me as the die roller? Well, that's good. You just roll the dice and see what you get.
And you can tell because Games Lecture have lost half the viewers. You can see that people are careless.
The kings, the Vespid, the unrelenting heroes of this Sphere expansion have taken down one of the champions of contagion in the Death Round. How? I do not know why.
They have good,
but I'm happy to see it.
Guns. They got two damage, haven't they? Those guns. So spacemarine killing guns.
It's just one of those things you wouldn't expect, though. But they are very underrated.
Yeah, they're just
30 Vespid.
They've just lost half their viewers. You can see that it's not going well.
Army, 30 Vespid. I'm here for it. Just like I'm going to
really useful unit, aren't they?
Well,
L shapes were inspired, but they are more or less balanced. Yeah, L shapes were like a band-aid to a problem. You know what I mean?
Burst cannon firing out from the Devilfish. One hit. No.
It's kind of a barbecue day. No, I totally agree. It is in the UK as well. But they had 12,000 people watching the first game. They had 10,000 when this game started, and now it's down to like 6. You know.
Well, see, because those guys.
Bear in mind, Games Workshop used to get like 50,000 viewers to watch a reveal stream.
Make a run at this, and they were right because they brought one down.
Why bring on the personality-led play-on team just to commentate over them? I don't get it. That's what I mean.
when you're the last unit.
I don't get it.
Actually, I do want to shoot.
Well, over here.
Yeah, that's exactly right. If you are hidden, you get all the full information of the shooting phase, and then decide if you want to lose hidden. I think that's a great point, Eddie.
You could also potentially, if you've got a piece of scenery in your deployment zone, you could pop like your havoc squad on it or something like that, and then see how the shooting phase goes. And then right at the end of the phase, you'd be like, right, I do actually need to take that last wound off something. I'm going to fire. Or actually, no, I'm happy. I'm going to stay where I am.
Charge is being declared. Nick is unrelentingly dedicated.
Me charge this much. There's a lot.
This is the one day where Mixie plays everything makes sense. Yeah, I've already mentioned it, but like, why bring on personality and then not have them on
the sake of
voice?
The new engagement range. So double ones will always fail no matter what. Whereas previously, in the
like Liam, bit different. You know what I mean? Adrian and Paul this morning.
You have to stay outside of engagement range, and then when you roll to get your distance for the charge, you have to be able to make base. So if you're outside of what that engagement range is 2 inches, that's why you would fail.
Now it's an interesting distinction because you have to be able to make base, but you don't
have to be within the distance you've rolled.
Yeah, so you have to have rolled high enough to make base contact, but you just have to end that move within engagement range. You don't actually have to base them like you do now. So if you choose,
that's a big change.
Your pile-in mechanics, you choose not to base them, and then you get to activate that pile-in.
Okay, so you have to roll to base, but you don't actually have to make base. That is massive.
For better and for worse.
That is huge, dude.
If you hit it, everybody had to move in a very controlled manner towards that combat.
It's smooth.
You don't have to get. Maybe they've got rid of has to go into base. That's huge.
This is a little more difficult to understand, but it will result in more.
Not being able to ensure a charge is insane. I like that. I like that. I don't mind that. I'm not mad at that. But being able to charge, choose your target, and then not have to base contact is massive. That's just so much shenanigans.
No, it looks like TAC is
That's
zero.
huge shenanigan.
That's the only reason you would make that play. To be fair. Nick knows enough to not, run into the Death Shroud heroic.
I do think though that 3 Death Shroud, I would fancy their chances into the Twin Lance. 2, I would be less sure.
Yeah.
If they're within 2, they're just going to shoot the shit out of those Death Shroud.
Even removing 1 though is still.
You have to end within 1, then within 2 is impossible. Was mentioned some time ago. Oh, okay, cool. So they're saying one thing and they're saying another straight away. Isn't that crazy?
For sure.
Isn't that fucking crazy? What a great idea. What we'll do is we'll say a rule that's wrong on the live stream that's supposed to be telling us what the rules are.
So 2 down from the Poxwalkers so far. Here comes the scatter cannons.
So engagement range is 2 inches, yeah.
Hits it all 3. Must be
engagement
nice.
range is 2 inches, mate, yeah.
So this is another interesting one. He had to stay outside of 2 inches of the Death Shroud when he did the charge, because otherwise he would automatically draw them into the combat as well. So yeah, so this is what we mean about, because it's actually hard to avoid on the charge.
Let's see if anything's mentioned here.
With the 2-inch engagement range, it'll actually be really hard to avoid the engagement range of other units. So you do have to roll the true distance from base to base of the 2 units, but you don't have to move into that. You just have to stop in engagement range, which is why the Twin Lance would be able to get into combat with the.
That's what I mean. That's what it's saying now, right?
Yeah, I think if you can make it within an inch, you have to. So there are some.
Oh, there we go.
Charge. You're not allowed to kind of just stay 2 inches away if you can make it further in. There's a few restrictions.
On so they have confirmed it. You're right.
I'm not sure they're smart enough or have enough brain matter.
Don't know why Adam's saying one thing, but they're saying another.
Poxwalkers have been the most resilient things on this table. Like even more resilient than the Death Shroud.
When the Death Shroud's died,
must roll to base, end within 1 inch, you can fight within 2.
Actually get wailed on. They don't seem to care. The Poxwalkers do our wound back. Get in.
Sometimes. That's why you take them. Shamble up, punch things, make more.
Is that a?
You can only fight if you're 2 inches. Yeah, they got rid of base to base or within base. They've made it so you can only fight within 2 inches. Full stop. Which I don't. Again, I don't mind that.
You get the 2 armies. You get the Space Marines.
Why are we talking about Armageddon?
You get a core rulebook.
Tell me about the rules.
Imperator.
What's happening?
Campaign book. You get the mission deck for chapter approved.
This game was over turn 1, by the way.
A narrative campaign.
If TAC pulls it out of his arse, I will be like, yeah, fair enough. You got this. But like, this game was over turn 1.
To create missions in the new Warhammer 40,000. Nice. It's designed to be a sort of one-stop shop. All the stuff
just be hyped for a product that holds stuff. Yeah. I do love the box. To be fair, the box is great. I love it. It's like a little project box.
He's got 4 points.
I keep all the boxes because I like little project boxes, and they fit in the Kallax really nicely.
He got 3. He missed the point there because you got these Poxwalkers. So Poxwalkers. No, he got 3. He got the Rhino, the Mephitic Blighthaller, and the third, Poxwalker. So we got 3.
I'm so hyped for the models in that box. I'm hyped for the land speeder being able to deep strike turn 1. That's what I'm hyped for.
So well done to him.
Honestly, I was more interested in your bullet points of what rules we found out in the game purely because of how they produce announce. Nah, I can't take credit for it. It is on Reddit. It is like posted on Reddit. I'm just using it for reference. I don't know if they've publicly showed who's writing it up, so I've not declared that. But it is like public. It's not like private.
Were touching, so he did kill a unit on an objective. Therefore, he gets another 2 points of that. So another 5 points on.
Did you bring this up? Speed detachment and Iron Storm detachment. Massive push turn 1. No, I didn't. No, I'm keeping it with myself. That one. Turn 1 deep strike with land speed is enough. You know what I mean? That's free. People can have it for free. Parasocial can have all of it though. Parasocial. That's why we talk about list building.
Have 2 or 3 or even 4 ways of scoring. So you look at the battlefield and you go, right, this is worth 2, this is worth 3, this is worth 4, this is worth 5. How am I going to get my points?
Yeah. So what I would love about the primary score now, usually when you go into turn 2 of a game of 40k as exists right now, you look at your board and you put your primary.
Have they copied my overlay? Right, I'm just going to show you my BRB screen. One sec. Have they fucking copied me? I think they have. They've copied my overlay style. What the fuck?
Return, set it up, get ready for next turn scoring. It's awesome.
And it might be different in different missions for you as well. So a lot of armies will go like, right, I know that I need to pick a unit that can stand on an objective and still be alive on that objective at the end of the turn, and I score my points. Yeah. Now you've got...
I don't understand the charge rules. If you need to charge someone that is 12 inches away, you just need to roll 10 inches to be engaged or 12 inches. So, Taco, to make a charge, you roll the distance, and then you choose a unit that's within that distance. You don't roll to engagement range anymore, like you do now. You measure to base, and if you can move that far with your dice, that's how far you can move. If you can make it base to base, you can charge. That's it. If something's 8 inches away, you have to roll 8 or more. If something is just less than 9 away, you have to roll just less than 9 on the dice. Or 9, because you can't roll just less than 9. If you roll an 8 and they're just over 8 inches, you can't charge, for example. You measure to base and you have to roll like equal to or above that distance. Not like an inch now where it's like, oh, I'm just over 7, so I roll 7. If it's just over 7, you're going to need an 8 on the dice. When you make a charge move, you have to end within an inch by the sounds of it. That's it. But you have to roll the distance on the dice. That's the big change. So if you are just over 5, in current edition, you're 5.1 away. You have to roll a 5 because you need to get within 1 inch. You roll a 4, you are 1.1 away. If you roll a 5, you are 0.1 away. In 11th edition, if you are 5.1 inches away, if you roll a 5, you are 0.1 away from that base. You've failed the charge. If you roll a 6, you have enough movement to make it base to base. When you go to charge, you have to end within 1 inch. How that makes sense?
Yes, Fireblade with the breaches.
And that's why I'm going off of the information that we've got publicly. It's not anything that I'm like leaking or anything. It's just that's what it seems like.
A few options.
Typhus is coming out. Typhus is hanging out of the Land Raider. Sometimes like that's what he does.
The Land Raider's got some options now. So you've got the Riptide there as well. I think the Twin Lamp's probably too far away to shoot. Yeah. There are some other Tau units potentially in the mix there.
Why is the Twin Lance too far away to shoot?
Yeah, so he's going to do it with the Mortal Wound ability from Typhus. I think he's going to try and generate some value there. And Typhus running solo here.
For the hidden,
so
doubt it.
The opportunity
it could definitely drive closer.
Characters this game,
Typhus is a good solo character though. If I
oh my,
one of the best.
Him and the Lord of Contagion being like a dynamic duo of like chunky Terminator characters in reserve with relatively.
I crap my Blood Angels. For, yeah, deep strike, you're an inch closer, but you still need to roll a 9, for example.
This is probably a consideration of the fact that he's taking a action-based.
Oh, chat! The air signs cool down outside. It's so nice.
These are the types
so nice, chat. Starting to cool down, bro.
In events, in tournament games, for example, though, you will be telling your opponent which units are attached to which characters in your list, and you'll be committed to that for the duration of the event.
I like that.
Some options here. We got
I like that it's like in the list.
A couple different choices.
I think that's good.
Targets, either right here, right here.
No jank. Just write out your list.
Only going to be able to get there. Typhus kind of out in the middle of there. Where I think
it's funny because I've heard nothing about the army rules in this.
Might be low up.
Ah, that's why I
they
can't
are lone
reach.
operative. Yeah, yeah. So it needs to be within inside 12 inches, of course.
I've heard nothing about the armies, like the army rules or anything. It's just like, oh, then this, then they charge, then they shot, then they charge, then they shot, then they charge.
He's also lined up for the riptide.
Is battle level still line of sight blocking? Per the rules, no.
But the land raider,
It's just physical.
being able to draw some fire on the riptide, probably.
Yeah, I
And
like that
looking
the
for a
attached
pocket
characters
here
are
at the
stacked.
black for
Like,
his,
you have to. I like
Mephitic
that.
Blight Hauler. So
No
he's got
jank,
Mephitic
like I
Blight
said,
Hauler
no
in City
jank.
Reserve and 5
It's
Blight
a
Lords
great
now.
little thing to have if you get a shot off into a riptide.
Yeah.
Because it's a vehicle, get some bonuses.
Has there been any spotted from Tab? No fucking idea, mate.
A great little shot if they
Nick
can get it.
advanced too greedily and too deep into the deployment zone
He's spreading
and
himself thin.
and this is the issue. Oh, sorry, it's the Lord of Contagion, not the Mephitic. This is the issue with the 8-inch
Well, 9 would have
deep
been
strike.
safe, but
9
8
would have
is
been
not.
safe. 9 would have been safe.
What edition are you even playing, Nick?
Yeah, Twin Lance Apologies is not lone operative. I was thinking about hidden,
It's
but
not.
they did shoot and
Yeah,
fight.
so
what is interesting?
Oh,
though,
so
is
they
if the
can reach
Lance
the twin
didn't
lads.
shoot, they would be hidden right now because they ran out. They didn't shoot. They ran out. They charged. They fought, and then they bounced out of combat. If they
Is
hadn't
this
shot,
unit
you can
hidden
see
or
they're
not?
hidden
We
right
need
now,
hidden
which I think they
tokens.
were, so
We
apologies.
need hidden tokens. Right,
so
Colour
technically,
Forge!
land raiders
Colour
and Deathwatch,
Forge!
I think in the Warhammer,
Colour Forge! Get on it!
activate those
Hidden
in the straight
tokens!
phase,
Fucking
I
hell.
think is going to help inform, where you would need to commit some
Every
resources.
unit needs a hidden token now. So we actually know.
Confident that maybe the Death Route can
Fuck
go in
me,
and tear
dude.
down the twin lands,
God.
which I think that they can. Actually, very strong in combat.
Hey.
And is the Riptide more of a threat?
He's holding the Mephitic back off the table and the Blight Lords, assuming the Blight Lords 100% engender more value used as a rapid ingress in the situation. And then he doesn't have he couldn't fit the Mephitic here.
Every
and he
game's meant to be
doesn't have a
killed
good
team in
forward
token
position
flipping.
to
Yeah,
move forward.
literally.
And of course, turn 3, this
Literally.
becomes free real estate for the Mephitic because of course same terms and conditions.
One thing I
apply,
do
guys.
dislike about some games, the amount of cards and tokens on the table. Yeah, I think hidden's like crucial, right? I think a hidden token's crucial. Like, what if you just don't shoot and then you just say you haven't? Prove it. You know?
Oh, they are walkers. There you go. Nick told us right. He's looking me dead in the eye, Adam. They're walkers.
So they're not lone operative and they're not hidden.
They are vehicles.
Wonderful.
There you go.
Wonderful.
We're all learning as we go, guys.
With attached characters, could we see different points cost for
so the
characters
hidden
based on who they
rule,
join? Potentially.
effectively is only usable. We might be able to bring the hidden rule up in a few seconds, but effectively the hidden rule is only usable to certain unit types. It tends to be infantry. I think you can also use it on
Swarms and beasts, I
and
believe.
beasts as well.
Yeah.
Infantry, swans, and
Three
beasts can use
different
hidden,
unit
so
types, but
vehicles
benefit
can't.
Other units.
So, like, the fucking
units
vehicles
can
can just
still
pop
hide
each other
behind
at long
cover.
range.
You can
Excellent.
alter, but as soon as you move, to a
Excellent.
you can be targeted from anyone who's got true line of sight to you from anywhere in the battlefield.
I think
There
I
we
can.
go.
Models in the B and C are within terrain area and are infantry, so are hidden. I didn't say which units.
There's the
I
example.
think I can be forgiven for assuming the Twin Lands have every rule because
That's true.
They have a lot of
all
rules.
the rules.
I think I get a pass.
So,
on that.
and the
This is-
color
yeah,
rules,
so
especially
vehicles are just
between
gonna
the
fucking
rules
shoot
and
the shit out of each other turn one. Great.
There you go. Just leave it on the screen for a few seconds for you there, guys, so you can digest it. But fundamentally, that is the hidden rule, and only really applies to infantry, beasts, and swarms.
Infantry, beasts, and swarm, that is big.
Absolutely awesome little innovation there. Isn't as
The Land Raiders, Riptides, absolutely fucked.
They're still very powerful.
The Twin Lands aren't infantry now, they're vehicles.
Winning on 2s here.
Chat, we've learned something about hidden.
With
We
one.
are
I think
2
one of
hours
the
into the
reasons why
stream.
it doesn't impact the game.
We've learned something about hidden, 2 hours in.
Reading it is that so many of the missions encourage you to get stuck in.
Let's go,
so
thank God.
close.
Thank
There are
God.
so many units that are forced by the win conditions of the scenario to be right up in each other's face early on. So you tend to have some units obviously that are far away, but a lot of your units will already be within 15 inches of the enemy in a firefight.
So Paul shooting into the Sunforge team. Sorry, Paul. Go.
Thank fucking God we've got hidden. You know what I mean? Thank fucking God we've got hidden, because every mission's going to force you to get closer, so hidden's going to do fucking shit. It's going to do fucking shit.
No, it's definitely a change in
Of the base being in terrain will give you hidden. If they're all in there, of course, they don't shoot. But yeah. And of course, the benefits of cover. If the cover is
And you only get hidden if you're all in the terrain. So if you're left out in the open, you're
damage
fucked.
each there. So 1 crisis suit on 2 wounds remaining now.
Chat, I think hidden's bad. Chat, I don't think hidden's going to be very good.
Scary these plague marine units are.
It's turn 1. It's turn 1 protection, that's all it is. It's night fight turn 1. That's it. That's all you got.
Significant damage to the tower unit before it even
Fuck.
starts swinging close combat.
Fuck, dude. This game isn't playing out differently at all, I don't think. It's still 3 hours.
Absolutely.
It's just the same. It's just stand on 3 places, call it a day.
So down to
you play
one
Warhammer.
crisis suit left with the commander now.
Did they say all models is fully in terrain and get a benefits cover? No, I don't think so. And they said all models get hidden if they're in
Next up
terrain.
is the Lord of Poxes.
Tak is giving as good as he got. He's made.
The difference is he's not getting much board presence, much board pressure.
It's difficult when you're with a movement score like you got with the Death Guard, but he still does have pieces. Like he can jump back in that Land Raider and hit the gas.
No hazardous there, but nothing going from the Poxes.
It's turn 2 still, to be fair, and we are nearly 2 hours in.
The crisis suits, the
So they're
Sunforge
probably
team.
looking to finish it off in melee if they can make that charge.
But I think Nick would be happy with that. That's one of the best units.
I thought there's a point of hidden easily in turn 1 and 2. It's barely worth. It's barely useful in turn 2. It's only half of wood good in turn 1 if you're in terrain and you're not a vehicle. The town is signal cover still, probably.
Tak is going to be thinking about going through.
They're already ballistic skill 4
units that only have one available target to them, and then come back to the ones to think about when he wants to maybe split fire or have 2 different options of profiles to fire into.
The Mephitic did arrive late in the piece there, just pointing that to everybody. He is now shooting with the spurts from the little flamers on the wrists from the Death Shroud into the Vesper. 2 have been picked up so far.
They have a cool little kind of wrist-mounted flamer.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit already about torrent weapons. Torrent weapons very powerful in this edition because things generally are a little bit harder to hit because of the cover rules. Being able to.
So you need to be wholly within the footprint to gain hidden, or just dip your little toe in.
Question here:
I don't know.
Types can vehicles drive through?
I don't know. It probably toe in. Probably toe in, but the whole unit has to be towed in.
So, for example,
if we go back to that other shot, we'll see what the shot here.
So they can go over this terrain piece right in front of us.
Is this only 3 hours? Feels like we'll be going for 4 already. Well, it started at 7:30, so it does shy. We're like an hour and 10. Sorry, an hour and 40 in.
That were adjacent to some of the largest, right in front there. So they can drive through some of those. So the ones I'm talking about are these guys. So these fence features, and they're built to the specific specifications that most vehicles width can move between them as well.
I think we've seen the Blight Hauler get a kill here.
He has.
So we got a kill on the Devilfish. The Blight Hauler, exactly as we said, very good at taking out vehicles. It's a bonus into vehicles. That's a multi-melter. I think I'm right in saying that multi-melters can now drop into reserve within multi-melter range.
They can
range, which is a big change, right?
Huge.
So going from
what was the specification about the
2 of those shots
about the terrain? Sorry,
4 extra damage if all your hits go through. All of a sudden, puts much more things within the instant death range, effectively, of your multi-melters.
Hazardous being rolled now. Unfortunately, 4 breaches going down.
Not been a good day to be a breacher, had it? Most of them died before they got to shoot anything.
Oh my dear God!
Barely even touched the tabletop before they immediately picked up.
So is this 1s and 2s for hazardous?
1s and 2s is hazardous.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my dear mother of mercy!
What's that like?
That is a horrible roll.
So it's worth saying. So hazardous now has changed. It used to be that you'd fail on a 1 and models were removed.
Yeah.
It's now fail on a 1 or a 2, but it's only mortal wounds. What that means in practice is that if you have single wound models,
it's worse.
It is much worse than it used to be. If you have multi-wound models, it tends to be better. So if you've got something like Terminators, and your Land Raiders blown up, and then your Terminators are taken.
Why did he put breaches over there?
You're very, very unlikely to lose a Terminator.
Well, if you had 10 Terminators in that
he just threw it for fun,
you
didn't
would have lost 2 and a 1. But you would take 7, so you lost 2 Terminators and 1.
You got less Terminators piling out the thing.
Yeah, but even if, let's say, there was 10 models for 10 rolls, you're still losing 2 Terminators. Not too happy about it. Feels better than 7.
But point for point.
Yeah, exactly
you're
right.
Losing a third of your points. Of the fireworks.
Has he got a Blight Lord in reserve? I think so.
Like a ninth.
Well, remember when I talked about having to checkmate units in transports now? Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't need to invest another power unit to go and remove the breaches. You let it roll. And you have maybe a little bit of miscellaneous fire to see if you need to pick up another couple. Because a unit like Breaches versus Death Guard, you want to take about half.
Did I hear Melter's high strength for closer range? No, I don't think so.
Or you take them below.
I think he said you're going to be Melter range from Deep Strike.
Really exposed to an Overwatch
because Deep Strike is 8 inches now. Deep Strike is 8 inches, but if you charge from Deep Strike, you still have to roll 9 because you are more than 8 inches away, so you have to roll a 9 on the dice. But because you're only 8 inches away, you're going to be Melter from Deep Strike. Probably scripted, just so the cast can speak about it. It's not scripted.
They can't even chimeras for myself and the guard.
The Rhino meta.
They wouldn't be able to think that far ahead.
All over the tables, all addition. So
they have a lot of rules.
I think I get a pass.
Does have pieces like you can jump back in that lane, or have two different options of profiles to fire into.
The Mephitic did arrive late in the piece there, just pointing that to everybody. He is now shooting with the spurts from the little flamers on the wrists from the Death Shroud into the Vesper. 2 have been picked up so far.
They have a cool little kind of wrist-mounted flame.
Sorry, when was the melter mentioned?
From the flamers, 1 damage each.
He said my fitted blight hauler, and now we're shooting the first
Plague Marine done into the crisis suits. The Mephitic did arrive late in the piece there, just pointing that to everybody. He is now shooting.
Other shot. We'll see what the shot here. So,
so the ones I'm talking about are these guys. So these fence features, and they're built to the specific specifications that most vehicles width can move between them as well.
I think we've seen the Blight Hauler get a kill here.
He has.
So we got a kill on the Devilfish, the Blight Hauler, exactly as we said. Very good at taking out vehicles. It's a bonus into vehicles. That's a multi-melter. I think I'm right in saying that multi-melters can now drop into reserve within multi-melter range.
They can.
Range, which is a big change, right?
Huge.
So going from D6 damage to D6 plus 2 damage on 2 of those shots. So 4 extra damage if all your hits go through. All of a sudden puts much more things within the instant death range, effectively, of your multi-melters.
He did say instant death, but he just meant it as in it's really killy.
This being rolled now. Unfortunately, 4 breaches going down.
There you go. So he did mention instant death. You're right. We found it, but it was just to say. It's just using terminology that's old to say it's quite killy.
They're not making it out.
No.
Yeah, remember, we have assassination.
Yes.
It's like just those 5 points are hanging out. That's what.
A very nicely painted Cadre Fireblade.
It's gorgeous.
Does indeed go down.
That
is points on the board. And he's dead there.
5 points.
Thank you. 5 points
Plus
on the board.
5.
I can't think of any deep strikeable multiple units, but at least it's means to cover from reserve and board edge, and someone is close to it. Anything from a drop pod, strat reserve, any unit can strat reserve to be melter range. What else is up? Like, I'm trying to think, anything else that has up down with melters. Like devs in a drop pod is an example. It's not a very good one because no one will do that. But
the plague bearer, plague fancy last cannon.
Godhammer.
Godhammer.
Drop pod's hard real.
The opposite of Godhammer.
Yeah. Right.
Chaos Hammer.
Who knows? Bane. It's like to.
Oh yeah, all of Tau, Sunforge, a deep melter gunner. They can deep strike. Sunforge reroll hit wounds and damage against vehicles as well, like eradicators, don't they?
The hammerhead will be able to pop itself out and get a shot back.
So I can drop my fusion blaster battle suits into battle range. Not sure I feel about that. Yeah, definitely.
Soul Shatter. Thank you.
Yeah, you can deep strike 8 inches away.
3.
So you'll be melter range with Sunforge, yeah, and reroll damage rolls.
3 wounds onto the Twin Lance. 4 up in Volns. 2 passed, 1 failed.
We got 1 of those last cannons has punched through into the Riptide.
7 wounds. Needs a Ripper 6 to bring 1 down. Just 2 damage. Could command point this if we wanted to.
So it's 8.1.
No, it's
what is 8.1?
It's only a 6 to kill. I wouldn't.
Deep strike.
It would.
8.0000001 recur plus 0 recurring 1. But melter range is 9 inches.
Legs now, and 1 more volley.
Ability ratings of deep strike and melter, yeah, good shout.
But it is still kicking.
So one of the members of the Twin Lance.
Oh, is it Twin Lance?
Yeah, that's the big change, because you can keep drawing secondaries, even if you don't score them, so you can just have like a pile of 7 and score them all later, rather than like feels bad of like, oh, I've left the character on 1 wound, I'm going to have to ditch it to draw a new one. But yeah, like I think this game was over turn 1. This is a really bad game. It's funny.
Saves thanks to a lethal going through.
It was very funny.
Save 2. 4 damage.
Oh, thank you. Georgie brought me a drink.
Last crisis suit down to 1 wound remaining.
That was so good because I was thinking about hexing it. I was like, I will not disrupt my little princess on this hot day to get me a drink while I'm working.
They are blastable by 2, so DC plus 2.
That's what I was going to say, yeah.
Still unchanged.
I was like, my little princess really could bring me a drink, but on this hot day I would not disturb her, but she did it anyway.
One of the hot new rules when you see it on
Well, we just saw it in our previous game, didn't you, Paul Murphy?
You've got no
I
squad.
said all about the face.
Savage, you have another coke, can't you?
One.
Water, yeah. That's an idea.
One, thanks to the contagion aura, and is saved.
Pathfinder's managed to weather that storm of fire from the Havoc launcher on the back of the Land Raider. Land Raider popping out there and just firing its guns in all different directions. It's showing off, frankly.
It is. And I think...
Training clean clouds carry your G Fuel back, G Fuel bottle back and forth, imagine.
I can split fire too.
Come hither, Inky. Got a little G Fuel bottle around its neck. Well, lad. The G Fuel bottle is bigger than him.
So, looking at where that Land Raider is and where the Hammerhead is,
Yeah.
I've lined up one of the... I seem to remember even back when the very
You did bring me
first,
juice on my little Mario Cup chat.
the very first
What
time
do you think?
Hammerhead came out, it almost its job
Got Mario on it.
from
Yes.
day one.
Yes.
Warhammer 40,000.
Got Bowser on it. Big Bowser look.
Land Raider
It was one of
removal
the
system.
the few guns in the game that was able to remove a Land Raider in a single hit.
It is so
Still-
brutal.
It still holds true.
have to respect that cannon.
One of the Twin Lance did indeed go down there.
Yeah.
That was Typhus, guys.
Was it
F not
lefty or
Sonic.
righty? You don't know which one.
I'm not sure. Middle
That is making the charge a little bit
I
longer,
mean,
maybe.
come on now.
But now, all
Come
of a
on,
sudden, one
come
Twin
on
Lance
now.
is a much
I actually don't
easier
own a
action
Sonic Cup.
Two dash
for
round.
I am Shadow and
things.
Tails.
I would fancy their odds.
Me
being able
too.
to take out one.
Well, this would be a huge crackback. Both unit of breaches neutered. One of the devilfish is gone.
Still not
Potentially
seeing
losing
Sonic.
his
Exactly.
Sunforged and commander.
That's
in
what we
the
said.
backfield If these plague marines make their charge, and potentially losing the Twin Lance all of a sudden. Nick,
sweets
you
have we
want
got,
to
chat?
I believe.
My lovely friend Jim Martin brought me some sweets.
If that ribtile goes down and the
Some hard-boiled
tornado goes down,
ones.
I mean, the game is
We have
wide open and
Holland's
attack
mix.
in a commanding
Is that how you say it?
position. I think of the distance that he has gained from those maneuvers.
Oots, Holland's
It took him
mixed.
from buttoned up in his deployment zone to will be.
I think that's how you'd say it.
straight.
We played DK Bonanza. I haven't played it yet, but I do have
Here
it.
we go. This is a charge. We're looking forward to seeing in a second. This is the Plague Marine unit has made their charge. That's a very important charge roll here. Into the Tau
This
Commander
is
and
not
the
a very
Crisis
important charge roll, I
unit.
don't think.
Now, the one
I mean,
thing
get
to
rid of
keep
the
in mind
Sunforge,
here
it
is
would be
that
nice,
it's
but-
basically taken that Plague Marine unit out of the game for at least the next turn, if not 2
Yeah, it
turns.
is.
Exactly.
You're gonna need another slingshot. You basically another something to
You'll
do.
need
to run
another
into.
Tau unit to kind of come
He's having
over
to
and
charge
stand just in
backwards.
the right place so you can charge and get further back over.
8 inches somewhere.
Nick came down and shot a rhino for some reason. The Blade Marine's charging backwards. Great.
They're a
Cool.
long way from the objectives they're trying to take at the moment.
Plague Marines now activating into the devilfish up in the top left of screen.
Plague Marines are basically clearing house
Needed
something
a-
at the back of the field.
Needed a 4, got a 6. Very important note. Remember, he would have had to roll that full 4 in between the distance of the models.
Made it in. There is a Lord in that unit as well. It's going to be able to dish out some damage. I think Devilfish is...
Hot take, all battle
Devilfish
shoots
is
should have mini
more than
pros like their
attack for
guns.
13.
Yeah, slight.
Like
it's
Twin
a
Lance
slightly
do.
annoying number, isn't it?
Yeah, they
Because,
should all
you've got
double
two
in
damage,
points
you
as
get
well.
7 through, which doesn't make the
When we see
difference.
models like that, typically like break points of wounds.
usually 12, isn't it? I always imagine everything's
this
at 12,
goes
yeah.
well
Just
wide
add one
above
more,
it,
yeah.
and so in your mental math, you're thinking, "Oh my goodness, it can throw you for a loop." But
And this is the important one, though, I think.
This is huge.
Deshroud's making it into the Twin Lance. They have everything.
The Riptide's
going
going to pick him up in a second, chat.
Typhus is
all-
going
all
for a
the
long run
hammerhead.
here now.
Typhus can go into here.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you don't even have to go in. You just
Don't have to.
Right?
You just have to roll it. What does he need? Needs a 9. Can he do it? This would be huge. No.
6 isn't it. I mean, come on, you got command
He has
points.
1 command
Is he gonna
point.
use
Should
his
really
command
use
point?
Just rip it. That's like 2 movement phases for Typhus. If you can get that out of one
It
roll,
is actually.
just
He's not the fastest, is he? He's not the fastest.
send it.
Oh, sorry. You can't do it anymore. That's
Remembering the recon drone in the Pathfinders now being -2 charge.
They got
Okay,
so much
that
stuff
would mean
going
11.
for them, haven't they? It's
That
so
just
much-
means
Fucking
11.
hell.
Still
It
11.
can't even
still,
charge.
still technically
Fuck
in the realms
me.
of possibility.
That's 3 movement phases.
I
Two and
mean-
a half movement phases.
Yeah. Foxwalkers, they're going to send in it as well, trying
There
to
are
shut
still
down.
some poxwalkers
Yeah.
on the battlefield.
Somehow,
Not
the
surprised.
Foxwalkers survived.
And gonna be more.
So yeah, he's putting the Poxwalkers into the Pathfinder to try and shut them down.
I love that they were like,
Stop.
he should use a command point, then
Oh,
wipe
they've made the
transitions over
charge.
the dice box and show would be able to see it if he did, literally. The recon drone doesn't do that.
Okay, we're moving into the combats now.
Typical.
Uh,
Either way,
one to watch. I
they
think,
moved him
is
out and then
Twin
gone, oh,
Lance
actually, it's
there.
my
Most
suited
of the
charge.
combat-
This is the most narrative game I've ever seen. Watching Tak move his Typhus out, and then only during the charge phase going, they're -2 to charge. This is the most mid-table warrior I've ever seen.
the tower will both basically.
That's narrative, everybody.
11.
That's that. Thank God for narrative. Thank God for the casual players. You know what I mean? Watch him walk Typhus into the middle of the board and then go, oh, actually, that unit that you're relatively close to during the charge phase, -2 to charge. Were we going to mention that at all? No. No. We weren't going to mention that whatsoever until it was important.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Is that the Lord of Contagion?
Thank God. This is real Warhammer chat.
Coming in from reserves.
Can go the Vespid or he can go the Breaches. The Breaches are already battle shocked. They can't overwatch or take much part, so I think he goes the Vespid and that's
I think the Breaches almost.
That's a gotcha. That's a gotcha, by the way. I just want to say that. In you'd have some players, right? Certain players crying and then saying, "I don't do Warhammer like that," and then leaving an event early. If someone did that, that's what'd happen, and it wouldn't be me.
Try them all, right?
One of the other things about charging is because Overwatch now happens in the end of the movement phase, not in the charge phase. One of the things that previously
11th the gotcha edition. That's just a gotcha.
Potentially, so that's not a thing anymore.
He's going to
what else have we learned then?
Critical hits on fires, which in this
second Angel on front no longer 2/4 score. This is now worth 3 or 5. Still 2 or 5 if you take it, it's fixed. So no longer a 2/4. So it's a awful. Like I mean, 3 points is nice, but like it's 3 or 4 quarters, which is hard.
And thanks for that. It is the foul blight spawn.
Beacon is a new name for established locus. Right. Okay. So we've changed the names. We've basically got one new secondary, Bed of Trust.
Sorry, a lot of new rules to keep in the head.
I don't think we've had. Have we had any other new secondaries?
Is this unit of
Death
Route Terminators into the one remaining member.
Plunder. That was the other one. Plunder, but we don't know what that does.
Just checking all his rules to make sure that he gets all the bonuses it's possible to have.
With the Contagion up there on the minimap, I should learn to use that better.
That would have known that info as he's played Nick's Tower before. It's an upgrade.
Strike and a sweep.
4 attacks each hitting on 2s. Only 1 conversion. Hey, you wouldn't have got that one with that.
It would be up to it would be up to Nick to remind him when he's doing it.
And he goes to toughness 5 down by 1 because of the army rule.
Wounded on 3s.
Plunder just renamed clans. Oh my God, Frantic! It's gonna be a renamed clans. Plunder is just cleanse. Oh my God. It's the same secondaries for another 3 years. It's the same 60 secondaries for another 3 years. No. We had the outflank one as well, right? We've had the outflank. Take the flanks.
Really strong hit either because the wounds stopped carrying over. So they're even more survivable than one model with 16 wounds.
Absolutely right.
That's so true. Fuck. It's Plunder's going to be cleanse.
Yeah, an important piece for the tower. I see them in a lot.
The Poxwalkers kill 2 Pathfinders and regenerate some more.
Out of a couple more Poxwalkers.
They can't keep getting away with this.
Plunder sounds cool.
Just seem to refuse to
give me timbers. I'm going to plunder.
After turn 1, but they are growing back slowly.
I think they make it the whole way. I think they make it to the end of this game. Maybe. I don't think there's anything they can dedicate.
I wonder if we'll end up with more Poxwalkers than we started with.
That's a possibility.
He should have put that Poxwalker in engage at range of the Twin Lands.
This is a Poxwalker.
Yeah, everything is a Poxwalker.
The exact same secondary man that I got usually use the old cards.
Nice.
Yeah, well, there is one new one, don't forget, called Bend of Trust. Just remember that.
Combats now.
Yeah, so these ones, I think. So this combat right here is important to watch because it's not a done deal to be able to take out both the Crisis.
Yes.
It's really not important.
Quite durable. So
because the Sunforge can't kill that unit.
So one of the cool rules.
There enough shots.
Lethal hits.
Yeah.
So even
there's not enough shots to kill the unit.
Have a chance to
it's really not important.
That little layer of durability.
The Blade Breed's going to sit here and all these objectives. The Sunforge is causing a problem for them, so they can't stick it and advance somewhere else.
In a variety of ways, you can make them very combat, very shooty, very fighty. These ones generally are kind of.
I feel like I've been really negative this stream, but I think it's justified.
Yeah, when I see the playcaster in there, I assume it's more of a shooty skewed unit. Although you can do it a bit halfway both ways. But yeah, this one would be a bit more.
It's really still about round 2, I think so. Yeah, I think so. The game's almost done, really, but yeah, I think it is still round 2.
I feel like it's going to give you the best opportunity on the day.
Bunch of lethal hits here, and currently T4 on this unit because, of course, he's starting on the Crisis suit. Oh, that's a lot of wounds.
There hasn't been much to be positive about.
Whether this, they've got obviously, but
the terrain looks nice.
Because of the contagion range, so where they might survive this against a Space Marine squad, for example, they might not survive.
Sweet.
So
that was it.
To make here.
Fast dice being allocated
Sick.
now. So I'm starting on the cross suit. For those of you who are curious about fast dice rolling, you must start on the bodyguard portion of your unit and work towards the characters. And 4 wounds going through on the commander from that roll.
Okay, so fast dice rolling is still the same.
Allocate which direction you're going to be taking the dice rolls in. Sometimes it's decided for you in the case of bodyguard units. And then the front loaded of the dice. So you roll your save dice. Let's say you've got 8 dice, and you say you fail 4 of them. The other 4 are 4-up saves, and so you'll take all the fails, and then you'll auto pass the rest if you have a 4-up invuln, so to speak. So you're much more likely to have your characters left after a single activation than you are in the current game now.
I think one of the things that you will notice, though, is that if you're getting
the commander just went down.
Yeah.
Heavy plague weapon, a bunch of damage, all kind of AP.
That was your personality pick there, just like
multiple different types of weapons.
Wait.
It makes it far less likely that the commander will survive.
Yeah.
Because basically, you take each one as a pool, whereas if you're getting hit by lots of weapons at the same AP, it's more likely that the commander will kind of walk away from it. There we go. Up at the other end of the battlefield, we have a unit of plague marines fighting into a devilfish.
Sure. Your personality came through. He knocked his model over. That's it. Because he can't allowed to talk to the chat.
I believe that plague marines can do whatever they set their mind to.
They really can.
Just the power of
I just want them to put the audio version of this on Play on channel so it's more enjoyable to watch. It just won't be, will it?
Yeah. And great call there with the fast dice for the rolling of saves. Is
I can't hear the players.
Something that you have to get used to in your first few games of that.
CEO of Friendship. Do you ever update one of the channels we like to post battle reports?
He is just showing
Wow.
With everything and
fast dice rolls is interesting, yeah.
I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, one of the things about Death Guard is that they come with a fairly solid basic stat line. They come as Space Marines with a bit more toughness, but there are so many ways to give them critical hits in various different ways, whether that's lethal or sustained, and they can have bonuses to hit. There's some rerolls in the mix as well. There's loads of things you could do to those units, depending on exactly how you'd like them to function, depending on which characters you attack, which stratagems you use. It's just a really flexible.
So the Ballos Putrefire has the foul infusion, which is lethal hits on a 5+.
Yeah.
Pretty solid.
Yep. Really powerful. 5 AP3s here, thanks to the contagion. Not a bad roll there, Nick. Not bad at all. So 3 go through.
With just 1 damage each, I think, for the most part.
2 wounds left, and plenty more attacks to come, unfortunately.
There's a power fist in the mix as well. That's swinging next.
So you do.
Fast dice roll just feels like it's ripe for arguments. I'm not. I need to read the rules for it properly. I'm not excited about it.
You declare which portion of the unit you're taking it on. You can't interchange. So you either start on all the torments or all the other dudes, or I guess if you had the dark commune attached, you could start on the
Devilfish goes down,
but never the character, never any
one.
character adjoined units.
Let's explain the rule. Let have Paul shouting in the background.
You cannot interchange. So if you start on the torments and the accursed cultists because they have more wounds, you would have to continue doing all of them for the same sequence until they are removed, and then move on to the other portion. So usually do the opposite of what I just said.
So we have just seen.
So you roll and apply it. You apply it to a portion of the unit,
and they have removed
until they're dead.
Devilfish. So this has been a very successful turn.
So it doesn't make any sense. I'm not sure if that even makes sense anymore.
One of the twin lance. They haven't taken out any of the really, really big power pieces, other than that unit of 22 to the bottom, but they've cleared out.
I feel like that's even like they've not explained it very well. That's even more confusing.
Now, of course, this is the bottom of round 2. Still plenty of game to go. Not counting anyone out, but the tower losing a lot of resources, but the Death Guard are mostly out of position. So if the tower could clean up what's in the middle of the table and maybe start working on...
I don't think there's a distinction between bodyguards and characters anymore. There is, because it says you can't apply it to the... You can't apply fast dice rolling saves to the characters until the bodyguard's dead. But it's just like, what if you got like a mixture of the unit? Like you've got a unit with like an inferior pain and one without, a model with inferior pain and one without, like a cursed cultist, for example.
He is going to give the Plague Marines a door open to get back in.
So we've got another unit removed there.
You know,
there's always one left. We've got one
left. One survived.
They are not
like fucking hell, Eddie. You got the headphones on. You should say, "Oh, 2 dead." What are you saying? The unit's dead? Oh, actually, no, it's not. We can see that. You've got them in your ear, mate.
It's
Come on.
See, command point at.
They've got some claws. They can do a little bit of damage, but they are not the combat champions of 40k, are they?
So this is the Twin Lance attacking back.
Twin Lance is pretty decent in close combat. They are very good at shooting. They're also quite good in close combat. They're effectively they get to shoot.
No hits, unfortunately.
Range,
If you're on the 1, 2, 4, 5, 2, 5, and your save is 4%, you can just take out all the 4 and higher, the 3, and below it just fails.
So a wound on 5.
Well, if you have the entire units are 4%, that's how you roll anyway.
At -1 for 2 damage.
I don't know what you mean.
Is fine. And the Pathfinder sitting into the
Poxwalkers. It's the mixed unit. That's the mixed save, sorry. It's the mixed save that's with questions.
So that was interesting. Nick went to pile in. Nick actually went to pile in and then then he actually caught himself. Wait, I've already piled in. I've already piled in. Yeah. I've already piled in. It's already happened now. 2
Pathfinders are clubbing away with the blunt end of their carbines. They are trying to take out the Poxwalkers.
I like the extra cameraman. We used to do this before we had the PTZs.
Poxwalker unit back to this unit strength it was at the start. It went in, bit a couple.
Actual flies on the screen. I thought it was moving. Yeah, it was like.
They were immediately not the
5s, toughness 7 on the death shroud.
I thought it was moving.
In the close combat, they are very good at shooting. They're also quite good in close combat. Useful little.
The pistol weapon.
This road Terminators are
so that was interesting. Nick went to pile in. Nick actually went to pile in and then he actually caught himself.
Yeah, look, there's a fly.
I've already piled in.
There's a fly. Can you see? Little fly. In case that flies are showing up. There's literally a fly, bro.
The blunt end of their carbines. They are trying to take out the Poxwalkers.
Oh god, I did it again.
2 for 2.
There we are.
I have an infantry model that fights a combat here. Previously, it would have to go directly
to the center of an objective. Troy Clean, you need to DM me, by the way. You won a game last week.
Right back into the corner, go through the wall. You can do so many new and interesting things with your consolidations.
You and Dawn of War.
These Plague Marines all have to go to the center of the center objective. But there is no center of the center objective anymore. So they just kind of just get to move 3 inches as they please, which I think is really cool.
A little bit of power given back to the player there.
Yeah. So Twin Lance falling back now. We are into.
With fast rolls, you just roll your saves together. Say with Vanvets, if you have a single model with a 4+ shield, and then 3+ arms, it allows you to just roll everything together, allocate after. I don't think it's as simple as that, Damien.
We're seeing the shot from the Twin Lance. We're withdrawing from those Terminators. I cannot blame them at all.
This Stinger, man.
That's their special rule.
I really,
some really high-paced action.
I really want someone who's got more time than they should to edit this video, right? This entire stream, where it's just the Stinger over and over again. I want to see how much time the Stinger takes up out of the 3-hour game.
Of the end of combat.
So look at the results of
do that. Live again.
Engage North fronts.
We're about to see some points tick up from TAC 2 because he did score assassination. And
that was it.
Even have engaged in a couple of fronts.
He's got engaged on fronts in at least 2 quarters. He possibly
at least 20 minutes. I think it might be longer. It's like 3 seconds every 3 seconds.
Doesn't necessarily have to scoop points.
It's like half the game at this point.
Although I think playing Death Guard, you just take those.
Engage is really up to these 2 models, whether the Death Shrouder over the center line or that solo character is directly over there for you get the extra points. The primary, he did get 6 points. He did kill enough models, and he did another one of the portion of the primary. I'm not going to switch back over to the primary when we get a chance.
I'll just count how many times.
But looking for this,
you count, man.
Yeah, looking at this table right now.
You go count them, and I'll do the maths.
Opportunities for scoring soon coming up for TAC. He needs to do actions on.
TAC can't do shit, bro.
This portion of the table, and seeing as this is diagonal deployment, the assumption is this portion. This is Nick's side of the table and onwards.
TAC can't do shit, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I think Nick has done.
Isn't it Nick's turn now?
Pushing the Death Guard all the way back, right? Like they are nowhere near any of the things they're trying to get to. If they're trying to finish the game into their opponent's half of the board, they're along.
Isn't it Nick's turn now? The Riptide picks up the Death Shroud.
That early play.
The Riptide picks up the Death Shroud, right? And then he just like fucking ignores the Land Raider. He just moves over here. Riptide moves there, shoots these, game's over.
So the 6 points that tack.
What's he going to take the middle with? Some plague marines? Sick.
2 points, and then controlling one or more objective markers that isn't your home objective for 4 points. That's the
Twinlands picks them up. The Hammerhead could just move here and pick up the Land Raider.
He needs to do for his primary. You control one or more of central objective markers. That'll be that's literally just this objective, which I believe he did at the start of the turn with the Twinlands there, and then all the Pathfinders. So he will be getting the 3 points there. One of my enemy units at the start of this turn within a terrain area is destroyed. Well, he needs to kill so many things this turn, so he should be looking to get.
What I'm seeing on Reddit is it's like this attacks against a unit with single storm shield. With these new rules, all the 4+ allocated to storm shield are effectively saved. Yeah, I want to see the full rules before I jump to conclusions. I don't know if that's correct. It doesn't sound right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it is the case, like what the fuck? Ridiculous.
At the moment, which is also pretty
surprising. It's surprising. We got the Vespid, the breaches,
Attack, deep strike, the Terminators. Yeah, I can't tell what Death Guard look like. I don't think so.
Yeah, they are well and truly battle shot.
I don't think he's brought out the 5 Blight Lords. He's got the Death Shroud. Death Shroud are in. He's got the Blight Lords left.
This is the shot to watch, everybody.
And he's gonna focus fire clearing.
What's this? This is start of turn 3.
And I respect that. a lot. Here we go.
There we go.
It's moving up.
Yeah.
Look at that. 2 models on either side of the board, blowing the shit out of each other.
Very juicy long shot there, isn't it? From the Hammerhead.
A juicy long shot. Your terrain is too open. I.e., the terrain is too open.
The most deadly single shots in the
fucking hell, dude.
It might be the most.
I mean, Titans.
It's an absolutely fucking rip this shit up.
Very often, the Hammerhead is absolutely up there.
There's a couple of the big guard guns, I think. Give it a run for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Shadow Sword, for example.
Yeah, it's pretty juicy.
Nick is worried about Overwatch now. It has bit him already this game. He wants to grenade with the breaches into that character, but if he falls back with the Vespid, he does open up the Overwatch. So Harry should
Isn't that what tanks do?
Up if he wants to get closer, then fall back to Vespid. So Overwatch.
Dreadwing, have you played much 40k recently? Because when tanks can see you, they just pick shit up. So we've been playing with terrain, with heavy terrain, so tanks can't just blow shit up at this other side of the board, because then what that happens is you lose really early on because you can't reach anything. You know?
I'm learning, people.
It is.
You know what I mean?
There you go.
Not just a pretty face.
Not even. Yeah.
So you can't really avoid it like you used to.
So here's the restriction on Overwatch. Overwatch itself, a very simple stratagem. At the end of your opponent's movement phase, 1 friendly unengaged unit.
They love talking about Overwatch.
Using snap.
Yeah, like the problem is if you can just shoot each other fucking long range, then you just lose shit, and it's whoever like shows their hand first wins.
Before it moves.
GG.
So if you've enemy units are kind of pulling back behind scenery or something, you aren't going to be able to catch them, but you will be able to see their entire movement phase, kind of all the charges they set up, the shooting they've set up, before you decide how you want to commit to it.
Then being on that only singular phase should create a smoother.
Like I run double repulsors and redemptors, you know what I mean? Do you want me to be able to shoot my triple lasers at anything that I can see on the board down range like this? Probably not.
There's been a few different like mission packs.
Yeah.
The core kind of competitive pack of missions have usually given you symmetrical missions.
Something people to discuss in chat.
It's fine 40k is a shooting game, so like half the army's are really based, yeah, literally.
So you know what
I love in my combat army is to bring out all of my guns so I can see them. And then there's no terrain to stage, so repulsors are just gonna fucking rip.
So there was
and when deep strike turbo with my land speeders, and then I'm gonna rip with repulsors. Repulsors, that's what they call RIP. Not REP, not RepX, RipX, that's what they're called now. Can't wait.
It's been a while. Oh, those were good days. Meat grinder. As soon as you said that, I was transported back to my early teens.
Twinlands now moving, getting in position, seeing some.
Why is he touching the terrain?
Of course, these Death Shroud are just going to be hanging out here. You want to take them out in the shooting solution.
Do you need to touch the terrain to see into it?
Close combat with you.
One of the things we might see here, the Death Shroud. I don't know if there's CPs on the board. They might have to be a little bit careful about the potential counter charge.
Yes.
Are they? Do you have to touch it to see into it?
Bring that up, and I want to talk about it in a way that.
Or are they just doing it because I don't know?
Attention of anyone else in the room, like the people that are playing, but heroic intervention is a big change, an absolute huge change.
Bro, that you just want to be there to heroic. What's he talking about?
So standard heroic intervention.
1 pointer and a 2 pointer.
Yeah, it's the standard heroic intervention that you know and love from the game right now. It's pretty much there in a pretty similar version, but where it goes crazy is into.
Maybe not shoot the character in the back. Yeah, maybe Typhus. Yeah, maybe doubling up. Yeah, you're right.
And then, in addition, when selecting charge targets, you don't have to select something that made a charge.
Yeah,
This
you're
is such
right.
a
You're right.
phenomenal way to defend an objective.
Moving,
you're seeing an
moving like that
objective,
so you can see
the opponent wants to
Typhus.
take you and you just hold 2 command points up in their face.
I love that they're going over this.
It's
It's like, yeah, these 2 Death Shroud are going to survive the Twin Lance, Shadow Sun,
Amazing.
a Riptide,
about getting really close to
and a
the
Hammerhead.
blasting your opponent. So breaches, right? Like it's a great defense against breaches. If you're on the objective and they're trying to shift you off it, they move on to like within 6 of you. They're trying to shoot you. If you weather that and you're able to,
Look, there's the Riptide coming right over. Look how that Riptide can see over that terrain piece, guys. Look how the Riptide can fucking see over everything.
You're seeing an objective up in there.
You wouldn't be able to see it. It's only look how this Riptide can see over everything. Do you know what I mean? Remember what I was talking about earlier? Anyway.
They move on to like within 6 of you. They're trying to shoot you. If you,
I think we have 5 Blight Lords in reserve for the Death Guard, and I can tell you right now, the real estate is starting to open up as the resources get destroyed here. I love that that Nick has moved these breaches up to block out this side of the board, but there's quite a few options here.
He definitely lost more than he was expecting to.
Here we go
with tax response.
Here we go. Tax doing it. Look where he's measuring. Oh, he's
A little bit of a.
He just moved his model,
ingress.
bro. He just moved his model for rapid.
Right now, the real estate is starting to open
Wait,
up
watch,
as the
watch.
resources get destroyed here. I love that that Nick has moved these breaches up to block out this side of the board, but there's quite a few options here.
Wait.
He
Let
definitely
me.
lost more than he was
No,
expecting to.
no,
Tax
stop! God damn it!
response. Your models, but now.
A pretty similar version, but where it goes crazy is into the fray, where if you spend, I think we have 5 Blight Lords in reserve. I know.
He's been eyeing up.
He's
A little bit of a. He definitely lost more than.
Let me draw on it. Let's be pen. Let's be pen. I don't have arrow keys.
Than he was expecting to.
Here we go.
Stop
With
it.
tax response.
Here we go. Tax doing it.
Right, I'm locking in. I'm locking in, chat. Are you ready? You ready? Are you ready? Pokes his arm. Is he drunk? Bruh. Let's put it back. Oh, how convenient, Tack. How convenient you take measure just so happens to move that model when you're trying to rapid ingress. That's crazy, bro. Look at it. Look at it go. Look at it go. Can you see it sliding? Let me try and zoom in. Bruh. Literally the first cheating of 11th edition. Tark, how could you, bro? I did it again. Anyway.
That's 18 damage on the
One shot, 1 kill. Bam!
Does it explode?
Deadly demise.
That was just.
Anyway, yeah. Look at that. The Hammerhead kill the line raider. What a fucking shocker.
Masterpiece. Deadly demise.
Fucking shocker. It's only those terrain do not let that happen,
close.
so they can actually use these
I'd let him
models.
CP it.
So there we go, guys.
Epic. Epic.
What he's been waiting for that shot
He
for the
did.
entire game.
The dream has
Waiting
been
for the
manifested.
moment.
So we all know, you all know at home, Nick's been waiting his whole life for that.
Oh, look, the Blight Lords only just fit on the edge of the table. Did they only just fit? Please tell me you got a close-up. Oh my god, they actually only just fit on the edge of the table and he slid his model out of the way. That's so funny. That's hilarious. They only just fit on the edge of the table and he slid that model out of the way with his ruler, with his tape measure. That's literally crazy, Tack. That's literally crazy work, bro.
It's totally a number. But
And I was saying, like, oh, how's it going, Mike? It's like, yeah, I remember when you cheated on stream.
a message.
I remember when you cheated on stream, Tack. Do you? Oh, you don't? That's crazy. Cheating a lot, are we?
Way back for the greater good. It's like we've done it. We've done it.
That was absolutely phenomenal.
Phones in the engine kill as
Totally
the Blight Lords bear
scripted.
down.
Sure.
So this is the.
Well, if you're interested with two friends, well, I didn't really know they were like that. You know what I mean? 2026, I don't you want?
Yeah, 3 wins from the smart missile systems. Did just take out the last 2 pogs. Apologies for the stealth suits to finish.
That's actually crazy.
They almost lived the entire game.
I mean, halfway through the game at this point, strong.
Shadow Sun shooting into the Death Shroud.
Yeah, can't quite see it there, but you've kind of got Shadow Sun just in front of the Riptide.
Oh, I can see it, Eddie. I watched it
like
happen.
like
I told you what was going to happen.
The Supreme Commander.
I mean, you would, right? She's the boss.
Yes, she is.
I like how they've gone toey. That's all that's happened. No one's really moved into the terrain unless they've charged. They've just towed everywhere.
Surprisingly durable.
Ridiculous.
Oh my lord, he failed both invulns.
There
2
she
hits,
is,
2 wounds.
just in the shadow of
Smoked
that
them
Colossus.
both. Smoked
Oh my
them
goodness,
both.
that Shadow Sun just.
Oof.
This is a turn.
This is going.
It's the
That's
fight
tough.
back stuff.
This is huge.
I don't want to see him anymore.
Amazing.
we were thinking that maybe the tower in a difficult position.
too.
The second, but actually, that's absolutely turned it around.
Big toughness, invulnerable saves, decent amount of wounds. That wasn't easy, but it
I
happened.
literally said that would happen, and now Typhus is gone.
No,
The
he's shooting into
sustained,
typhus right now.
the sustained on the railgun from being in Callion.
I
So
literally
for turn
said
3
this would
onwards,
happen.
it's sustained on every weapon.
Yeah,
Fucking
so
hell.
Very, very powerful end game abilities. I
3
do
wounds
wonder
with
if
toughness.
Callion,
I'm sorry, typhus.
with lots of these scenarios giving you points at the back end of the game, if Callion becomes a more appealing prospect for Tau. Because
so-
it's
You know what,
late
though?
game defense.
One thing I've learned from
Typhus
this,
just
I like the double
ran,
dice tray.
and one into typhus.
How many moves do I have?
After the
16?
4 wounds of the Riptide. Here comes the missile drones.
I think.
Hits once with a sustained from Callion detachment ability. Strength 7, so 1 wound. there.
1 wound?
Toughness 7 on the
Yeah.
Terminators of the Death Shroud.
So they're not playing the
Sorry,
comp Death
Guard
Guard list.
And just saved.
No, this is just a really rough game because Nick
Huge
charged him
turn
turn
by
1.
Nick.
Yeah, that was.
He's-
It was like,
I
yeah,
think-
where are those piranhas? I'm going to let you
I mean,
charge you
some-
turn 1 so I can't move.
Nick's
Sound.
complaining that he has nothing to shoot with his twin lance because
Oh,
he killed
yes.
everything.
Oh no,
Well, it's because he stayed
my
in
lobster
combat.
is too buttery.
Yes, lobster. My steak too too juicy.
No, it's been a long day for you, mate.
So that's a very solid turn there from the Tau. They've
Amazing.
cleared out.
Tau won turn 1.
Sometimes I've seen those just weather entire
Invincible.
shooting like the
Yeah.
invincible save, the high toughness. But
I'm
Shadow
still
Sun
laughing at
popped
those
into it,
fucking-
like, just came out, which is like boom, boom.
I'm still laughing at that fucking
very
rapid
solid
ingress,
shooting.
pushing the model out of the way. I'm still laughing at that.
And then I think looking at the battlefield now, the Death Guard units.
What's
they
the
still
fix,
have
Mikey,
things
to
on the
11th
battlefield,
edition
long
rule
way.
screw-ups?
That's
The
exactly
fix
what
is to
Nick's
not
doing,
use his
because
terrain
if
layout.
I just whip up
No,
what's in front
not
of
to
me, you
use
still
his
have to
terrain.
use my territory to get most of your points, and I'm ahead. It is 51-28
Yeah,
right now.
this terrain layout's
Just
awful,
keeps killing
and the
every time he
towing.
steps up.
Terrain layout and the towing.
Completely
That's what he
fine.
needs to
He's
change.
coasting. But the pressure now with the Blight Lords behind, he'll need to turn around and take care of that next turn, and this Lord of
He'll
Contagion
need to
is gonna
take
be
deal with it. What they're going to do? Walk and hold one
Looking
objective.
charge roll
Fucking
for
hell.
sure.
Fucking
He's also got 2
stop,
lives as well.
stop,
This is a monophase
stop
army
the
outside.
fucking
I
boats, you know what I mean?
Being punched in the mouth by the twin lance.
I don't know why I said that.
Twin lance is charging into the lone character in combat with Vested.
I was trying to make something like anti-gravitas. I don't know why I said that.
Insultingly.
Hold
good
the
combat.
phone. That's what I was thinking. Why did I say stop the boats? Fuck me.
It is actually going to. What's the new term for tank shock?
Doing
Hold the phone. There's a unit
Oh,
over here that moves 5 inches and it's going to hold one objective.
Yeah.
Can absolutely do this. Any vehicle or monster.
Took a lot of
Do you think
work.
it's strange, baby, that they keep putting the wing markers down in a way that faces the camera automatically every time?
There we are. Crushing impact. So any vehicle, any monster can do it. You have to
I
charge.
think there's just a lot of
and
cameras.
an
I
enemy
mean,
unit
I mean,
is in engagement range of you. So
I don't know what you're
within 6
asking.
of you actually finished your charge. And you roll a number of d6 equal to the toughness characteristic. So it's not mega on battle suits, but if you just try and chip off a few wounds, it's good. It's really good. The bigger the vehicle, the better it gets.
Can
the terrain feels very shooty army friendly. Yeah,
Can the
literally.
entire world rejoice at monster being written on that stratagem? Everybody rejoice. Monsters can now tank shock. Well, crushing impact.
Yeah. Particularly if you've got a very.
It's not about sink your ship. Sink my boat.
Looking at things like some of the very
Sink
big
my
terror
boat.
creatures,
That's what I was going to
line
say.
art, that sort of stuff.
Tyrannofex, for example, toughness 12. That's going to be huge. Oh, sorry, toughness 11.
Loads.
I think it's just funny every time Tack or Nick put a wound counter down, they have the play on logo facing whatever camera's looking at it.
Oh.
It did just do
What's
the
happening
job.
here, bro?
Get him out.
On the job.
Hey, Harry,
On the job.
you've been done.
Foul
Well
Blight's
done.
on. We'll see you.
Look at that. What was the Death Guard play got left now? What's Tack got? Like 1 unit of Plague Marines and some 5 Blight Lords.
Twin Lance
Fuck
was
me,
eligible
dude.
to move after fighting. And
he's got
now
typhus as well,
bounce
don't forget.
around Again, is going to bounce back to safety.
Of course, now
Yeah,
there's only
off
one
we
of them,
fuck.
just the lance.
The
Every
Lance,
other time. I didn't see a mortal wound cap on crushing impact. That's so true. Yeah, no
we'll
mortal
get our
wound cap.
scoreboard up momentarily as we price up this end of the top turn 3.
How certainly
Assassination completed. 5 points in the bank.
Yeah, no, unless there's a generic rule that caps them. Currently, no.
Courtesy of the breaches in the bottom middle of screen. Another good primary turn for Nick as well. He did max primary this turn, I believe. Well done to him.
Retaking the center handily. Taking out some units there.
This is dire. Yeah, this game was over 10-1.
Yeah, moving into tax turn.
It's in the
He's
strat, was
well
it?
Behind on points, but he has opportunities. He's got a couple of cards in hand that he might be able to score. The other
Did we
thing
just
to bear in
miss
mind
it?
as well is that his primary objective to charged.
Oh, it literally says at the end. Who said it wasn't capped? Frantic. Frantic. It's right there, bro. It's right at the end. You gotta be excited.
You have to select the potentially deals with a hammerhead. Also threatens that backfield objective and might get those points.
You got me, Frantic. You got me there, bro.
Right now as well. Like he hasn't scored his turn 3, and see now he's got some flips coming off the top of the deck in just a minute.
Why has Tag got no score for
he's
turn
not out
3?
He does look like he's feeling the pressure a little bit though.
Why has Tag got no score for turn 3? Yeah. Is these tax objectives? Is that what we're saying?
But he's still got plenty of pain left in this Death Guard army to dish out.
In this moment, you know you have your work cut out for you.
Brilliant.
Your piece, you have way few pieces than you started this game with. You're up against some significant firepower from the Tau, and it doesn't seem to be.
What happens more often? The Warhammer screen wipe, or Mikey accidentally scroll the YouTube suggestions up on a full screen video? Yeah, so basically, normally you have to click this, right, to get the suggestions.
One is all but destroyed, one is destroyed.
Cleanse. Oh, so no plug. We've not seen plunder yet. So yeah, normally you click that, but when I zoom back out, it comes up. Did you see?
I think you're
because I have a zoom plugin, so I can zoom on videos much easier.
And right here,
so I can do this. You know what I mean?
Nurgle is a bit fickle sometimes. Has cleanse, which
is
an action-based thing. He has to do.
So I can like zoom right in.
But he also has behind enemy lines, and look where he is.
Behind enemy lines.
There's the enemy lines, and he's right there.
It's kind of annoying.
It's right there. So.
Tack is going to feel the pressure. How the fuck is Tack going to bounce back? Yeah, Tack's fucked it. No, sorry. And look how it's done to my player line now. Look what it's done to the player line. So these, I like having the zoom function, but it fucks the websites up.
There's big units of plague marines and that big unit of terminators. Not many actual small little units left on the board.
Yep.
So one of the things that Tau armies do very well is that you have a lot of small units that don't necessarily all need to contribute to the fight. So you've still got a lot of things that could do actions and stuff without worrying too much. The Death Guard have offset that a little bit by having those lone characters.
Death Guard does a lot of damage they can do, lol. Yeah, they can't do fucking shit, bro. They're going to sit on this objective, and they're barely going to pressure this.
Like, there's a lot of bolters over here, but they may be slightly out of position. The Death Route had some flamers on them, so the ability to kind of affect at least 2 units at a time. But the quality of the firepower and the amount of it is definitely reduced. And then there's this dynamic duo right here.
That doesn't seem like there's a solution to that at the moment, does there? Like,
I don't think
there's nothing can do anything against this. Tack's gonna use the Black Lord to go after the Hammerhead. 100%.
Really, you've got on the battlefield that could
100%. Tack's gonna use the Black Lord to go for the Hammerhead, rather than just go for this objective here.
Up, onwards and upwards.
Absolutely,
where they can.
You just go for it. Yeah,
absolutely has to right now.
So that looks like an advance.
It does. It's a mighty far move.
For sales purposes, Death Guard is selling this game.
He knows, but they don't have weapons that can contribute.
For strength of the competitive sales community, Death Guard have got real good shit left.
Go for movement across.
Yeah, let's go for the Hammerhead. The Hammerhead that can kill 2 models a turn, by the way. Tack has nothing on this board that is threatened by a Hammerhead now. He kills 1 model a turn at best. So what he's going to do, he's going to go for the Hammerhead rather than like consolidate onto this objective or like doing anything.
With a charge. He's back in it.
Yeah, we've just seen that.
Sick.
Terminators
Sick.
well.
What does the Hammerhead do? Let's have a look. It's like 2 shots, right?
Hammerhead. They are eyeing that up for a charge. They would have started 8 inches away. That's probably looking at a 5 charge there once they move in.
Chad, if you're just tuning in, or if you've been
Hammerhead,
let us know
range
what
weapons.
from Warhammer is
It's
everywhere
got
on
the
Steam.
railgun. It's one shot. It can literally kill one model a
Wonderful
turn.
to have you with us. Just as a reminder, guys, so this is the first day of live games of the new edition of Warhammer 40,000. This is game 2 of 3.
Hell yeah,
This is
dude.
A game with our
Let's go
partners
after the
at Flayed on
Hammerhead.
tabletop.
And then the
We're playing
Riptide
a
picks them
very
all
fun,
up.
kind of narrative
The
building game between
Riptide and Shadow
the
Sun just go,
Death Guard and the forces
hello!
of the Tau Empire. We're about halfway through the game. Currently, Tau Empire
Halfway
are
through,
up
bro.
with
You're like
themselves.
2.5 hours in. What do you mean halfway through? It started at 7:30.
He was trying to manifest destiny.
I did 2 shots of Land Raider earlier because everything else sustained at this point, I think.
As Tony was just mentioning, this is huge, right?
And
So
it has seeker missiles, but you will have shot those.
Of course, because we know why not.
Abilities.
You do it because you want to. You do it.
Yeah, I want to hit roll. Is it Kion that gives him sustained during turn 3 onwards?
Hit with a railgun as many times as you can before the fat lady sings.
But Overwatch has changed a bit.
Codex. Kion.
So one of the
Yeah, you have sustained. They must have hit with a 6.
Is when
They hit twice.
you have enough combo pieces and emulating of rerolls that.
Yeah, so
Overwatch
Kion,
is
the monk can't get
effectively
ability
pushing
turn 1, 2, 3, then it turns
We've
off.
seen that happen
Kion
multiple
get ability
times
3,
throughout
4,
the
5.
generation.
So
In
they
the
don't
next
get the
edition,
ability
looks
during
like that
turn
will
1 and
not be
2.
the case unless you have some kind of
Yeah,
crazy extra
Weapons
flamer.
still do it.
Yeah.
But,
He's sustained and dev wounded off that. Sounds like it. But he's like minus. Don't forget that the Hammerhead's like -5, so the Land Raider doesn't get a save.
2d6 plus 3 each at 622.
Because you don't get an armor save, because you don't get a cover save, sorry. And the range weapon is -5, so you don't get a save.
Good shout.
Also to Overwatch, as pointed out, no, it's only in the movement phase.
Yeah. Yep, no charge phase.
So that charge with the Terminators is going to be big because if they don't make that charge, it's going to fly off, right?
Yeah,
it's
so
not
bad.
sticking around.
So
But if they
bad.
do make that charge, all of a sudden that
What do you mean?
field objective, the Tau's home
What do you
objective
mean?
is
Where's the
effectively
Twin Lads gone?
captured.
You take the home.
Oh, he just got shot by them. I
Am
just got
correct
shot by
in thinking that Twin
Mephitic.
Lance just got one shot by the Mephitic? Yeah, the Mephitic just one shot the last remaining Twin Lance.
Whoa.
It's no joke, right?
Whoa, that's crazy.
Eat a plague. Oh, eat a plague from
Yeah, that's what we have to
Typhus.
remember
Even
is-
cooler.
That's what we have to remember is
as you mentioned, a
AP
very
is
strong
way
character.
more brutal now because
Yeah,
a
decent
Hammerhead
ability with
ignores
Yeah,
saves,
so the Mephitic
basically.
is trying to eye up a shot.
It essentially
into the
ignores armor
Riptide.
saves.
Side.
Because it's
So
minus
the
5,
Riptide,
and you've got nothing that gives you
it's a
plus
big
1 armor
ask
save
at that
anymore.
range. It's pretty good
to make it
itself, but
essentially
at long
4.
range, it's a big ask. It's not impossible, but through the invulnerable save and having to roll very high in order to take it out. But Typhus, they're just reaching out there across
Yeah.
the battlefield,
Snatching
almost
souls.
like cutting past all of that junk about mortal wound, invulnerable saves and all of that, and just picking up the very powerful Tau piece through the power of Nurgle and destroying it. So yeah, that's a
See if the mighty Land Raider doesn't get a save.
Yes,
No.
really cool. So, hitting with the Mephitic's.
Remember when 10 started by flattening AP and everyone got AP crap
And just
up?
2
Yeah.
little shots going into the.
I know so
standard
much, but
vest.
Towley ignores cover this spot as Markalite.
Down he goes.
Ignore
Yeah,
cover is
one
just
save
-1
is not
to it
good
now,
enough.
don't forget.
Spit is out of the
Not a cover save. You don't get
That
cover
is a
save, you get -1 to
one of
it.
the ways to kinda
The
get
Hammerhead
people
hits
out.
on 3s, on 4s even, and gets +1 to it against vehicles, so it hits on 3s. Best 4s.
Yeah.
So,
Morty Glory's been crashing out by this game. Morty and Glory is a bigoted racist. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Talking about the Riptide, which
Sure.
is toughness 9.
I
That's
don't care about his
Yeah.
opinion.
This is the.
He says stop the boats, unironically.
+1 to wound now. 1 at AP4, so 2 at AP4. It makes them both on the Riptide's 4-up invuln. That is clutch. Missiles hit and does a wound again.
Body Glory can eat
Put
poo,
in there.
truly.
Goes through.
D6 damage. Rips a
Only
1.
For real?
one.
Yeah, he put out a fucking video because
You don't wanna
he
see that
fucking
one,
posted a
though. You've
meme.
already done an
Posted a
effort here.
meme about stopping boats.
What else do you want from me,
Yeah.
guys?
Remember he showed up in my chat? Yeah, and I called him
No,
out for
you
it.
only have a few
No
activations
racists allowed
left.
in this chat, bro.
Close to the charge phase now.
Yeah, it's gonna
That's
be,
like saying no idea.
Terminator.
Have you not watched any of his live streams where he's full of like being like transphobic? You know what I mean? Like any live stream being transphobic or laughing about transphobia or laughing about immigration.
See it right
Cunt.
there on the miniature. Here it's activating first now 2 into these stealth suits.
I'll go
Here
for
we
stealth
go.
suits for these, yeah. Just removing pieces that could potentially score.
1 lethal and sustained here. So it's
Yeah, fair enough, Brandon. Not a great person.
Sustained, rather.
Not a great person. Cunt.
Devastating wounds here, though, which is nice. 1 devastating and 2 wounds.
Yeah.
He's strength 7. He's in affliction range.
Can't play transphobic, no way.
Fantastic.
4-attack, strength 7, devastating wounds, sustain hits 1, neg 1 AP.
Yeah, so the -1 toughness coming into play there. Otherwise, you'd be winning on 3s, not 2s.
Yeah, one of the things you've got to watch out for if you're playing against a Death Guard army is basically they can pick a bunch of debuffs that you can have when you start getting close.
There was someone on Twitter, I remember, was just like posting like all of his Discord were just being like absolutely horrible to this trans person. It was really brutal. So they posted all the screenshots on Twitter. He's a bellend, honestly.
That shows in here is minus toughness and I think minus AP as well.
Yep. But he's the combination of detachment.
Actually, I've always been a fan of the Love Kriegers, yeah, literally.
AP detachment lets him really manipulate this as he pleases.
That was just the Plague Spear, which is D6 hits, anti-infantry 2+, ignores cover, just vaporizing some Tau.
Another 2.5.
And a new pertinent terrain rules for 11th.
Still got some more.
It's really bad. If that helps. All models have towering in terms of terrain line of sight.
Probably would have wanted to.
So it's shit.
You don't want to leave a single.
Pretty bad,
basically,
my opinion.
An action.
I love that this Riptide has never engaged with anything ever. It's just towed this terrain piece in the middle all day. Past 2.5 hours, 2 hours 35 minutes. We've watched this Riptide tip around. He put the wound marker down, facing the camera again. It's just facing away from the models.
1 wound just went through and did finish off the squad. So Blight Lord's just cleared off that expansion.
There's a psyop. There's a psyop happening here with this marker, with his wound markers.
And really start pushing that action. Every time they do, they'll get 4 points.
Secured for now. He's going to make a charge roll here in just a second, and we'll see what that opens up for him. I don't know if he's can if we get the top down shot again. I don't know if we can see the.
I don't forget the top down shot. Yeah, for all of 2 seconds, mate.
Yeah, he's just going to go
in the opposite direction.
You can have it for 2 seconds. That no longer. 1, 2, 3. Fuck, it's done in 2 seconds.
Well, if you want to be really cheeky, no.
Sounds miserable for me, the armies. Yeah, it does, mate. It really does. I'm sorry.
Get to it next turn to
yeah.
You also want to finish the game on the back objective, don't you?
He could definitely go around the bottom and go around for the home objective.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the roll for the Terminators charging. So that is not a lot.
Just made it. Needed a 4.
That looks.
If he was over 8 and then moved 4, how far did Blight Lords move? Did they move 4 or 5? They moved 5. Okay, I'll let him off.
So close, and that's.
I'll let him off.
Doesn't matter.
They moved 5.
Oh, as long as you make it, you make it.
They moved 5. So with the 4 charge, you'd make it.
Lord of Contagion.
Charging here with Lord of Contagion.
Into the stealth suits.
Let's go to that top.
Is his plan to blow this up immediately and then concentrate onto the objective?
Leaning sideways.
Barely gonna do it.
Lovely.
Great shot. The camera's not fucking straight,
Let's go
bro.
up top so we can see the charge.
Question: 9 miles down the road into 11th, does terrain get a complete rewrite? I imagine, if I had to guess, maybe 7 months after launch. Because that would be a funny number if, let's say, the game was delayed that long or wasn't finished in time, and it was delivered 7 months late.
Has an ability to minus the charge after
Just a random time frame. You know what I mean?
Still within the required range to get there on an 8, taking it from a 10 to an 8.
So the timing on that must be quite different now, because usually when your target is before they roll the dice. I'm not quite sure how that one works. Maybe I'll ask about that one in the break and come back to you guys.
FAQ
I would assume.
There are a few data sheets and a few detachments in the current edition of Warhammer 40,000. When the new one drops, it will have a tweak to something.
Yeah,
so
because the timing must have changed. Because you don't declare a charge
yeah.
target anymore. You just roll that dice and you see where you go. So is it when I roll the dice and I say I can make it to them that you hit it, or is it when your opponent puts the tape measure down to measure and you're like?
I like how Adam's like questioning now.
Not today.
No, don't look over there. Don't look over here.
Yeah, some of the ordering does change, and if the rule specifically triggers on a certain moment in the ordering, there might be FAQ changes or like wholesale changes to the rule potentially.
So Adam's asking us about the rules timing. Not that this is an 11th edition preview that should be telling us about these changes.
He's made it. Yeah. So okay, let's.
That's what he needed to stay in the game, wasn't it? He needed to get those units in.
What has he done this time?
No.
It was mission critical. Taking out the unit here. up on the mini map. Made
I think my boat.
He's reclaiming some of his ground. He's going to force Nick to make some decisions where Nick basically had a blueprint of what he needed to, what he was going to do in his turn. Now he's got to think about it.
Yeah.
No, he hasn't.
Reconsider. I mean, the Nick's
reconsider what? He's 20. He's 34 points ahead.
Just a little bit longer. He may just take the victory based on that.
He's running out of units to score that primary, though.
Well, that's exactly what Tuck's going to do. He's literally been like scorched earth, remove all the ability to stop me getting over there. I'm going to push this action button at some point.
Now, Blight Lord's not exactly great at taking out hammerheads, you know. But
did Nick spend 2 inches to pivot that railgun? Did he fuck?
Yeah.
He just turned it.
Decent
He's a mid-table warrior.
They're the Terminator unit of the Plague Marines. Pretty much.
They're not watching the same game. No, they're just not allowed to say things are over when it's technically not. They're not allowed to say this game was over turn 1. Because it was.
So this is the flail out of this unit. So winning on a 5 here now that he's hit.
The flail is 2 damage a piece. So that's
yeah, Nick is like, yeah, you can't actually charge. You might to charge.
Damage
That's
here
a
from
good
the flail.
start. That's a good start. Yeah.
8 wounds left. Starting at 14.
Narrative players doing it for fun and gaining an advantage. Isn't that crazy?
Getting into combat with it potentially also limiting its options to an extent, even if you don't kill it as well. That's worth saying.
Bubonic blades, 3 attacks apiece, strength 5, hitting on 3s, neck 2, 2 damage, lethal hits.
2 damage is the thing to watch out.
Yeah,
lethal hits and 2 damage is a strong combo.
Does it even kill this? Does it even kill this hammerhead right now?
Maybe I take back what I said. Maybe they're really great at taking out hammerheads.
Only 3 wounds there.
I don't think they do.
He cannot die, even if he fails all.
Yeah, there we go. Cool.
So it takes another 6, 2 wounds remaining.
So it's just going to shoot the shit out of him.
Yeah, wow. Almost got it. Will have to take a battle shock. If it does fail, will have to take a desperate escape, but did make it through the attacks of the Blight Lords.
Hammerhead down to 2 wounds is pretty big. Has to take battle shocks. If it tries to come out of combat while it's battle shocked, it has potentially of wrecking itself. You know, it's again creating some decision points for Nick, which is exactly what Tag needed to do.
Yeah. If you stay where you are, though, you definitely get killed by Terminators, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Is it exclamation point Warhammer community to get to the article?
My town friend was worried about this new edition. Now word from me.
Exclamation point.
Why were they worried?
You can go check out the list for this one. Check out the detachments that are being used. In addition, we have the detachment points for those ones.
I think the funniest thing about this is Tak has made choices for narrative purposes, but because neither of them are mics, it just look like these grossly incompetent 4K. This isn't. This is nothing to do with Tak's gameplay. This is just a game that was over turn 1 because Nick did something stupid.
Should we say in
you
about
know?
an hour and a bit's time?
An hour and a bit's time. We have a rematch of the 2025
I'm not.
Champion.
I just want to clarify. I ain't watching that game. This has been awful.
Final.
Want to miss it? You know,
I ain't watching the third game chat. I was like, you know what? I'll lock in for 6 hours. I ain't watching it. Fuck that.
He's now triggered his next level of contagion.
This is rough.
Detachment abilities.
It's been a rough watch.
And he's putting -1 OC, objective control, -1 leadership, out from a bunch of his units as well. One of the new detachment abilities. Did kill 2 of the stealth suits with the Lord of Contagion, which is a little bit lower.
The armor list are 2x2 piranhas, but in the game his first unit splits and charge the line range and potswap because quite some distance apart. Is this a new rule? I have no idea.
Hammerhead.
Look at this.
No idea, I'm
nugget of
afraid.
damage just in the bottom. Look, so much of the tower has been removed from.
They haven't really explained anything about what's actually happening in the game. They've only talked about random core rules. So
able to basically deal with almost any threat between them.
Yes, especially what's on the table right now, which is a bunch of high durability, mostly low model count units, apart from the 2 Plague Marine squads.
Like it would be insane if Nick and Tak had been talking over it because you can tell they're having fun being goofballs based on the based on
Mikey!
Yo!
Super chat £10.
Thank you,
Sorry,
Papaya.
Mikey, I can't take any more of this.
No,
Thanks
bro.
for streaming. Hope it gets better for you guys still watching.
Thank you for the super chat, mate. Appreciate it. I totally understand. We're watching it because it's funny to laugh. That's the only reason we're watching. We're not watching because this is entertaining.
Low score on primary once again. This has been the
you know, we're watching to criticize, basically. But thank you for the temper pie. Appreciate you. Hope you have a lovely evening, mate. Hope you have a lovely evening for the rest of it.
37. Now that all the points are put
Tak
in,
scored
and
3
the
whole
secondaries
points in
with
that
a
round.
Display of might and center ground. I think Nick just lucked out there. That is an amazing.
If only they made them all screen put cuts, it'd be easier to watch.
You have to have more units
Fuck.
of yours than your opponents do in the no man's land area.
I'm just going to continue to play 10th edition. It's just making me think that actually I need to do way more with the terrain than I was planning. That's all it's taught me.
Is debatably
Oh, new display of might. End of your turn. There are more friendly units, enemy units, wholly within no man's land. 2VP! And there are more friendly units and enemy units within no man's land during the end of your opponent's turn for 5VP. That's brutal. That's such a bad secondary.
The correct
Fuck.
But the difference is in display of might.
Thousands are going to be great, mate.
So if you hit next turn,
Thousands
ignore
terrain.
But I think there's 2 points of virtually free.
2 points in the
Center
hand.
ground, which is area
Is
denial.
colloquially what we know of as area denial right now. So unit within. So
It's
one of
not
the units,
colloquially
within 3
known
of the
as
center of
area
the battlefield, and no enemy
It is known as area
get 3
denial.
points, and then
You've
no
changed
enemy
the
units
name.
within 6, and you're within 3 for 5 points. That is 3 points in the bank.
I meant to score the
So
second
Nick will be
part
extending
with
his lead
different.
quite
I guess you
heavily
could
this
choose not to
turn.
score
I'm pretty
it,
sure the primary score for Nick's
and then just go. I'm going to have more than you in your opponent's turn.
He's in a commanding position now, almost 30 points ahead, 27 to be exact.
I think these games will make people
Yeah.
more
I think one of
skeptical
the
for
things
11th, and
to
it's really
bear in
helping
mind,
GWLA
for
fears.
the
I
late
agree.
game
Yeah,
scoring for the
totally.
Death Guard is that because of the way that the secondaries work, if you've got 2 secondaries in your hand, which we know that
What's
attacks-
plunder?
Yeah.
you can still score those later. So you in the current edition, you can sometimes look at the board and go, right, I'm 30 points up, you're never catching me, it's kind of game over. That isn't the case in a lot of scenarios here.
That I
We
do
know that
like.
Death Guard
The
has got a
stacking
very big
secondaries.
end game scoring potential on their.
That I like the
primers.
stacking secondaries of just like collecting them. That I actually, because I like that you don't have to discard. You can use new orders to redraw. That's good.
Mission.
Excellent
We
point.
also know that they've got potentially 6 more cards they can
Yeah.
score because they've got 2 in hand, 2 this turn, and 2 next turn. So there's still a lot of points up for grabs.
Poorly explaining rules and
I
not
think
hearing
that's
the
an
players
excellent
figure
point.
out having
Holding
fun
on to
isn't
those
good. No, I
secondary
agree. It's
cards
rubbish.
and keeping them in you. Like you can have 2 30-point turns essentially over the course between primaries and the secondaries.
There's some good stuff. Like I said, the stuff I like. I should have been writing this down. What stuff do I like?
In the new edition of the game, it's going to take some supreme lining up in generalship, and if you ever do it, you're going to feel like a god of the tabletop. But kudos to you.
Oh, just lay
One
it
sec.
all on the hand.
Yeah.
Lay it on the table.
Chat, we've got to get this. We've got to get more hype. Look, it ain't
5
all bad.
Read 'em all.
Okay, that's the header.
There we go. So the
And then we got
hammerhead doing-
normal
Passive battle
it
shock.
looks like he
section.
passes battle shock.
Yeah.
Okay,
and he's
that ain't all
falling
bad.
back. If he
Why did it
fails
not
battle shock
change?
and had like a hazard test on a
Section.
1 or 2, that model.
One,
Die for the
I
damage.
like the
That
stacking
has remained
of
unchanged for the
secondaries.
as far as I'm aware, unless there's any particular FAQs or anything.
What
changed
stuff do I like?
as
This
far as
side
I know,
of 20
it is
seconds.
exactly the
Yeah, I
same.
did.
If you are battle shocked, you must take a desperate escape.
Why
If
is this
you
not
are cycled
working?
or wrapped, you must do it as well. And if you're battle shocked, there's an extra negative to that for not being able to get outside of. Or not being
Okay.
able to move.
I like the stacking of secondaries.
So it
All
looks
right.
like the Tau are massing their firepower to try and deny.
What else do I
later
like?
scoring.
Um,
They are
I
getting all the
like
stuff to target that unit.
9-inch
The best thing Nick
coherency.
did was getting the plague marines out of their transports.
I
into the
also
fort.
like.
That is the best thing Nick did. He has not had. To
I also
fight either of
like-
these plague marine units, which in my opinion are the best portion of tactics.
What else do I like?
Because he was
Not
able
a great
to
deal,
deboat
to be
them,
honest.
as I like to call it.
There ain't-
One
I'm
of them
running
in the
out.
deployment zone, he was able to
I'm
pressure
running
the
out of
Land
stuff
Raider
that I
until they
like.
Got out when at an opportunity.
Let me have a look at my
The
sheet.
Land Raider died, and now they're both being stranded, hoofing it off the table.
You do not want to be walking with your death guard.
You don't. Well, I mean, you often find yourself in that situation.
Right,
where it's
we're
not-
running out
Big
already.
hill
There's-
there.
we
a lot of
like
occasion has
boats.
gone
We
down,
do like
has the
boats.
potential to get back up on deck
Boats,
at
we
the
do
end
like
of
boats,
the
that's true.
phase.
It's just chilling. Just taking a breather.
We
Waiting
like.
for the contagions to remanifest his corporeal form.
And
God,
also,
this
the
is
one about
rough.
Terminators, but there are just a few of them over there. You can't just hope that you're going
Characters
to kill
being
them.
part of the
You
unit,
have
yeah,
to
true.
really
Characters
respect what you're
locked into units at start at
Even if
list
you're
up.
firing something like a Riptide, which is
I like
one of the
that.
better weapons for taking out stuff like Terminators. The fact that you've
I
got
like-
vulnerable save, it only takes a
I like the
slight
models.
swing
Yeah,
in
that's
the,
true.
Probability, and that unit just shrugged it off.
We often say fours are fickle. Sometimes you
Fours
just
are
never
fickle.
fail them.
What else do I like? Do I like upgrades for units?
So
I
moving
don't.
to the
I don't
shooting
actually like
frame
that.
now,
No.
In traditional Tau style, Nick has used most of those isolated Tau units, so that
Uh-huh.
one surviving
Yeah.
little models and units to.
What else do I
target
like? I've
slow
not seen a great
reserve,
deal.
And using.
I'm
all
sure
the
there's
big
something
hitters
else.
like
Chat, what have we
the
said we've liked?
Riptide to
Do we like asymmetrical missions? No.
Railguns going into the Blight Lord
I don't
Terminators
like
right now.
asymmetrical missions because it just
One
means
hit.
that when there's like a true meta defining
That is a win,
detachment, everyone's saying they're playing the same mission.
-4, but of course pushing to the invulnerable.
So I
save.
like fly. Fly change.
Failed 3
Fly
damages and
good.
kill 1. They have 3 wounds apiece.
Fly good.
So anyway,
What else do I
resilience,
like?
We didn't
Not a
necessarily see
great
it there,
deal.
but it did just absorb 1 railgun.
We are also, of course,
at
this point.
Yeah.
We'll all play Taken Halt Mirror. Yeah, literally.
The two kind of famous ones, I suppose. A monk car, which is the kind of
Lie back to terrain.
the killing blow, which gives you lots of bonuses early on, and there's the
Do we like pre-painted terrain? That's not really. I mean,
Oh,
pre-painted terrain's
yeah.
nice, but not really part of the rules. But yeah, I do like that.
Sniper drill firing in the same place.
Subset.
This is the Farsight marksman.
Pre-painted
Top
terrain.
right, Farsight team.
Sure.
No
Strength
wounds.
5, no wounds.
Sure, but now I'm going to
7
zoom in so you
determinants.
can't see it.
Riptide shooting backwards into the Blight Lords.
What else have I liked about this
Overcharging
game?
here.
These are 4 damage hits.
Mhm.
So 4 damage hits.
More
and
Space
killing-
Marine models,
killing
yeah.
stuff like
That's going to
that.
go in the subset down the bottom.
If you've got a gun in your army that's 4 damage, just take it, right?
Yeah,
It
you
is
do.
So,
You do.
Such a useful.
Oh, where are the
this
Blight
is
Lords
good.
gone? Oh, they're all
Exactly.
fucked. Yeah,
You can
funny
kill
that.
bikes in single hits. You can take out terminals.
Um,
take out almost anything.
Invulns or death.
Crushing Impact is nice.
4s are better.
One
Well,
more
just-
down.
just lose
Not
this
bad,
one.
Not bad.
Crushing Impact's
That's what I was
good.
saying, wasn't it? Like sometimes that
I don't like the new cover rules
picks
now.
up whole
But
units,
shit.
Sometimes it does.
Oh,
very
Fusion
little.
Do I like new
Single-
Overwatch is good? Yeah, new Overwatch changes. Overwatch changes
Missile
good.
drones.
Fusion Blaster failed to do anything. This unit is soaking the battle. It's taken some casualties.
Charge range. Charge
Only
range is a
lost,
nice
what, 2?
change.
Yeah.
3.
Charge range is good.
No, he's only lost 2. You're correct. Shadow Sun lastly going into Typhus.
New Watch is great, so I don't have to
Vengeance,
fucking
Ice
keep
Fire.
making my opponent go.
One into Shadow Sun,
Are you gonna
one into
watch now?
Mythic.
Are you gonna watch that? I love that.
Max
That's good.
Greed,
Greedy.
Nick. Max
Charges
Greed,
changes.
greedy.
I don't like
Let's
2-inch
go.
engagement.
Double 6. Typhus
So you got
first.
one shot into Typhus.
Missed.
That is a miss. The
Right,
greed is
cool.
over. Oh,
Rerolls
he
ones.
gets 3 rolls.
I'll put it here, chat.
She does hit.
Put it
It's a
here.
hit now.
She's gonna fucking fuck
a
Typhus
wound
so
on
hard.
Typhus.
On Typhus.
AP4, 4 up invuln.
Oh, he's failed. Look at
Fails
that.
it.
Yo. Oh,
In the box.
if he had command points, I'd
3 damage.
flip
Not
that.
enough to
He
kill him.
is dead. No, he's dead.
No, he's
Not
dead.
enough to kill him.
He's
Fuck
dead.
me. I mean, he was on
For a
2 wounds,
reply
bro.
shot.
She
It's a
has been.
sus. It's a sustained on the Mephitic.
This
Oh,
tip precipitate
double
terrain
ones.
isn't prepared. No, you are
He's not
correct.
really wants
That
to
is
wound.
correct.
Oh, that was anticlimactic.
That was
But
awesome.
hey, the grid kind of paid.
Killing Typhus though.
Yeah.
Is,
What else do I like about this?
Well, he was going to put both into
I
Typhus.
don't think so. Very climactic. Anytime Typhus goes down,
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
big
Was
deal.
it climatic? He was
Just
stood
like
in the
Saint
open
Genius.
doing fucking shit.
Too soon.
Typhus less of a big deal than
He was
Saint
stood in the
Genius.
open doing fucking dog shit.
Oh, he's
Lord of
back on his
Contagion.
feet. The Lord of Contagion.
I don't like the new
Has
terrain
very
layouts,
useful
Megasaurus.
ability.
No,
There's a
mate.
few of these
I
in
think
the
the shit.
game,
I think this
where
is
if
really
you are
rough.
slain at
This
the
is
end of the
really
phase,
bad.
You roll a dice on the right dice roll. You can put yourself back on your feet. It is such a useful.
So
ability.
good.
So
He's
So
back.
good.
Uh,
He's just chilling. He just had to
I
take it.
love hidden.
I mean, again,
Wait,
it's one of those things where if you see
Love
that, it makes you
hidden.
I'm having it.
Mhm.
I will take that. Thank you very
Because
much.
Exactly
it
right.
does
Value
my
not
God.
does.
What lunacy charge is he
Fuck me,
engineering
nothing.
now? I think he's charging the Lord of Contagion with the
We
Riptide.
love hitting and it does fuck
Absolute
all.
Madman,
I love
Nick.
it.
I love it.
I love it.
Do it.
Crushing impact. He's
Crushing
gonna
Impact.
fucking. He's
Crushing
gonna kill
Impact,
this
He's
now.
doing that as well. He's going to do some more harm to himself, but he's going for victory.
Crushing impact.
9 chances.
A little bit like tank shock.
Fair enough. I didn't know your thoughts on it.
Ooh.
I haven't.
Does 3 to himself.
I haven't
Does
done a
3
video about it,
chances.
but this has showed me a lot because I didn't know about the towing terrain.
Both ways.
That's huge.
Oh,
Probably not quite the result he was going.
no, but he's be happy with it. He
Covers
did the
buffing
job.
power
He
armor is
technically got the
legit.
job
Is
done.
it?
We'll get a read on how many's left on the Riptide momentarily
I think
now.
he just came down
I
out of
think
the
he's
sky
done
with like
all the damage that on the Riptide. I think has been done. By
Does it buff
itself.
power armor?
One wound.
1 wound.
That was
Yeah.
done by the missile.
this Riptide coming out of the sky with a drop kick.
Yeah,
You know.
but landing
Oh,
badly
sorry,
and
sorry.
somehow he's belly
Sorry,
flopped
sorry.
there.
Oh,
onto the
he's
character.
spending 2 command points on the new heroic intervention, and he's charging the Blight Lords back
That
into
is
the Hammerhead.
perfect, yeah.
Yes, in action. This is the way this works now. Is that for 2 command points? And so there's 1 command point heroic intervention still in its current form, but for 2 command points, you can make an auto 6 into something that
Battle
didn't
Shock and charge
Not an
selection
auto
is
six,
cool,
it's a
yeah.
roll,
Battle Shock's
and
fine.
then it can't be higher than a 6.
I don't know if it's like.
apologies.
Oh
Yes,
my
it can't be
god.
higher than the 6 after all modifiers. And you
It could be
if
playing
the
terrain
result is
rule
greater than
wrong.
a 6, change it to a
Imagine.
6. So 6 is the minimum and the maximum.
New heroics
but
fun.
yeah, then they
Yeah.
go
I like new heroic.
You
The
can
result
still
is
fail
better.
it. You can
Apologies.
still
You
fail
can still
He
fail.
made
You
it.
can still
Yeah,
fail.
I
that is
love
useful for
Warhammer
Outpost.
logo
Two-sided.
stinger.
No,
We're
it's
all
not.
excited.
It's
New
huge.
edition of 4K.
This is huge. We just saw exciting stuff here.
Was this
All
less of a
shots
shit show?
made- they only lost 2 with half the
arguably a
remaining
little
tower
bit,
fire
yeah.
item, made the heroic, saw the heroic play, spent the 2 command points, got it in there. That Hammerhead only has what 2 wounds left.
Yes, it only got 2.
Well, we kind of running out of good
Plague
shit.
Flail in there and 2
Plague Flail
full
alone, you would
bubonic.
expect to be able to take it
That
out.
Plague Flail's just done 4 AP2 saves there. That's enough. Takes
They needed
4
a heavily
Doesn't
curated edit to battle
explode.
report. Yeah, this is rough.
Yep.
The map was on the floor. It truly
Spiral
was,
over.
and it hasn't ever been lifted
Yes.
at all.
Devil
It hasn't
Demise,
moved
baby. Do I remember correctly? And these guys are D6 on their mortals.
I think they are, yeah.
D3 mortal wounds.
Oh.
Doesn't kill the Terminator.
Stealth suits also take it.
Kill stealth.
One of the stealth suits died in an explosion.
I
one
love
of the
GW's
Terminators
dynamic
was
camera
injured in
changes.
that
No, I only like the
explosion,
I like
and
the
that
Stinger
hammerhead
exclusively.
it does
The
still
Stinger
feel
is so
like
good. I'm so I don't know why I don't have one.
Very tasty consolation prize.
Shall I add one? Shall I add a Stinger?
Oh, it's definitely a bit of fun. Nick's going to be scrambling now for points. He's just jumped up to 72
and
to 37.
himself onto that objective.
He's going to get more primary
exactly.
now.
That was a great play. There.
So
That
it was.
This is a
very
great
What
solid.
video
question
do I have?
here is that he broke combat, shot, and charged back in. How? So it was not that he charged back in. It was that the Blight Lords heroically intervened with the new heroic intervention and charged into
Yeah,
combat.
so apologies, I misspoke. We'll bring that back up and explain it properly.
Wait,
So
let's
the
see if it
1 command
works.
point heroic intervention exists in its current form. I got a little excited because that was an awesome
Chat,
play.
this is my
I'll
new
now
Stinger,
explain it.
okay?
Into the fray is the second trigger here on heroic intervention. For an additional command point when making the charge roll, if the result is greater than a 6,
Thank
it
God.
is
Thank God I
limited
got
to
a Stinger.
6. When selecting charge targets, you can select any unit that is within 6 inches.
1 second, I'm just going to turn
of
back
the
to full face
maximum
cam.
distance. So you will just get to for 2 CP, you get the chance to charge something within 6 inches, even if it didn't charge. Hence, when the
Fucking
hammerhead
wobble
fell
camera,
back,
bro.
it's still within 6 inches, and for 2 command points, which is a lot,
Fucking wobble.
back into that combat.
It's a lot, but totally worth it in the situation.
Fuck,
'cause
dude.
Look what's happened
Hellstorm's
here.
thing. I actually have one
Free
installed.
movement.
Wait.
Free movement.
And
it's lost the
free-
video.
a free pilot,
It's lost the
a free
video.
assault, and he wouldn't have got otherwise.
Never mind.
movement.
Wait.
And who's gonna take the home objective of
Wait.
the fireside team. Get some
Stinger.
more primary, and things are going to start to get really
Properties.
spicy towards the back end. We are into turn 4 though. There's only one more
But
turn of scoring
as a
after this.
Death Guard player, if you can engineer free movement in any of your activations, you're
It's
on
payday.
the path to
Yeah.
victory. Yep.
We'll get the
I actually
scorecard
kinda
up
love that
as
it's
we're
just an
going
advert.
into this turn
Wait.
because I do want to
Wait,
point
wait.
out the absolute amazing job Nick is doing, smashing it.
I
on the
can have
primary
this
score.
pop up every
Even
time
with
I
so
change
few
scene?
units, and he's so controlled on the battlefield. He still managed to put up 11 points and 7 points on secondary.
and scored every single one.
Wait, I can have this pop up every
This is
time I
a-
change
this is the
scene.
tale.
Yo!
These three scores
Outpost,
have made Nick
let's
real
go.
showcase. He has done
Use my
some very
links.
funny things,
Every
very
time I
thematic
change scene, an
and
advert
entertaining
pops
things,
up.
and he's still locked down so many points. Well done to him.
And he's bringing the fight. I mean, again,
That's so good.
highlighting
Fuck me, no wonder Games Workshop do it.
one, Of the
There you go.
guess
I can't get rid of
lower
it.
stat
I have to wait for it
buffs
to
of
end.
Death Guard with that movement, forcing him to stay in there.
Is it gonna go, or is that
An
it?
extra turn,
That's it.
which is allowing him to pick up some points
Cool.
around the table. But now Tag
There
is
you go.
clawing back. We've seen some deep
Right,
strikes.
we've had
We
to
just saw
re-explain.
that
We've had to
it does
apologize for the rules.
Still
Sorry.
feel like-
but totally worth it in the situation because look what's happened here. Free movement.
And a free pilot and a free
Yeah,
consolidator he wouldn't have got otherwise.
movement.
And now he's going to take the home objective off the fireside team, get some more primary, and things are going to start to get really spicy.
Wait,
towards
one
the
thing I
back
will
end. We are into
say-
turn 4 though. There's only one more
But
turn of
as a
scoring
Death
after
double
Guard player,
dice
if you
box.
can engineer free movement in any of your activations. You're all
Double dice
on the path
box
to victory.
slash overlays.
We'll
Nice.
get the scorecard.
The
up
overlay's
as we're
nice.
Going into this turn because I do want to point out the absolute amazing
yoinking
job Nick
this.
is doing, smashing it on the primary score. So even with so few units and he's so controlled on the battlefield, he still managed to put up 11 points and 7 points on secondary.
and scored every single one of his
He
secondaries
has
as well.
that. This is
Every single
this is the
one.
tale. These 3 scores, man. Nick has put on a real showcase. He has done some very funny things, very thematic and entertaining things, and he's still locked down so many points. Well done to him.
He's bringing the fight. I mean, again, highlighting, capitalizing on one of the
What rule was it?
I guess lower stat buckets of the Death Guard with that
Mm.
movement, forcing him to stay in their deployment zone for an extra turn, which is allowing him to pick up some points around the table. But now Tack is crawling back. We've seen some deep strikes. We just saw that
Crawling
brilliant
back.
heroic
He's
intervention
41
and
points
we're seeing
behind
some
now.
risky plays and some long bomb charges.
Yeah, and I think this might be the turn of the long bomb charges, right? So
It
those
is.
2 units of plague marines,
They're
which
heroic.
previously have been sort of like too.
When
far
did they say
away
that?
To do much, I'm gonna have to try.
Was
and
I too busy
combat.
fucking about
We've
with
got a
this
new
thing?
secondary mission, which is worth talking about.
Was I too busy fucking about with the Stinger? Sorry.
Which has been drawn, which is beacon. When drawn, select one friendly unit on the battlefield or embarked within a transport on the battlefield.
I only thought it was still on to play for.
Units in transports generally now can interact with the game in much more ways. Any battle round at the end of your opponent's turn or the end of the 5th battle round, whichever comes first, your beacon unit is on the battlefield and not within your deployment zone. Or for 5 VP, you can say your beacon unit is on the battlefield and not within your territory.
That not within your territory comes up in a bunch of the secondaries
more
here.
than halfway across the board.
Yeah, and you don't
What if
have
you
to guess
What if you don't have on the battlefield or in battle with the transport? Okay.
either on the deployment cards that come or the mission deck that comes with
This turn with just Shadow Sun, or potentially just Shadow Sun and some stealth
I mean,
suits.
so Shadow Sun is right in front of the
Mephitic,
Blight
yeah,
Hauler there. So
yep.
the Blight Hauler has 2 melter shots
And a missile shot.
and a
yeah.
missile shot. So it is pretty good.
It's looked hungry this entire time.
I would not write that off as killing
No.
Shadow Sun, to be honest. So it could also do
An easy
charging,
sabotage.
right?
Yeah, maybe sabotage is
You've
gone.
also got the Plague Marines, which might make a lump bomb charge.
Maybe
They could also
sabotage
try
has
and
dropped
charge
off.
the Riptide if they wanted to.
Yes.
There's option still.
There
right?
is hazardous rolls here now. Passes. So that was the plasma shot from the Lord of Poxels.
Watching 2 clawed agents
Here's the
arguing
shots
might be
into
more entertaining than listening to these
Shadow
2
Sun.
dudes waffle
This
up
might be
for
quite
3
good
hours.
if the
You know,
Blight Hauler-
There's 3 dudes. Eddie, Adam, and Paul. Just want to clarify.
can take her out. That is a very powerful piece removed.
Hitting on 4s here. Is the multi-melters forced to hit.
So anyway, we've got 13
That's a
things that we
lethal
like, and half of them are only a little bit related to the game.
That's big.
Body, there we go. That's what we want.
Missile shots. Misses.
We've got like 13 things that we like that aren't related to, well, kind of related to 11th. It's pretty rough.
Like a solution.
Well, I think it could outright kill her, to be honest.
It would, yeah.
I was hyped for 11th. Thanks, Mike. Bro, it's fuck all to do with me. Look, why are you getting hyped for something you've not seen? All right? Why are you getting hyped for something now? Now you've seen it, it's my fault. It's fucking not my fault the game feels shit and this is a terrible way to showcase it. Brother, it's fuck all to do with me. I'm just sat here watching and talking about and telling you what I think. Yeah, I'm quite cynical, but it's not
You'll
great.
see that the Terminator unit has now gone and claimed that objective.
Yeah,
at
the home
top.
objective,
That
and I
is the
don't.
big point to-
I
I'm
don't-
I'm blaming you. Sick.
It's
Do
10
it.
points at the end of the game.
Everybody
For
does.
him to take the home, and I don't think the tower can take it back off the Blight Lords now, which is very impressive.
The
His attack
Riptide
is
wanders
0
over
on
and
that,
kills
as
the
well as
Blight
his
Lords, but
attack
he'd
in the
rather
game.
kill
Fast
these because
Armor
it's
has
holding
been
one
down
objective.
into
That's it.
Blight Lords. I kind of would have left it there and choose the shots to try and put dev wounds on the Riptide.
Anyway, subscribe if you haven't already.
Charge. That guy is like absolute paste.
Defiler's Texas guy. Yeah, Defiler's going to be fucking. Oh, bro, Defiler touching like 4 pieces of terrain all at once. Defiler sat here.
You can never guarantee it. You can never
Touching.
guarantee
Wait, let me get my pen.
Again, taking the points you can.
Defiler.
And
Yeah.
Why are my pens so thin?
Big Blight Hauler into
The
Shadow
Blight Hauler
Sun.
is
I'd,
going into Shadow Sun. I don't think it's too tasty in combat, but you know.
It's going to be like.
just get all
It's
your
It's going to be
Blight
like
Hauler
sat
down,
there,
yeah.
so you can see through this one,
Yep.
see through this one, and see through this one.
Impact. Needs a lot here, though.
It's going to be brutal.
He does. He's T9.
Would have wanted to get
T9,
one.
yeah. So on the averages, you're looking
Three.
at about 3 mortal
Yeah.
wounds.
So
But
3
maybe
and 1 to 2
9.
is maybe 9.
Nine,
up to 6.
9 dice is not 3 mortal wounds on average.
3
and
hold
one
on.
to
It's
themselves.
1.5.
Exactly the odds.
What do you mean 3?
Yeah, 3 to Shadow Sun, 1 to themselves. Huge charge from the Plague Marines. If they make it into
is a big
anything,
one.
it's a game changer.
That
Three
does not,
wounds.
3 does not make it into anything.
Boxwalkers,
Yeah,
why
got
not?
command
Oh, there's
points
still some
down at the
boxwalkers
time.
somewhere. I must have missed those.
Secretly, he harbored a whole nother unit of
There's a
Boxwalkers
secret
this
unit of
entire
boxwalkers
game.
hiding underneath.
always
some
more.
building
One
somewhere.
becomes 2, 2 become 4.
Is it? Right,
It's,
The infantry can shoot through the terrain because they're touching the terrain.
You still can't shoot through a wall. You literally can't shoot through.
So they're all towing into this terrain feature, which will open up all this because the terrain features are joining. When you see them joining more than just corner to corner, I have found this so far in my experience of the game, I have found that counts as one terrain piece. I don't know if that is universal just yet, so don't me speak to other things, but they usually, if they're conjoined by more than corner,
They're all
to corner,
towing
you
in so they
assume
can
it's
see
counted as one
straight through
piece.
it, chap.
Not to be
I've
taken
not fought
seriously
against a
just yet,
Defiler,
but
but I
still,
decided
I'm
I didn't
still
want
learning
to.
so much.
Imagine a
Okay.
combat unit that's well good at shooting.
at some point.
Imagine a shit unit that's well good at combat. There you go. Number 14.
Shadow Sun went down.
Defiler,
That's
still,
impressive.
stonks. I like that because it's
I
funny.
did not think the Blight Hauler could get it done
Me
in
either.
combat. But you know, the crushing impact, then some swings. It does have a mouth on the front of the tank. You know, so
It does. It does go num num num.
real bitey.
Real bitey.
Yeah,
It's so low to the ground. It's going to really harass those ankles.
yeah, it's tough.
The Defilers have been minging in my local. Is that a
We're just having
word?
discussion of the
Minging.
scoring possibilities for attack.
That's such a weird way to use that word.
You need a moral
How
Right,
bizarre. That's our dialect
One more
coming in
battle round
clutch.
to I think Tax assumed he is out of the game. He's being doubled right now, 82 to 40.
I hate getting doubled.
He believes he can't mathematically make it back into it, but there's still more for us to learn and more for you guys to enjoy. And this battle round 5.
Is there anything to learn? What have we learned? What can we learn?
Too is like when did we get limited resources? When you really see some of the sportsmanship in the play shine.
Excited for defilers to get back in stock so I can stop seeing wrongly sized 3D printed divides in the wild.
Because it is simply an injustice the greater good cannot stand.
Yeah, so the maximum you're able to score in a single turn
is 15.
It's 15 for primary, 15 for secondary. So
correct.
if there's a 30-point differential, you can't catch up.
Yeah, correct. If on battle round 5 you're down by,
you can only score 15 per turn on each one.
You can't really catch. Exactly right, and that's the position he's in right now.
Wait, minging isn't standard English.
Yeah,
minging for me is like saying something's gross. Ew, that's minging. But you're like, it's minging in my... Has been minging in my local meta. That's just not the word. That's not the right word for me. Minging is like grim. Like this. You see someone who's like, someone's shitting on the floor, for example. Don't know why they would be, but it's just an example. Someone's shitting on the floor. Ew, that's minging. You know?
Final kill units of plague marines are mostly looking okay, but
the way you used it in that sentence didn't make sense to me.
So lots of battle shops.
If it was like the local meta has been defilers and it's minging, and it'd be like, oh yeah, I get it.
A whole lot of things like, hey, I know you only have 2 models left, but could you please go hold that objective?
Yeah,
not if you're
spamming minging. Yeah.
Can you hold this or
has been minging.
Claiming this one or whatever else.
Has been minging my local meta.
Solutions on the blight.
They have been heroes this game.
Dude,
minging in my local meta. Yeah, maybe I just misread it.
Wounds onto things, spotting things. They've been very, very useful at unit.
Riptide moving.
Do we have any idea if the spot mechanic shaved out, bro? We listened to 3 guys talk about Overwatch. All right. What else do you want? Got a bug on my finger. We've listened to 3 guys talk about Overwatch for 3 hours. Like, what do you want from this?
Very wise.
Riptide's obviously shot that he has. He's got 3 units left, and
there don't change. There's any reason why defilers shouldn't be night costed? Nope.
Guide and shoot. Really well. Such a great.
I love that knights don't need to walk through walls anymore because the walls are about 4 inches tall.
The Riptide is going to start off proceedings. I would say if the Riptide
changed. Yep. Sorry.
If the Riptide is not able to take much damage off this unit, I'm not sure the rest of the shooting is
matters. Yeah, particularly matters.
It's all about the Riptide, really. Isn't it?
That could score a bunch of points. It might be like it might actually be like a 10 point. If he scores 30 points in the last round, there's like 10 points in it. That's quite interesting. But like the game was done. The game was over at turn 1.
If you just kill one more, their risk of battle shocking and not having any OC to hold the home.
So much narrative terrain. I think the terrain looks fine. It's just not functional at all. It's why is it so small, bro? Why is it so small? We need big L's because the game's fucking too killy.
This Blight Lord Terminators. Also, this is a solid wall. Maybe sometimes you might want to find yourself in this area.
Yes, that's why I wanted the charge. If I was him, charge in, kill this, pile in, out of the line of sight. Stay a little secret, stay a little safe. Strength 10 here on the Riptide. 3's to wound, dropping 2. 4 up invulnerable saves. Each fail will be
easy done, right? Easy done.
Yep. Oh, he bosses it.
There's a 1 wound Blight Lord that is taking all the brunt of that damage.
That was epic.
The trailer's fine, but his issue is where Eddie keeps saying things like the best part is you put whatever you want on it and then presented 2 identical sets. Well, they're only going to show off this. They're only going to show off this. That's all they're going to show off. That's it, because they sell it. You can put anything you want on it as long as we sell it. You know? They want people to get excited about this terrain, and I've just learned that it's really bad for the game.
6s for devs. No devastating
and no
nothing.
Wounds. Oh,
after bigging up.
So it should have 3 floors. I think it should be 2 floors minimum.
They were tired from
unless you want to call ground floor.
Up and down to plunging.
Only having 2 is just too little. Makes you worried about knights and like nuking the board. Well, anything could just tow in and see over. So it's like
no AP. So 2 saves here for the Blight Lords. May still get another wound.
Yeah, the terrain's a problem, chap. Terrain's an issue. Really.
Got plenty of wounds left.
It just feels nuts to be like you could put trees on it or whatever, and it's like, why didn't you put chosen trees? Did they only sell wildwood? And that won't work on this. That's why. I understand your
I
point,
think
though.
all of the
But like
towers
that's why they're
shooting
not.
there,
It's because
clearly
they
a
don't
little bit
sell
exhausted from the
anything
long
that
game.
don't
Lots
fit
of
on
misses.
this.
They're not a particularly successful
Yeah,
season
starting to
phase.
feel that pressure.
Considering
The
how
problem I've got
devastating
is
those
like
units have been
they're gonna
in
watch
previous
this back
turns,
and go,
that was very
yeah,
poor
that was
from
sick.
some of those units.
Great job,
The Riptide
guys.
really didn't contribute a huge amount.
Except for
Lots
the
of fusion
silence
guns
that,
there
or the
seemed
no
failed
camera
to
they had
do
at the
any
first of
damage.
the start of the
And
first
the
game.
Death Guard
They're gonna
tactics,
go, guys,
the-
we did a
the-
great
the
job.
combination of the
Claps to
Deathless and
chat.
Vulnerable saying
When
we
really
did
it's
a
just like
fight there.
Well, whereas
people
Death
just
Guard were
watching to see the
silhouettes
snippets of
before in
rules
the
and
fog
that's
of
it.
war,
We're not
now
really like
nice and
getting
personal,
into
they
it.
can
We're
see
not
all
really
those
like
tentacles
getting like
peeping
an
out of
exciting
things.
game. It's
Oh,
just
goodness.
They've been
it's just
nurtling here and
noise
there,
until there's
you
an
know, it's
interesting thing.
very
You know.
unsettling to the Tau.
It's okay shooting at them with a railgun when you're, half a board away. As soon as they get up close.
But all of you
it's
to
a
see they're
proposition.
not going to watch it back. No way. They're not going to bother
And
watching it
that's
back. Of
already the
course.
end of the Tau turn. They didn't really need to do much.
Right,
to score
could
big points
ta-
already
well,
across
if
the
Nick
last
scores
10
any
minutes,
points,
we're
it's
now
even
moving
more
into,
Jover. Surely he scored a
final turn
couple.
of the game, Death Guard turn 5. They will not be able to catch up on points, but they might be able to claim some compensation prizes.
Yeah, they obviously would love to get down this Riptide.
87?
These Pathfinders
Yeah,
have been
truly
through.
Jover.
There's a good opportunity to actually table the Tau and still lose the game, which of course is something that can still happen. But you at least walk away with some with a gold star.
I think that's the case. I mean, it is a testament to the generalship of keeping the game as close as it has been, considering how the first 2 turns of the game played out. Like, we've seen some excellent decisions and some risky and gutsy moves that have been fun to watch.
Burden of Trust and bring it down. So Burden of Trust.
We still haven't seen Plunder.
A objective, and seeing as this is the bottom of turn 5, those are just free points. Usually you have to hold that.
A participation trophy, yeah.
At the end of the turn, or the end of your opponent's turn, or the end of the battle, to get 2 points for every objective that you hold and guard with a unit. So
surely someone from the rules teams who watching what Nick has done with the Riptide and Tiger is thinking we need to fix this. Kayari, yes. Someone should have watched this and gone, whoa, toe-in is pretty brutal. But do you know when they should have done this? During the playtesting, when they came up with the idea. That's when it should have come up. Not now. Not on the first reveal of 11th edition. It should have come up when they were fucking playtesting it. You are so right, though. You are so right. I hope someone sees it.
Fight and shoot, do those things, but you must
With your units, you can say, I'm going to hold on to these. So it rewards you for already being in an advantageous position. And as long as
win more. Love that.
The return attacks of the enemy.
Did you see that, Ben of Trust?
Bring it down.
When drawn, start your turn. For each objective, you can select one unit on the battlefield to guard that objective. So if you're not on the objective, which he isn't, can't do anything with it. To decide your next turn, while that unit is within the range of the objective, and while you control that objective is guarded, and then any opponent's turn or the end of the 5th battle round, whichever comes first, you get 2 points per objective. He was on maybe he was on this one, but yeah. And he can't hold this one because the Riptide's touching it.
So I think it's
I keep forgetting that the Riptide's towing on here because it's an objective. That's why he keeps towing onto it. It's an objective, so just towing around the edge.
Closer than it maybe looked. It's still definitely going to be a Tau victory, but the Death Guard have got a very respectable number of points.
Just tuning in, what's the Riptide been doing? It's been No Man's Land early, I think so, yeah. The Riptide's been bouncing around and towing the terrain in the middle to be able to see everything because it's essentially got towering.
It's 2 of the most dynamic units in the Death Guard.
Everything has towering, so it's just been towing around this because it's an objective. I forgot about that really crucial part of the game. When I was like, why does he keep touching the terrain?
Whereas in the center,
does towing on put your OC on the objective? Yep. Sure does. That or they've never been holding the objectives ever in this.
That scoreboard dominance from the Tau side.
We've got some Overwatch, which is firing currently into the Mephitic.
Attack on next TZs, that's an objective. Oh, you could guard here.
Remove it before it gets.
He's not gonna be able to get. He's not gonna be able to get a win. The most he can get is like 70 points.
As well, so he doesn't get any rerolls on the snapshot, but he would get sustained if he managed to pop off.
The Blighthauler is now shooting into the Riptide. We've got the Melter Gun. That's the one to really watch. We've also got the...
I understand why they'll never invite me to something like this, but I just want to clarify. I say this because it should be better. You know what I mean?
He's going to CP reroll the fail. Does clock it. Well done,
That's huge, because there's got to be everything in the kitchen sink at that Riptide.
That's why I kind of, like, someone's going to watch this from GW and say Mikey's a big fat cunt. And I'm going to be like, yeah, probably. The problem is I watch this and it just makes me disappointed because it's just not been done well. You know what I mean? It's just not been done well. Game-wise, I'm really concerned, but also, like, trying to, like, explain these rules, I'm just not sure, like, the thought process behind it.
So hit so fast,
anyway, someone's left GW and joined Tabletop Tactics. Can you believe? There's a guy who was like, "Oh, I'm leaving GW." Oh, he follows me now. Yeah, I'll follow him. I'll give him a follow. He announced yesterday he's leaving GW. That Chris guy, and now he's joined Tabletop Tactics.
Just chipping wounds off now with some of the small arms.
This guy.
Bolters and
this guy.
Blight launchers.
Shout out to him. He joined TT.
It was saved.
So he was part of the. It's quite funny looking at his Instagram, right? It's like, here's me playing at Tabletop Tactics. Okay.
Just imagine that.
I'm saying this from a place of love, Chris. I don't know you. And then he's like, so blessed to be making gaming content for a living for GW. When was this?
Yep.
When was this? It doesn't say.
Nope.
February.
Whole unit.
And then May May he's like, I'm leaving GW. And then the day after he's like, I'm joining Tabletop Tactics. What a fucking timeline. What a fucking timeline.
Even so, like, not as much as you hope.
Is that why Beard's left? No, I think Beard's left for other reasons, which I don't think is my place to go into. But
doesn't matter.
I think he's Beard's replacement, or was offered a job when Beard was leaving. You know what I mean? When it was like, hey, he's leaving, would you like a job?
It helps.
Who knew?
1 damage each.
Is he not allowed to change jobs?
3 left.
All right. Did you hear anything I said when he was like, hello, I'm working at Games Workshop 4 months ago, and now he's working with Tabletop Tactics, but also he's on Tabletop Tactics before he joined Games Workshop. So I probably went, hey, I played on Tabletop Tactics, so I'm really good on camera, look. And then it's gone, cool, I'll work at Games Workshop. And then like 2 months later, it's gone, I'm leaving Games Workshop to work at Tabletop Tactics. Can you not see the funny part of that? Or are we just like stonewalling it? I think that's quite funny.
You've seen it happen. You know sixes are possible.
I've seen them on
Yeah.
dice.
Yeah.
They do exist. I've been told. I've never experienced.
They've been better playing a few games
not
and release a
in
pre-record proper
not in
explained
this
game.
game.
Yeah, exactly. And the problem is they're probably going to send it to everybody who is going to make battle reports. But it's only going to be like the select council that are allowed to do that, and no one else is going to have access to the rules. So we're all just going to be like fighting for scraps at the bottom, basically. But yeah, I think they should have done a pre-recorded, definitely.
Yeah, well, no.
Yeah.
You seem to mock him for it. When did I mock him for it? I said it was funny. I think maybe you should read into sarcasm, but also like laugh when something's quite funny.
Oh, and Reese.
Did I insult him for it? I said, no, I've never met you. This is coming from a place of love. I thought it was funny.
He has no CP.
No CP. He's rolling raw.
All right, he's coming. He's going back to the shoot. Coming out.
He's doing a runner.
Coming out of a cannon.
It's not enough. Can the Blight Hauler kill it?
The Blight Hauler. Ooh, Blight Hauler.
It's going in. This is the last play of the game, I think.
This would be
This is the last play of the game. He's going to do no damage.
That Riptide. It has enough attacks.
Technically, you can do this. Would be an absolute aberration.
Came across differently. Did it come across differently, or do you just want to take it differently? That's the question. I don't think it came across as mocking, especially because I said, "I don't know you. I'm going to follow you back."
Taking this play,
and then we will bring the players over for a very quick chat. Talk to them about how their experience was.
Yeah, Jover, nothing happened.
And see what they've got to say for themselves. We will have another game for you in about
shit, and now we're going to go back to Triptides.
Which will be,
bro, we never left. Bro, we never left. These are just list Games Workshop gave to them to play. Bro, we never left.
Interview them, talk to them a little bit about their game. So just
it's always Triptide.
While we have a short break.
See y'all soon.
It's always been Triptide, bro. Ah, right. Do we have anything else we liked about 11th edition? I'm struggling. I finally got my daughter to sit down for a 40k battle report, and I exposed her to this debacle. I failed as a parent. Bruh. I'm sorry, bro. Never mind. Hand in your parent badge. Yeah, when this game ended, it's pretty sweet. Did you put that Overwatch changed the third time? That's true. Overwatch changed. Good. Oh, I think I spelled that wrong. Yeah, I spelled that wrong. Sorry, chat. You already have a Overwatch at number 8. Okay. Still like Overwatch. What do you mean? What else do I like about this game? What else did I like about this stream? I like the goofs and gaffs, but I don't think that's part of 11th edition. What did I like about 11th edition? That's the real question. What I saw. I am struggling. Everyone is basically just going to tune in for the next stream to see if they reveal.
Welcome back, everybody. We are joined by Nick and Tak. We're going to talk through.
I don't like how the mission changes.
Thanks so much for playing. How was the game for you guys?
That was tons of fun. Yeah.
Did that play out like your practice games, or was that?
No, not at all.
We were quite impressed by the sort of very aggressive early Chow players.
That was quite surprised.
Impressed the word? Or
yeah.
Okay, so people have watched our channel know that I'm a very aggressive Tau player. I usually play like Monk Cobb. I was playing Kayun today, but at the same time,
could have fooled us.
At the same time, it's the Tawabunga method. You just kind of go straight for it. But what it did was, honestly, it was a little bit. Yes, it was a little bit of a tactical move, even though it was a little silly. It's because suddenly, like getting into his land.
It was a little silly. It was like exceptionally broken.
In practice games, you kept like bringing those plague marines up close, and it was.
Oh, I do like the deep strike change.
So I was able to like basically shut you down in your home deployment zone. That kind of sucked for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that seemed like a big thing, wasn't it? Like making the plague marines kind of get out where they didn't want to, and they were great when they got out. They killed the things that they were near, but then they were kind of out of the fight that mattered.
Yeah,
right. And so in the practice games, what I did to counter that was to split off my Terminator characters, have more deep strike, have more ability to try to get up the board. But then he saw that and then decided to like, screen, and there was just absolutely nowhere to land.
Yeah, I think the narrative was Nick having a good time. That was the narrative of this.
Here you go. Put all your death row Terminators.
Nick is going to have a great time. He's not going to manage his opponent about -2 to charge, and then he's going to charge in turn 1.
Really well on the kind of primary, but it did feel like a kind of close game in terms of the losses on the battlefield, right? Like both of you lost a lot of.
Okay, he didn't lie. It did feel close in the terms of losses.
Yeah. We don't like each other.
But the game was done turn 1.
Particularly like the hammerhead shots into the Land Raider, like one shot, one kill.
That was brilliant.
That was hilarious, yeah.
At the devastating roads.
And would have been a totally different game if I still had a Land Raider later turns.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because the odds of it killing it aren't great, right? Like it's kind of okay. Yeah. It usually does a few wounds to it, but outright killing it is.
I love the hammerhead. I railgun enthusiast.
What is your saying? If you don't give your models
opportunities to do amazing things, they never will. So
I mean, that's a great advice.
Tyler stressed like he wants to go home.
Favorite moment in the battle?
I enjoyed deep striking my Terminators.
Yeah, okay.
And finally feeling the other side of the battlefield.
It's nice over here.
And using the new heroic intervention.
Yes,
that was fun.
You used that so well.
That was good, to be fair. But yeah, Tag absolutely got battered in this game. It was brutal.
I had extra points if you did not hold my home objective, and you had extra points for holding my home objective. So there was a big, like, it was a 10.
I get 10 points.
Yeah,
it was brutal.
You score 5 for not having anyone on your home.
Yeah.
So it's a 15 swing. You scored really well in the last turn. I know you were quite far behind, but
is it me or is it flickery? No, it's just GW stream.
You did really well.
I love the new secondaries, I gotta say. I think they're really well designed, and I think they allow so much tactical flexibility, and almost never do I feel like I'm drawing a card, I'm like, oh, I can't do this, or oh, I don't want to do this. Like, so it feels, and the fact that I can save it for later, I think that's a really big deal. I really like that. I'm looking forward to seeing how the different attachments work with that as well.
I don't think
I think the second is the same.
I will say that.
Yeah, can we call it something else? Like, call it like...
different, in their mind, maybe they're cleansing.
Yeah, I feel like they're doing the opposite of cleansing.
Yeah. Okay.
We still don't know what plunder does,
guys,
right?
Thank you so much for coming along and joining in the games today. I can't wait to see what you guys do with the new edition of Warhammer 40,000 on your own channel.
So much fun.
Looking forward to it.
Much better than this. That's what they'll do.
Who are watching, thanks so much for joining us. We have one more game to bring you in about 45 minutes time. That is going to be a rematch of the 2025 World Championship Final of Warhammer 40,000. The same players with the new edition rules of Warhammer 40,000.
That got the look of I don't enjoy this edition. That got the look of like I've just hired a bunch more staff and I didn't enjoy this edition. All right, chat. That's where we're at. That's the end of this stream. That is 4 hours 4 hours of watching this. 4 hours of dealing with, like, just, like, watching someone towing terrain all game and just shoot the shit out of people. Oh, fucking hell. Thank God we've got hidden, you know what I mean? Thank God we got hidden. It's going to really change the game. I know another thing about it because I mentioned the picture quality. Imagine having to fly out to Texas for that stream. At least it's on someone else's dime, you know what I mean? At least it's on someone else's dime, that's what he's thinking. At least it wasn't my credit card. That was a slog, yeah. That was not great. Yeah, brutal. Anyway, chat, that's it. What did we think about 11th edition? I don't think we liked a lot. Wait, have I added new Overwatch? No, actually true, yeah. Like I like the change to the timing of Overwatch and that you can't re-roll. I do like that, actually. You know, that's pretty good. It seems fine. Not great, but fine. Yeah, that's what I really love about something I've invested basically my entire life to. I love that I've invested my entire life to a game that is fine. I like the part where he ignored stream for 10 minutes to slag off Body and Glory. Well, thanks for showing up in my recommended, Mikey. You made this far better than GDB ever could. Well, yo, Bob, thanks for hanging out, buddy. Really appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. Very kind of you. If you haven't already, join the Discord. If you are new here, thank you so much for watching. You can join the Discord to chat to like-minded individuals that like laughing at things on the internet, like I do. You also get alerts when I go live and stuff, if you would like them. Release the list. What list? Release what list? Come back every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Yeah, I'll be live on Wednesday again. I'll be live Wednesday morning for our morning show. And then I won't be live Friday at a usual time, but I'm going to try and do a little stream. I'm at a UK Games Expo this week. So I'm going to go to the press event on Thursday. And then I'm going to be try and do a stream on Friday. The Overwatch... The Google Doc you made, it's on Reddit, bro. I didn't make a Google Doc. I'm reading someone else's Google Doc. It's on Reddit. Feel free to go and get it. As you can see, it's being watched by 70 people. It's on Reddit. So, did you buy a £125 toilet ticket? No, I didn't. Funnily enough, no, I fucked it off. I was like, fuck that shit. I'm not paying £125 to buy a ticket. I think what did it with the tournament ticket, I'm going to turn this off now. I think what did it with the tournament ticket was that I already have a pass, so I was paying another £55 for a pass I already have. Where's Reddit post? Warhammer comp. So yeah, so I didn't want to pay £125 for a tournament ticket to play an event that I was probably dropping out of after one day, you know, because it was like, it's like Friday. Shall I use this in feature instead of paint? Is this better? Friday is like 3 games, you know, and then Saturday is one game, and then it splits off. So then you put into pods. So you got like undefeated. So you got like XO, X1, X2, you know, X3. So on Saturday, after your first game, you put into a pod, right? And then if you are not in the top pod, XO, you can't win the event. You can't get a golden ticket. You can't get a top placing. You only get basically a first loser's, and not even a first loser's prize. It's like a 9th loser's prize. So yeah, so I said to myself, I was like, I'll play 4 games, you know, I'll play 4 games, and then if I don't make XO, I'll drop. And then I was like, oh, I'm just fucking paying £125 for 4 games. So that's like what? Like £30 a game I'm playing? Yeah, I'm alright. I decided against it. Because I just hate the pod system. If it wasn't a pod system, I'd keep playing. But essentially, if people get lucky to day 1 with 4 games, right? They end up like 1 to 16th no matter what. Because of the pod. And then these are like 17 to 32. Could just buy Cogfort. Yeah, literally, I could literally fucking do anything. So I was like, fuck this, I'm not paying £125 to play 4 games and then drop. What's the point? So no, I fucked it off. Looks like I'm going to fuck off this stream because it's too hot and I got to paint tonight because I need to paint before I go. So chat, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you've had a fun time. I have. That is stupid. Yeah, it's stupid. It's just like Mike Brant's just obsessed with pods for some reason. I don't get it. I don't understand why, but he is. That's it. I want to go now. Thank you so much for watching. No Game 3 reaction. After that fucking stream, mate. No, I ain't got it in me. I ain't got the fucking 3 hours in me to watch him talk about Overwatch for 3 hours. Very entertaining, thank you. Also, boats. You could go 4 on the first 2 days and lose all your Sunday game. Yeah, it's stupid. It's stupid. Yeah, I'm not going to react to the last one because the first one that I reacted to was a slog and a half, and I didn't enjoy it. Didn't have fun. The only bit I enjoyed when I was doing the advert is a stinger. That was the best bit. Thanks for watching. Catch you later, and I'll see you Wednesday. See you Wednesday for the full roundup of all the faction focus stuff. See you later. Bye. 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 Bye.